I'm about to go live and let the people know what's been going on, man, because
let's go.
we cannot keep this gold to ourselves.
Can I get a refund on my race?
You know,
what I mean?
It's a cold world out there, bro. You just gotta wake up a little bit.
You gotta let these niggas know,
fire.
bro. It's just how it is. Shit fire. Stop.
Shit fire.
Stop.
I got
Bro, you're trying to make
then I'm gonna dip. Okay.
Hold on. Yo, what's poppin', people? We live. Before we talk about One Piece Chapter 900, I have to let you guys hear this jam that we've been all jamming to all night.
We weren't jamming.
It is really good.
We weren't jamming. Really hold on now.
It's,
we were approximately jamming to this for 19 seconds.
It's
so
by Sydney McGee, and she's so lit right now. Right, I'm gonna let you guys hear a little bit of it. This is Sydney McGee, lit right now. All right.
Wow, that's a lot.
Big subs. Okay, my first meal. All the boys go crazy. Off that first verse.
We're not gonna go any further than that. All right, so this is probably one of the worst songs I've ever heard in my life, man. And just the video even makes it worse. But I found this on Twitter, and the top comment kind of reflects how I feel about it. The internet was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. I don't know. The thing is, it has a lot of views. So I guess she's gonna keep doing it. But I mean, come on, man. This is ridiculous. But anyway, for One Piece Chapter 900, I say this. I'm hearing crazy shit about it.
Cake time?
I'm hearing people are saying it's 10 out of 10 already. Off of what they heard.
Is that a spoiler?
I'm hearing people saying that every YouTuber should probably collab and have a discussion about it after. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Damn, Reverie Part 4 for 900.
What is this?
Bro, who would you hear this from, bro?
I don't know about all these. These are all speculations, bro. I don't know about all this.
That's what they're saying, man. That's what they're saying. I don't want to hype people up.
Bro, I've been saying this for 30
years. There's no spoilers or nothing. Like, how do I even know?
Yeah, I mean, it's only real if Bianco says something.
Some people are
pretty good. Sanji's about to do something cool, so that's why
I remember like I remember 2 chapters ago, like there was some guy who made this spoiler saying, "Oh, Blackbeard's coming at the end of the chapter," and like some people actually started believing it. So I don't trust it. I don't trust shit no more until I see it come out. Like a reputable guy.
I don't know what could make this chapter 10 out of 10 already. I would say it's a 10 if we get a I guess a flash to what's going on in Wano.
You can't just flash Wano.
I'd give that a 10 if we saw Zoro.
If we saw Zoro, I think because it's like
something pretty badass has happened. So
if it's being hyped up this much, I'm thinking Zoro.
Well, think about it, dude. In Dressrosa,
I'll tell you this right now. If Zoro shows up in this arc, that window that you see in all my videos, I'm jumping right out of it. That's a shoot.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd be hyped if I see Zoro. If I saw Zoro.
Hold on. Zoro in this arc?
No. They're a flash to where what's going on.
Yeah.
You're a flash to what's going on.
If he's like cleaning a sword, bro. If he's cleaning a sword, it's like
I think Big Mom's on this cake.
We just get a panel of him and like he just defeated someone or something.
Or a panel of him next to Kid.
Y'all want him dead with sword.
He's not gonna be a good jail cell, man.
Come on, guys. You know Zoro he gets captured a lot.
Yo, what if he's standing outside the jail like, hey man, you want me to get you out of there?
So much. That was the main
what if he's standing over Kaido?
Film gold. Yeah, it was film gold. It was him captured.
Fishman Island, he was captured.
Is Zoro standing over Kaido, I'm telling you, greatest chapter of all time.
Oh, come on. Standing over Kaido?
Look. We gonna get the Wano. Look, we gonna get the Wano and we gonna see Zoro on somebody's farm tilling their land. Like, yeah, damn, I lost that.
Wow.
That
might be like more training.
That's wild. But nah, chapter 900 should be dropping Friday morning. What do you guys see happening? What are you guys?
I've got a theory.
All right, one at a time.
Let's go on in order. Who said they got a theory? Who said they got a theory?
Shiki.
Shiki, what do you think happens?
All right, so I've actually had a theory for months now, and it seems like it's all culminating into this. Now the theory is that Big Mom is going to eat the cake, right?
Yeah.
And she is going to, because we've already seen that the that just the cream alone is able to make people sort of faint. So I think that Big Mom's gonna eat this cake and she's gonna faint, right? And the Straw Hats are gonna basically get away, and the fishermen are gonna help them get away, but she's gonna wake up, right? She's gonna wake up during the SBS, and her personality is gonna be different because the cake changes her personality, and she's gonna turn to being a nun, I think, because that's the one thing that she hasn't gotten from
Big Mom's gonna turn to a nun.
All right.
So heroin's is on sale.
No, you guys say it's heroin. You guys say that, but if you look at the evidence, it's been shown that the cake has been just the cream on the cake has been shown to be able to change people's personalities. How else? I think that Big Mom's gonna get her memories back from the shock of eating this cake, and I think
she's gonna turn back on her ways.
All right, so that's a huge thing that's been in discussion where Big Mom. People are saying that Big Mom doesn't have any memory of this.
Sanji's cake.
This stuff
is so good.
Wait, hold on. So you said during the SBS? What does that mean?
Seems legit.
Oh,
Who was talking? Are we good?
Yeah. She hasn't seen the shit she did.
So by SBS, that was a misspeak. I meant those panels that they show in the beginning.
Cover stories, you mean?
Yeah, cover stories. And by get the memories back, Kyber, I'm talking about like she's gonna get those memories back of she's gonna remember like that she ate Mother Caramel and.
But did she see it happen?
Yeah,
no, she didn't. She never saw it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing where people are like.
She never. But that's the. Well, go ahead, Brago.
I don't know, because sometimes you do something and you don't remember doing it until someone like reminds you of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She didn't even see it though. She didn't even see it.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like she didn't see it, but it's like when somebody's like, "Yo, this possibly happened." When you think back, you're like, "Holy shit!" Maybe that could have happened. I don't know. Maybe they could spin it that way. Yeah. Yeah. Because she was in like bliss.
How old is she now? Like Big Mom?
68.
68.
Yeah, 68.
And she killed Mother Caramel at
5.
Yeah,
Let's hope it isn't like
62.
It's been 62 years, bro. It's been 62 years.
So but the thing is, Big Mom, I think if somehow she's reminded of the Mother Caramel thing, that's gonna break her.
Of course.
Sure.
That breaks her. Because, man, like, everything she's been doing is because of that, she's waiting for Mother Caramel.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the trauma gives her, like, white hair.
That's when you, isn't that when you find Jesus? When you're at your darkest moment?
Oh, my God.
Bro. But, like, I see that, like, the pudding memory ability comes in, like, way too convenient. To like just put Bruce's memory back into her or somebody else's.
Yo, shout out to Lando. Shout out to Lando. Lando checking in. He says, "Yo, chapter 900. Big Mom eats the cake and vomits up Mother Caramel."
Oh my God!
Smokey said like Big Mom on drugs. Big Mom on drugs. Straight.
Big Mom's on drugs.
Wait.
Yeah.
If she vomits up Caramel, doesn't she lose her soul?
Hey, I have a prediction for the title of the chapter, though.
What do you think it is, kid?
Shokugeki no Sanji.
Oh,
no. You know that Shokugeki loses everybody in the Shokugeki against him.
Shokugeki no Sanji, bro. He's gonna knock out Big Mom with that cake. She's gonna have a foodgasm. He's gonna have a foodgasm.
I didn't have a prediction myself, but I heard a theory that Stussy would destroy the cake because she wants to see the Big Mom Pirates destroyed.
Yes, I heard that too.
Ooh, that's interesting theory.
That kind of makes sense, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I see her enjoying it.
Makes sense, but
wow, that would definitely throw like shit into chaos. Because then,
of course,
who's stopping Big Mom?
I don't know.
Big Mom would starve to death.
Honestly speaking, though, I think after all this buildup, I think she has to eat the cake, dude. I don't think there's no way she's not eating the cake. She's eating the damn cake somehow.
Isn't Big Mom like standing right in front of the cake though? It's like there.
Yeah, she's got it in her.
And they already left her.
She's been chasing this cake since like July 2017, so she better eat the cake.
They've already shown multiple people taste the thing, their reaction, so she has to eat it.
Honestly, I feel like some people are expecting it to be trash. They're just waiting to say something about it. Like no
Yeah.
matter
Of
what
course,
happens.
because it came from the Of course they expecting it to be trash.
But I'm saying
Right,
like
what
people
if
are
it's
saying like,
trash?
oh, I'm hyped for the chapter, but no matter what happens, they're gonna be disappointed. No matter
Bro,
what.
people are.
But I thought the last
depends on what their
I think it's
expectations
fair
are.
to partially blame Smoothie for that, but
Smoothie, why you blame Smoothie?
Smoothie.
just because she hasn't really done much in the last chapter, you know, her dialogue and all that's kind of like
Bro,
lackluster.
this chapter would be sick if Smoothie is
That's
not
why
in it.
people got a bad taste in their mouth about the next one.
I think for Smoothie, like if Smoothie was as active as Katakuri,
oh yeah,
it would.
Anything.
I don't know, man. I don't know how the Straw Hats are getting out of this.
But see, but that's the one thing about the Big Mom Pirates. Everyone has one character flaw, like one like personality like trait that's wrong. With her, she's just lazy.
Not even the Big
Laziness
Mom
is-
Pirates. That's every.
And I feel like
No,
the
but
lazy
like,
thing's more
especially if she's-
indirect. Because there's nothing in her character that suggests she's lazy, but like I think just Oda writing her wrong because.
I mean, from what I've inferred so
Well,
far, from what I'm inferring so far, she's lazy. But maybe that's just
for me. From Smoothie, it seems like she needs direction.
Yeah, like she can't think for herself almost.
She does. She
People
does.
say that Oda's saving her for something, but wouldn't it be trash if she was like useless for however 80 chapters and then all of a sudden started doing something competent? Isn't that just bad writing?
What do we call what's competent here?
It's
like
not that
slicing the sunny in half?
never been incompetent.
Like not having to be told what to do, just like
Yeah, like
you
she
know,
just
last-
found her own direction.
At this
last
point,
chapter, she literally said something like, "Oh, sick, we can finally hit them."
Yeah.
Misses her attack. You know,
Yeah,
like
but I don't know, like,
come on.
She said something like we're bullying them, right? Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said both of those.
We on to
She's been running
defeat
around like
them
a
now.
chicken with her head cut off for 30 chapters.
Can Smoothie be
She's already
redeemed in
popular.
this arc? What can Smoothie do to be redeemed?
No, Smooth.
Is there anything she
Capote's
can
making
do?
a fruit
But
salad.
I think it's gotta look at
Capote's not
he
a-
has
Capote's
second
not
command
a-
rank. Capote's just like some fat chick who eats fucking fruit salad. Like
No,
I don't think Capote. I don't think she's a fighter, to be honest.
All right, here's a
No, she's
here's a
gotta be.
question.
She's
Here's a
gotta be.
question. How
She's a
is
monster.
Capote fat if she eats fruit salad all the time?
it doesn't make sense. She puts
Doesn't make sense.
Do you think McDonald's fruit salad?
It's devil's fruit salad.
No. If you think about it, they put
No,
Bro, they put
Oda's
sugar on that
just
shit.
losing his grip on shit, bro. Honestly.
They put sugar on that shit. Come on.
Because all of it comes from.
She uses too much
America,
dressing,
and it's got
bro.
fucking
I'm telling you, she's going out just like her mom with a heart attack.
Personally, I don't think she's a fighter. I think she's just like a utility person. I think she's there.
Nah,
She
I
has
think
a
she's-
specific purpose. I don't think
I
she's
don't
gonna
know,
be
bro.
like fucking shit up. Maybe she has a high-ish bounty, but I don't think she's like, somebody you throw out there in front of everybody. I don't think that's
Here's a Capote theory.
I mean, he also said that about Oven, though.
What do you mean?
wait, he's not smart. Wait, what?
Bro, facts. She's probably trash, bro.
Bruh.
She's probably trash.
Yeah, but everyone's been
That
outwitted.
Fuku broke his own ships, dude.
Wait, you said that again?
You easy underestimate.
Bro, the whole
Big Mom Pirates outwitted hard time. What do you
Easy
mean?
underestimate, yo. Like, that Fuku has some shit
I
up.
mean, Mondor said that Roger wouldn't be able to beat the people at Kako. He's an idiot.
Hey man, I don't know if you want some oven
They
snack.
capture him, yeah.
That's just being cocky.
I don't know. The Big Mom Pirates. That's how they've been the entire arc, though.
They're
Yeah,
arrogant.
exactly.
Yo,
They have everything.
they
together.
are disorganized,
They're
but
just-
they are powerful as fuck.
The thing is that they underestimate their opponents way too much.
Yeah, they're just.
They think
sure
that
they're
because they've never been
confident.
challenged.
Class.
or
Well, that's the thing though, because every time they have been challenged, they fucking step on everyone's face. This is the very first time this has ever happened.
They should have, but then look at the situation the Straw Hats right now.
But
Half a
this
crew.
that doesn't make sense though, because like the Supernovas, they've been going there like a bunch of times,
Yeah, and
right?
getting
They got
washed.
stomped, yeah.
And they
Well,
got,
they've been like the
Every
top
single time.
pirates for so long. Like that's why.
And then you
That's
look at like
what
half.
they've done.
You see like half the Straw Hats right now. It's just like what they're doing. It's like, bro, like imagine like Wano with a full crew. They're gonna be faring not as bad as we imagined, which doesn't make sense.
I mean, wait, so do you guys actually think they go back there?
Go back where?
The whole cake?
So okay.
No, I think
No,
Big Mom. I think the Big Mom.
Absolutely not.
Listen, man,
The
we're
no
coming back
way.
thing
Listen,
is, the coming
Stacey's-
back thing is the worst. It's a difficult thing, a difficult thing and task to do. Like even in the main story, like the going on, it's like a weird thought.
In my opinion, I think the next time we'll confront Big Mom, or like we'll see her in her story or something, will probably be Elbath. But
Elbath is what everybody says. That's what everybody has his task on.
I mean, don't you think that the Fishman showing up last chapter kind of makes the Fishman
Nah,
Island Part 2
Big Mom's dead.
Does that make it more likely?
Yeah, I kinda agree. Wait,
Chapter 900, bro. Chapter 900. This bitch is
Big Mom
passing
dead.
out.
Yeah.
Cone's coming over with a little poison. This bitch is dead.
Didn't he say he gave him
Didn't he say he
Chapter 900, bro. That's what I'm telling you.
Hey, Dan suggests that Capone hits the U-turn and come back.
Yeah, I mean, he's on the island still, bro. Like, he's
if you think about it, what's gonna happen is that he's gonna.
What do you mean?
They get the
Dude,
fucking
he
fish in the
literally
water.
had, dude. The fact that he had poison that was said to be strong enough to kill her. What stops you from thinking he has other shit in terms of weaponry that can kill her, like poison? And what do you mean?
Wait, do we think that Capone is gonna?
Yeah,
I'm saying no.
Caesar
What
is
I'm saying is,
coming
for
back.
example,
Dude, he has to come back. He's
when
going
he
to
had that
Milano.
poison that he said could kill her, right? He didn't just say, "Big Mom, I'm here to kill you." I'm right. He said, "I have to wait for a specific situation. She has to be weakened first, otherwise, through her like tough skin and all
She
this
is
shit,
weakened right
she's
now.
not-
When it was the whole point was for her to be not in her right mind.
I mean,
for
she's not weakened
not in
enough.
her right mind.
Okay, so Brago, like, so a few hours ago, I made this and I said that soon in the future, an admiral's gonna die. What do you think about that, Brago?
Wow. Okay. So who's taking out the admiral?
I mean,
What did I tell you, Shaman?
Okay,
What did I
I'm
tell
just
you?
saying, because we
Because
had
I like the idea.
Sanji takes out an admiral.
But I think it can't be the Straw Hats.
No, I'm just saying
Can be
this
Weevil.
because, Brago, I'm just saying this because we have not yet seen an admiral really go down so far, right?
Sanji.
Like,
What if the admiral takes a bite of the cake and dies too?
admiral, not a
God,
fleet,
stop.
not a fleet admiral, but just an admiral, right?
I would like that.
an
I would like if an admiral died. That would kind of, show you the reason for the conviction of the Marines. Because sometimes they're like, yo, the Marines are doing too much. Like, they interfere, you know what I'm saying? The pirates ain't doing shit. But if we see, like, a pirate take out and kill an admiral, that would, like, be like, okay, cool.
Shows the balance.
I don't know which admiral, though. Kizaru?
Smoothie. Well,
They're not.
I don't know.
Nah, Kizaru's not dying.
They're not. They're not killing. They're not killing Kizaru.
Yeah, he's a strong admiral. What the? Nah.
I mean,
But you
actually
think
any
you think
admiral's gonna go
What if they
down
kill
like
off
Francis?
Fujitora?
I think it happens,
Yeah,
but
either
not
Fuji or
anytime
Green
soon.
Bull.
I
Fuji
think
or Green
we're
Bull.
jumping the
How
gun.
many do you guys think Green would be?
So what?
I think he's gonna die eventually, but not,
Yeah, he's like he'll be relevant later on in the story.
Blackbeard's
but
probably gonna get
might
his
die.
ass.
He's clearly spying on Blackbeard.
I don't think the first time we see an admiral go all out should die. I don't think that.
That's what's gonna happen to Shanks.
I mean,
like,
to be
yeah,
fair, the
Shanks
first
is
time we see
awesome.
Yonko go out,
The thing is,
So we don't care about that.
Wait, we don't think Shanks is dying?
like the thing is,
I
Waldo,
don't
how
think
many
he has
times
to.
can we
Unfortunately,
see
the
like
biggest story is being
the biggest
set up
top
using
tier
it.
go all out? You know, like we're not gonna see it. Top tier go all
Blackbeard's
out
can
like
sneak
3
up on him.
Yeah,
times.
that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
so
Yeah,
This
well,
is gonna
first
be
off,
one
we're
of
not
those
going to see the
things,
Blackbeard
bro.
and Shanks fight. That's going to get off screen. We're not seeing
Well,
that.
you know what, man? I think we'll see a glimpse, and then the rest of it gets off screen.
I don't think
No,
it's
because
glimpse.
he's not showing Blackbeard.
Yeah, he can't show it.
Fights Luffy.
Maybe he
Well,
shows.
see-
Maybe it's like an ace. You know the ace thing. Like he shows us like
Yeah,
a little
like
bit
I'm
of
saying,
it.
like that. Yeah.
But that ain't
If he
shit.
off screens that,
That ain't nothing, man. We need more than that. Bruh.
You know what would be a goal way of doing it is, let's say like Blackbeard has like, those transparent snails with the projectors and stuff, and like you see like him like a message, and he just shows like, the whole like Shanks's crew like all hung and like dead and stuff, and he's just like laughing at their dead bodies.
Nah,
That would be
God,
wild.
bro.
happen.
All right, no, all right,
That's
let's
too much. That's too much.
So it's- if he doesn't show that shit on screen, that's the biggest travesty in one.
Way too strong. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's the way it's set up.
Usopp versus Van Ogre, bro.
Yeah, it's set up.
Usopp's not ready for Van Hogger.
Yep.
I don't think so.
Oh no, not right now. Yeah, late end of
Wait,
series.
really? Wait, why not, Brago?
Because he's trash.
Who saw?
Who's trash?
Wait, what? Wait, who's trash?
I mean, you're just
Robin?
bugging. But yeah, you're
Get
just
the
bugging.
trash.
You're crazy. You sleeping, bro.
I'm gonna just say one thing. Luffy only has one statue in the One Piece verse. Usopp has two. So I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but even
we got two statues, bro. We got more clout than Luffy.
Big facts.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know Facts Nation out here, baby.
Facts Nation.
Always.
Yes, I guess Kyros is as strong as Luffy now, huh?
Yo, for everyone out there, Vaccination is actually the most less
Vaccination
creditless.
is the best.
It's actually the opposite. Don't get it twisted.
Cake Baker Nation is trash.
Kenya, who carried you to your Fortnite win today?
Chatty did.
Vaccination, bro.
Chatty did. Chatty did.
Oh man.
Wait, so how many of these groups are there? Like what?
It doesn't matter about
It doesn't matter.
Question. The thing is, how many of these groups, Brago? That's the wrong question. The question is, how many of these groups matter? And that is one.
Vaccination.
That's
it. Doesn't matter at all. Doesn't matter at all.
Vaccination fanboy. That's a complete.
It sounds so nice.
Vaccination can't hide. Wait.
It sounds so nice.
Wait, hold on. Guys.
We don't need the Marines in our nation.
Guys. Fax Nation can't hype Fax Nation. That's like you saying something. Facts.
Stop being.
Hey, look, when I was a spring chicken,
I cannot hear anything.
When I was a spring chicken in Discord, I joined Fax Nation. And I was like, these niggas ain't got no facts, so I left. I thought I was cool. I thought it was cool, but I was like, hold up, I can't be associated with these niggas.
No. Just stop, Durson, stop.
Yeah, he's tripping, bro.
I don't know.
What did you say? Spring eggs? Spring eggs are cool.
That's why we're trying to tell you.
Okay, Brago, we had an argument, right?
The Sauce Nation.
It was no sword style Zoro versus Sanji, and then we came to the conclusion that Zoro would probably win that.
Yeah. No, we did not. Wait, hold on.
Yo, let's not even do this right now.
That was not a unanimous.
Let's talk about redeeming some snakes.
I thought this was a goddamn prediction stream.
Yeah, I'm like, we're not about to go to Sanji versus Zoro.
Let's talk about some.
Yeah, because it's not even a question.
Somebody predicted we might see that Zoro and
We're not
whatnot.
even going to talk about it. Yeah.
Sanji's equal to Zoro.
Like, no, you can't compare. You can't compare a bro. It's just it's not possible.
Yeah, let's just go to the prediction.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild, by the way.
Oh, we kind of.
Wait, how's that wild?
I don't want to make this.
Brago, honestly, here, without Diablo Jambe and No Hell's Memories, which is what we were talking about, just basic skills, he's losing.
The fuck?
What?
He's losing. Yeah.
Brago, do you see this? You see how credible facts?
Let me address this.
That is such not facts.
Wait. Take away Zoro's sword.
We're saying no
Sanji's
sword.
DJ.
He has no sword style, bro. Like, what does that matter?
Sanji low diffs them. Sanji's going to low
hockey up his hands and beat the shit out of this guy.
Yeah.
You guys are so ridiculous. It doesn't deserve a rebuttal.
Wait, brother, I really.
Yeah, I think if Zoro punched Virgo's leg, I think Zoro's hand would have
us is ridiculous.
He's breaking Virgo.
We had that last stream. You guys had that last stream.
Wait, one at a time, guys. Who was speaking?
I have a question for you, bro.
State your name.
Go ahead, Kenya.
I don't feel like I've heard you guys talk about the cake much on your channel. To my, I don't like it, but I'm a cake fanboy. But what do you think's gonna happen, man? I feel like you guys haven't done too much theorizing on that topic.
Well, I mean, because the thing is, like, it's been beaten to death. Like, it's at this point, as far as like what's gonna happen with the cake,
Why do we care about whatever?
So, but as far as what's gonna happen, it's like, I think it's gonna work. and then something that we are not expecting is gonna happen, then we're gonna end up like getting away in the midst of it. But I don't think it's just gonna be Big Mom saying, "Oh, it's okay, you can leave."
No,
I think it's a lot deeper than that.
It's kind of weird, right? Like,
I also agree with the third option. She's just gonna eat it. She's gonna like it, of course.
Yeah.
She's not gonna die. I don't think she's gonna die.
She's not gonna die.
Don't do this. Don't do
I don't
this.
know. I think she eats the cake.
I would say this: if someone like Big Mom died here,
do that.
that would like shake up the world. Like
Exactly, the world's getting shaken up. It's the 4 Yonko saga, bro.
Isn't that a little too much shaken up? We just lost Whitebeard.
How are they too much shaken up?
We just lost Whitebeard too.
We lost Whitebeard.
And then you're gonna have the Big Mom remnants.
We don't need a death on the first.
Didn't we lose Whitebeard like 9 years ago in real time?
Personally, I don't think Big Mom. I don't think Big Mom should fall here. But I do think there should be some repercussions other than Pedro.
I'm
just because of the fact that we expected Pedro to die like as soon as he got there, right? That was expected.
Oh, but he's alive.
Yeah. Like, well, Bobbins is dead. Bobbins is confirmed.
You know what? Bobbin will be back. But listen,
Bobbin's gone, bro.
But I think we should. I think someone from the party we should lose someone else.
I think.
Jimbe,
I vote for Carrie.
I think the Straw Hat should lose somebody else. Like,
I don't know about the Straw Hats.
Sanji.
Hold on, you said a Straw Hat?
No,
not a Straw Hat, but their group. Their group.
The Peril's
It would be dope. It would be dope to see Smoothie like slice what's his name in half. Beckham's.
Jimbe.
Oh my god.
I mean, Curry already faced a terrible death.
Yo, that'd be a smack in the face. Like, oh, y'all thought Smoothie wasn't gonna do nothing? Oh,
Yeah, like Smoothie just slice him in half.
all those furries would be so pissed off. Actually,
I'd be okay with Carrie dying, yeah.
Yeah, Smoothie should probably kill like each year or something. Ring him out.
Yo, Roger's asking to hop in the stream. He's in the. I just saw him in general.
I still see a trial for the
Rogersbase.
Hold up, yo, Roger.
Yeah, I think it's.
He's already in there. He's already in the One Piece one.
Yeah, he's saying he's gonna get Headphones. Oh, there he is. All right.
If what about Wadatsumi? What if Smoothie happens to kill Wadatsumi or something like that?
No, I don't think anybody cares.
Big Mom comes back, she eats Wadatsumi.
This is somber kid.
Wadatsumi too.
Yeah, he was talking.
Low
He
for
was
Smoothie.
talking about how Wadatsumi is a god and how he's gonna like hold back Daifuku. I'm like, what?
He's gonna be. Oh, Wadasumi's gonna be the oars of this arc.
No.
Yeah, he must say Jinbei and Sanji use like their strongest attacks on Wadatsumi.
Not that crazy to say.
Strongest attack on Wadatsumi.
Smoothie low to mid diff Wadatsumi.
No, it's like Wadatsumi is in the water though.
No, low diff.
Yeah. She's gonna juice him.
Yeah, she's gonna destroy.
I think he's gonna be a lot more impressive though. I think he may be more impressive than what we previously saw. I think so.
Yeah.
Why do you think
He's
that,
gonna
bro?
go as big as him, bring his ass back.
Because
It's just one of those things.
Honestly, he's so huge.
It's just one of those things. What it does.
The Big Mom Pirates look bad already.
What's up,
You cannot
yo?
be held back by
What up, Roger? How you doing, bro?
They
Yo, what's good,
are
Roger?
like they are.
Hi, Roger.
Hi, Roger.
hey Roger.
Hi, Roger.
Hey, no, I just I had the prediction stream open, then I also had the call open. Bro, I'm ready. We're not talking about Smash Brothers today, though. We got Chapter 900 to talk about.
We're not talking Switch Kingdom.
Roger, Big Mom's dying from the cake.
Nah.
Bro, Big Mom's not dying from the cake.
Let's go to Smash, bro.
Wait, Roger. What's your prediction?
All right, so my prediction at this point is that Chapter 900 is going to be titled The 9th, and Chapter 910 is going to be titled The 10th.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Chapter 900 is going to give us the official joining chapter for Jinbei, plus Big Mom eating the cake.
Okay.
That's what I think is going to happen right now. I think we're going to get Jinbei officially joining.
Yeah.
We're basically proclaimed.
Realistically, yeah.
Roger, I'm asking one quick question. Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think when Big Mom eats the cake, do you think the cliffhanger will be her eating the cake, or we'll see a reaction of like the outcome of her eating the cake at the end of the chapter?
I'll say right now, if the cliffhanger is her eating the cake, I will not be happy with this chapter. Yeah.
I feel you. I hope not. Also, but
Yeah,
maybe
we
Oda
gotta
doing
see
it. I
at
don't
least
know.
her initial reaction.
That would
Yeah,
mean
I-
Jinbei would have to join the crew like when they leave, when they're all set to go, because that's what they said. They got to see them off first. And then
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm thinking there's going to be some type of declaration in the chapter where you've got all these Sun Pirates sacrificing themselves and doing all these amazing moves, and then Jinbei saying, "Thank you for everything. I'm a Straw Hat now," or something like that.
I mean, it is the perfect time.
I feel like Wadasumi's gonna pick up the ship and throw it.
I just feel like that's
Yeah, I was talking about that actually recon. Like we were saying, like Water Super actually picks it up and like chucks
Damn, there's
it.
a lot of throwing going on.
Yeah,
if that's the case.
I hope.
That'd be
really
awesome.
hope-
I mean, I could see it being another 3 chapters, having Reverie, and then coming back to us entering Wano with Carrot as the next triad. I honestly think that could happen at this point. Yeah.
Chapter 905 will be done.
I can see Carrot as a shot.
I mean, why
She's
else
a
would
good
Carrot
lookout.
be here if she's not going to join the crew?
No, she's a good lookout.
Well,
I
I've
can
been
see her-
saying
I
that
can see her-
Carrot joins
her
obviously
and
Jinbei.
Because I've been thinking about this a lot recently, and I think a lot of people are guessing that Carrot won't join the crew, because, well, whether or not Pedro's alive is a whole big question, right? We all
Doesn't have
hope
to
that
be.
Pedro is
Doesn't have to
dead.
be.
I think
But-
he's dead, but yeah.
He's probably
Yeah.
dead.
John.
Oh, he's
At this
alive.
point, let's assume he's dead, right?
Yeah.
And with the assumption that he's dead, where is Carrot gonna go? There's only one other person she could really
Back
join
to
up
Zoe.
with. Well, listen, if she's gonna join up with somebody to make the new Nox Pirates or whatever, because that's been a theory that's been running around out there. Well, that's the thing, right? Is that Peckham's used to be part of the Nox Pirates. And after the whole thing that he did a couple chapters ago, he can't very well go back to the Big Mom Pirates. So he has to do something. But we probably won't find out exactly what happened with Peckham's in the next couple chapters or so. But Carrot, no matter what, is still with the crew. Right? She's with the Stryads through thick and thin right now. So she's not going to magically leave and then go back and save Peckham's. Or at least
And
I
she
don't
also-
think that's going to
yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to.
Or Peckham's could carry on the tradition of the old Nox Pirates being a part of that old crew and make a new Nox Pirates under the Grand Fleet.
Yeah.
But that still leaves Carrot open because Carrot's still like the young one. She's the one who's untrained. And so if anything, she might just end up joining the Straw Hats, and her dream could be like, adventuring the seas. But
And to add to
at this
that-
point, I feel like
Yeah, go. So I just said to add to that real quick.
Yeah.
She also has a fun.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna quit Discord really quickly because it keeps going in and out. I don't know. It's just like I can't. They're still speaking, but I can't hear anything. So I'm gonna restart it and go back in and see if that helps. Let's see.
Yeah, but the actual lookout, like her job on the.
He's saying that would be her actual.
Yo, welcome back.
I would absolutely-
Welcome back,
Force
Brago.
meant a job
One
on
at
a
a time, guys. One at a time.
Is Discord enough for you?
No,
I mean, he's
Discord has been
yeah,
it's acting up. It's acting up. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's going
Yeah.
in and out.
I mean,
Yeah, it's a little. Yeah.
I mean, it would be dope though to see something like Carrots and like Usopp together as like kind of like the lookout duel. So every time like Carrots seeing like enemies from attacking, we see like Usopp doing like long range attacks and stuff. Using like the Kabuto and everything. And that'll be a dope pairing.
Yeah,
I like Carrot on the crew. Like she mixes well with other members. Like I can see her on the crew.
Yeah, I mean, Chomper will have a friend that's like an animal. Yeah.
I was saying Carrot,
I just
Momo, and Jinbei joins.
Carrot and
That'd be
Momo-
fine.
Momo has to be the
Momo-
Toy Boy.
Yeah.
I think Momo's gonna. The only thing I can't say about Momo is I think he has to lead the nation after the Shogun falls.
The
So I
reason
don't
why
know if
I
he
was
really-
saying that
Yeah,
Momo
for sure.
has to join the crew is because Momo's still a kid, right? And I think to
Right.
be a good king, you have to like experience life. And it's like I think at the moment, for Momo, he'd travel with Luffy and be the cabin boy where he's actually treated like royalty by Nami because she's trying to get in his
Yeah.
pockets.
Right,
right.
That's what I think. That's what I think.
While the two
and,
dukes, the dukes, they will
we're
they will
doing.
control Wano
And-
in his absence.
And if you think
But I-
about it, it's kind of like what happened with Odin, because like Odin, like when traveling around with
Yep.
Roger and Whitebeard, and that would kind of mirror with Momonosuke being that.
Exactly.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that happening too. Actually,
The other thing too, going back to Carrot and Jinbei really quickly too, is that there was a piece of fan art that was sort of floating around the internet yesterday that I saw.
I
was
saw
like, man, this is
that.
actually amazing.
I saw
I
that.
never even thought about this.
That was
Oda's been
amazing.
saying, yeah.
Yeah.
So Oda has said in the past that he wants the next Straw Hats to join one after the other. So it would make sense that those two
yeah,
characters have some type of connection, right?
Mhm.
And we've got Carrot and Jinbei right now. But the thing that I didn't put together until seeing that fan art is that Jinbei was the leader of the Sun Pirates, and that Carrot transforms into Sulong via the moon. So you have the representation of the sun and the moon on the crew, like, bro, that is perfect. That is perfect.
I saw that yesterday. I was like, holy shit, this has been right in front of us like this entire time.
Yeah.
Yo,
We didn't
so,
notice it.
yes, I like that, Roger. I
Bro,
like that.
it's cryptic. It's cryptic. You gotta give it that. It's cryptic.
that would be
I like that little theory. I fuck with it.
And that's right there in front of us the whole time. It's
Yeah.
like, as soon as I saw that fan art, I was like, oh, bro, I want this to happen now. I actually actively want this.
All the storytelling, man. Like,
No, I really think she. I really think she will join. Like I'm leaning towards.
I mean, Blackbeard has
She's
11
perfect.
members.
I mean, she has a role. If she joins, she has a perfect role.
And the thing is, it goes
good
back to
actress,
like
yeah.
their motives, right? Like she left and she snuck out because she wants to travel. Like she's like,
Yeah,
yo, I
right,
want
she wants to see the
I think
world.
that's a cool dream too. You want to
know
see the world for everything
Yeah.
that's going on. So it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
awesome.
And there's nobody to see it better from the Pirate King ship.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and
That's
then
it.
Jinbei's role, Jinbei's dream's like the perfect one too, because he wants to unite all of.
Can you imagine if Carrot went back to
And I
like
think the
Zoe
person-
or even Wano and she doesn't go with them? Like she'd be so miserable.
Yeah, and I think
And on top of that too, like we need another girl. I don't care what
Yeah,
anybody
we
says.
do.
We
I think
need
it's
another girl in the crew.
Hey,
It's
man.
long overdue.
Yo, I was rewatching Alabasta. I was
is the
rewatching
sausage
Alabasta,
fest.
yo, and Vivi fits
Yeah.
the crew so perfectly.
Yeah,
Like,
she.
dude,
I know she did.
I love it. Yeah.
I thought
What
Vivi
do you guys
was
think?
definitely joining.
Yeah, man. Hey,
Can you
man.
imagine her and Carl?
Hey, man. Furries need
Carl and Chopper.
furries need representation too.
The furry? Yeah.
Well, I mean, realistically, yeah, we don't because Chopper's not a mink. Chopper is a reindeer that ate a human fruit. So
Yeah.
we could end up getting a mink and a female both on the crew who could maybe eventually get a devil fruit or something. Like we don't know. The
Wait.
possibilities are limitless for Carrot.
Roger, didn't you make that snow bunny
some sister
theory? I think it
brother
was
shit
you.
going on between him and Carrot? You know, Chopper.
What'd you say, Brago?
some
Roger,
sister
didn't you
brother-
make that snow bunny theory? Was it
Long
you?
time ago. Yeah, I stand by it. Yeah, I stand by that.
I mean, if anything,
What was
that
that?
could
Well, I
happen,
watched
like,
that. I
after
watched
this
that
arc.
theory.
What
Yeah.
is
I
it?
want a Logia on the crew.
Like Roger, if anything that could happen after this arc, like she can literally be eating the
Bunny?
tangerines for normal,
It
and
is.
all of a sudden,
Basically Monet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Monet.
Yeah.
Monet's fruit
I mean,
Monet's fruit,
on
yeah.
her.
So who wins?
No, Monet's kid would be on the
Carrot or
orange.
On the ship. On the
Right.
ship.
The theory is basically that when Monet died on Punk Hazard, because we were shown during Punk Hazard that the fruit's powers have to travel to the closest fruit.
Yep.
Everything else on Punk Hazard was obliterated by the Shinokuni, except whatever was on the pirate ship, which was the Thousand Sunny. There is a tangerine tree on the Thousand Sunny, and the power, if somebody dies who has a double fruit power, has to go to whatever the nearest fruit would be the tangerine tree. We saw during Punk Hazard, these weird snow bunnies that were never explained floating underneath the Thousand Sunny after Monet quote unquote died. We then saw those powers somehow transfer into the Thousand Sunny. We don't know, or it went past the Thousand Sunny. It's not exactly, it's not 100%. We don't know for a fact that her powers went there. But then, they went through Jets Rosa, they went through Zoe. The only thing working against this theory at this point is at the very beginning of Whole Cake Island, they were starving. You would think that they would have gone to those tangerine trees to eat if they were seriously starving and didn't have anything to eat, and that didn't happen. That would have been the perfect opportunity for Oda to be like, okay, Carrot or Nami is hungry, they're going to go to the tangerine trees, they accidentally eat the fruit, and then suddenly they get Monet's snow power, and they don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah, because that's like her, that's part of the thing with her Bellamy and everything, right? I mean, if everyone's gonna buy those tangerines, she's gonna be charging like
exactly. That's
Exactly. So
Nami's smart with that money.
It really does make sense.
Really cool, man.
But I do.
It's a touching for Bellamy, right?
Like that rabbit panel under the ship is so weird. Like why else would he draw that? To be honest.
Yeah, like I was never able to like.
Hey,
I should make sense of it.
goddamn,
Yeah.
Show how
the too long farm with the snow fruit. Wouldn't she be like broken this shit?
That's the point.
She would be top five.
She would be, she'd be top five. Top five.
Easy.
She's on the crew.
I think she'd be right after Jinbei. Right after
Hold on,
Jinbei.
she'll be strong. Hold on, she'll be stronger than Judge.
Carrot and
Of course.
We saw Peckham's. Peckham's at Ornament Hockey and the Zone and went Sulong and got subdued by Farter. She could be that.
Well, he didn't complete his transformation though.
That was plot, dude.
Well, we don't know if he completed or not. He probably didn't. But
he was still talking. He was still talking, so we know it wasn't.
He's not, he's not
He's like
coherent.
still in
Look,
transformation.
Did
He
his
was
eyes
coherent.
really get gouged out though?
No.
Like when Carrot did
I don't
it,
think so.
Hey,
I don't
so
think so.
Do y'all think my boy Jinbei will get another chance to start water whipping and goddamn shine some more in this arc, or is
the only thing he'll do is double team Snoopy
throwing the
at
shit
the
out
end
of the whole cake.
I remade the theory.
It depends on if they want to fight, like if the Straw Hats are really gonna fight and get their hands dirty or not.
Yeah, they're not trying to fight. They're trying to get the fuck on through.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I
Like, I don't think there's gonna be like a full fight.
But how much distance is
Because
Wabasumi throwing though?
Because I just want my boy Jinbei to say it one time for me. Go get out there.
He said when Opera got hit though.
Can I post one quick question to y'all?
Yeah.
Do you guys think Aladdin might like give himself like sacrifice himself to save Jinbei or the crew? Like,
he's prepared to do it. They said they're prepared to do it.
I don't see that happening because I don't think Big Mom's children's husbands are dying so far. Like Capone dies.
I mean, we can also see
Aladdin-
him fight Daifuku as well.
What if,
Like,
Aladdin fights Daifuku?
I don't know. I just thought the whole time when Aladdin and Jinbei
That'd be
were-
interesting.
Aladdin
That'd be interesting.
Like,
that'd be
who's,
just
who's actually left those? Smoothie Snack and Daifuku. That's like it. Right?
I mean, that's a pretty powerful one to have. Those are pretty powerful.
There's also
people to have
Raisin.
left.
But you got
but they're also in their own like natural environment. Like, they can't. They're all devil fruit users. They can't just jump in after them.
Exactly.
They shouldn't be able to die unless they do something stupid like Ace style.
I mean, don't you guys have that really big bell in your back of your mind that tells you the Fishman lady saw like back at Fishman Island, like
Madam Shirley?
Madam Shirley, Madam
Mm,
Shirley, when she like predicted that Luffy was like destroying Fishman Island. I mean,
but that's like a long way away, don't you think? I feel like
that's one way to do serious stuff on it.
Let me ask you guys this.
I feel you, Roger,
Shaman.
but I'm just getting back to the thought. You know, I mean.
What do you guys think Luffy's destroying Fishman Island for?
If I can answer that, I think
Marijoa.
Like indirect.
I think after they find the One Piece, after they find the One Piece, whatever it might be, like it might help bring down or like connect all the seas, and at that point, Marijoa has to fall, which would destroy Fishman Island in the process. So at that point, that's when like Fishman Island will be destroyed, and he will use the North bring all the Fishman Island.
But what if it's not destroyed in the literal meaning? Like, what if like he destroys the ideal of Fishman Island?
Everything's possible.
I mean, at that point, yeah.
The fact that, because you know the Fishmen are pretty much isolated from the world. What if he destroys that whole like?
I mean, didn't the vision stuff have like flames and shit in the background, like the city was burning?
No.
Yeah, I was thinking, that's the popular theory as far as like Marijoa. I was thinking, what if Luffy does it as like a response to world government, like after like Shirahoshi gets kidnapped, and you know he's like, yo, this discrimination has to stop. You guys are no longer going to stay here. We're going to above land. So he's going to destroy their Fishman Island so that they have nowhere to go back to. So they have to. Go,
wait,
I like that.
Braga, she get kidnapped. She one of the strongest people in the verse.
I mean, but
she is.
I mean, yeah, she is.
She has that knowledge of the kid. Like,
I mean, unless she's not underwater, then I could see her getting kidnapped. Like, if she's on land at Reverie or something, that could definitely happen. But, like, if she's underwater,
first of all, I was like, why are they taking her? I didn't agree with them taking her.
Yeah. Yeah. Why would they kidnap her?
They took her because it's gonna make for a good. It's gonna make for a good story when we get to Reverie.
Yeah, but it's like, oh man,
there's no queen. I wanted to learn diplomacy.
Hey, to be honest, I'm getting tired of like
and the worst part too is if Caribou
people.
relays that information back to
I'm getting
Kaido.
tired of
Can you imagine what's
that
happening there?
a thief. Like, why do they always gotta go rescue somebody? Like, they gotta rescue Sanji right now. Like, come on, fam.
But Sanji was like, he good. I mean, I hear you. I mean, we had what the rescue? We had Robin, Sanji, Ace.
And we've had it for a lot of characters.
And two of the three of those were really good.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, I mean, they're normally good.
I mean, ultimately though, does it really matter? I feel like this is the most excited I've been for a One Piece chapter in like
in a while.
I'd say
in a while.
Chapters at least. Yeah, it's been a couple months.
Ever since Gear 4 was announced, like this is probably the most hyped I've been for.
Since Snake Man, I think this is definitely the most hyped I've been.
I was hyped. I was hyped for the
Kaido one too because
when they first showed up before they started kicking ass. I was hyped for that.
I was hyped when Sanji had a last
I think no. I take it back. The Sabo thing, because I remember those going on Twitter and like people were saying this is probably one of the greatest chapters of all time. I'm like, what? And then go see it.
Dressrosa had so many good chapters, bro.
It did. Dressrosa was something still like.
It was just the length that
just draggy. It was just draggy.
Yeah, it had lulls,
honestly.
but like that.
Yeah, I think unfortunately it just came
otherwise it was a good it was a good arc.
Like Oda's illness at the time, like when they finished.
I think most people agree Whole Cake Island is better than Dressrosa, right?
No.
Like a lot of people disagree with me, but I think that whole cake is the worst arc.
I don't know.
Deep breath.
I think Harrison was saying some facts.
In my opinion, I think that Whole Cake Island is the worst arc for me of all of One Piece.
I think it's
What?
the best arc.
Oh, no. Wait. Sauce, why do you say that? Why do you say that, Sauce?
Whole Cake Island is gold.
Because it's just
gold.
I agree. Wait for the video, fam.
Oh, you dropping the video?
Yeah. Wait for the video, fam.
Yeah, because
I mean, I've had a lot of problems with Whole Cake Island, but it is far from the worst arc in my opinion.
You think the Foxy arc was better than this?
The only arc worse than I can think of is Fishman Island. I can't really think of an arc.
Fishman Island, I can't disrespect anymore. I'm gonna for that arc.
Can I ask a question? Why do people not like Fishman Island? Honestly,
I love
Fishman Island. It's Hody.
If I can say one thing, I think it's because of Hody. I think because of Hody.
I love Hody.
Hody as a character is actually really good.
I love Hody.
Hody is one of the greatest villains we've had.
He's one of the greatest like Killmonger, bro.
Fishman Island is a good arc, bro. It really is. It's not like a perfect or great arc or anything, but it's good.
The thing is, on the surface, Hody, he was stupid. You know what I'm saying? He was just just ignorant.
How you doing?
That's what it's like for you, though, man. You know?
Fishman like way more dope, man.
No, but we know the whole history behind it, but, you know.
Shirahoshi knew that Hody killed her mom, and she didn't say anything. That was
of course she's a coward. Luffy even called her one. He's like, "You're crybaby." He kept calling her that. She's a coward.
That was still awful. That was awful.
I'm gonna say
I've
this
never
again,
seen women. She's just a coward. That's all it is.
Same for Whole Cake, like back in the days,
like an idiot.
But bro, I asked you a question earlier. Yes, the Foxy arc is better than Whole Cake. At least that was enjoyable.
Hell no.
Bro, like, but like,
she was an idiot.
Watching Sanji and Zoro team up.
I think mine's still right now.
Nature her dying mom. That's not being an idiot.
Do you think the Foxy arc is better than Whole Cake?
Hold up. Let me address that. Odahime said, "Don't what'd she say? Don't be angry at whoever did this." And then she misinterpreted that completely. It means don't hold rage in your heart, but don't let a maniac who killed your mom run free for 10 years.
Run wild and rampant and change the country and destroy it almost.
Exactly.
In that story, isn't that fucking crazy?
Dude, she was a kid when she first heard
That's
that.
why One Piece is gold, man.
It's crazy to me to hear that people are like that Whole Cake Island is the worst one because I'm thinking I can think of 5 at least that are worse.
It's not, Roger.
Wait, Roger, hold on, guys, hold on. Roger, what are the 5?
Cirque Village is worse for sure.
Yes.
Easily. Little Garden is worse. Little Garden is worse.
Yes.
Long Ring Longland is worse. Easy. Not even close. Fishman Island is worse. Definitely worse. Not even a question. Not even a question.
Wait, guys, let him finish.
Facepalm.
No, that's it. I'm just saying. Cirque Village, Orange Town, Fishman Island, Little Garden, and Foxy. Those are 5 that are worse than Whole Cake Island.
Can you really compare those to Whole Cake? Like Whole Cake's like almost 100 chapters.
There's still story arcs. Of course you can. Of course you can.
Yeah, okay, let's ask this: Is Fishman is Whole Cake the worst arc in the New World?
No.
Yes.
Wait, Punk Hazard is fire.
Punk Hazard's the second best. What are you guys talking about? What? Punk Hazard?
Yeah, Punk Hazard
is amazing. So many good moments.
Yeah, Punk Hazard was dope.
Like Punk Hazard was dope, man.
I love Punk Hazard. Great arc.
I love Punk Hazard too. He's just the worst one of them.
I would argue. So I'd be curious to hear everybody's rankings because my argument would probably be at this point. Zoe, Punk Hazard, Dressrosa, Whole Cake Island, Fishman Island. That would be my
ranking. I should have said Zoe. My apologies. I should have said Zoe.
Zoe is the best for sure.
No one can even argue that. No one can even argue
Zoe's the worst arc.
Yeah, Zoe's the worst arc.
What?
Yeah.
That's ludicrous. Please explain yourself.
Come on, bro.
Come on, dude. Zoe's the worst arc.
Oh
my god, dude.
The information in Zoe we got was amazing. What are y'all talking about?
I would say it's the worst.
Dan got to be trolling.
That's our question.
I mean, I like Zoe, but I mean, like,
no, man. That's
there's no way.
That's the thing. Like Oda really excels there, though.
I like Zoe, but it just doesn't have.
Can I ask y'all a question?
It was a dry
Whole Cake.
One at a time.
Wait, one at a time, guys. One at a time. We have to stop.
Yeah, what was Double Leg saying? We can't even hear Double Leg.
I was saying that I like Zoe, but I mean, it was just an info dump. It didn't really have as much weight as the other arcs to me.
Thank you. That's the same thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Zoe also had.
Yeah, that's true.
You say it didn't have as much weight as the other arcs?
Yeah, worst arc.
Wait,
Zoe
so you said the information about the poneglyphs that doesn't hold any weight?
It holds a lot of weight.
When you're rereading One Piece,
Rizzo is safe.
No, man.
Like,
Just real off the top of my head. Literally, this is off the top of my head in order of Zoe, things that happened. From the very beginning, we got the introduction of the next Shichibukai. We got Weevil. Right at the very beginning, we find out that he's going after Marco. We found out all about the payback. We were introduced to an entire race of people, the Mink tribe. We found out that like Zoe is on the back of this giant literal elephant. We see Law reunite with this crew. We find out a whole story of what happened with Sanji and Nami and Caesar and all that stuff with Capone. We found out that Sanji is going to get married to Pudding. We find out that Sanji has with this royal family that we don't know about. His poster's only alive. We found out that Peckham's is originally from Zoe. We get all the information about the underworld and German 66 at that point. We get Kaido's crew. We get the Beast Pirates. We get the connection with the Beast Pirates, and we get the connection with the stuff with Nekomamushi and Inuarashi and the Minx of Zoe with the samurai. We get the introduction of Mammoth Boys, motherfucking Mammoth Boys, Jack the Trout, coming through, who, by the way, is the first person brought up with a billion berry bounty. First thing that came up in that arc. Plus, on top of all of that, we got the Rizzo is safe moment that the Minx the entire time during the storyline were protecting Rizzo. For somebody to say that, and the red poneglyphs, and we found out that Nekama,
all right, Roger. Everything you said was info dump and hyping stuff up for other arcs.
That's not even info dump though. The stuff with the Minx and their relationship with Oden.
Not everything, but everything you said was setting up stuff for other arcs and stuff.
I don't know, man. I mean,
week to week, reading Zoe was the most
stuff that's happening right there.
Like, I don't think Zoe is bad.
Let me ask y'all a question about Whole Cake.
That's crazy. The ending of Zoe was the ending of Zoe is how the ending of Whole Cake should have been, dude. The ending, like Whole Cake, should have ended at the wedding when the frickin' cake crashed. Zoe ends with this awesome moment of Momonosuke screaming at the elephant awakening, and then wiping out this fleet of like the first one of the dude. It's so good, man. Like the tableaus in Zoe, man. Like that's not even stuff that's hyping up the rest of the arc. That's stuff that's actually happening.
Let me ask people this because we're saying hold on. We're saying things happen in Zoe to hype things to come, right? So you think what do you think is happening at the Reverie?
Exactly.
I'm not excited. Referee's gonna be hyped too.
We're gonna get a lot of information of things to come.
Yeah. Is
that the Throne Wars?
Are we gonna just say Reverie's the best arc in all of the new world?
It depends on how it's executed.
We don't know yet. We gotta get that.
So we're saying it cannot be the best arc because of the action. What do we need for the best arc? What are we saying we need for the best arc? Wait, Dan. Let me ask you. What do you think is the best arc?
Development, action, suspense.
All we need is to see these top tier fighters that we haven't really fight. Like
we saw Jack,
Shanks, Dragon.
I do agree with that.
We didn't even see Jack. Most of the fight was off screen.
Wait.
Why do you guys think Marineford's so great?
Hold on, guys. In what arc with a fight? In a fight with a top tier, when is it not off screen?
Yep.
Marineford.
What?
Marineford.
Yeah, most of the fights in Marineford were off screen.
Whitebeard all on screen.
But that was, I mean, that's another argument towards Zoe being really good.
Yeah, I'm saying like that's what happens.
Inuarashi, like Jack, all that stuff. You saw their fight. You saw Jack literally rip off their arms and legs, like that, or it wasn't their arms and legs. It was just their arms, but like still one arm. You got to see the one-on-ones with those fights, man. It was incredible.
Wait, I want to hear Dan. You were saying that. What makes a good arc to you, or the best arc to you, Dan?
No, what I'm saying is, like, for example, all those points Roger was giving for as to why Zoe is a good arc, I agree with all of those, right? But I'm just saying, here, I've been reading this story for over a decade, bro. I've been waiting for Reverie for a long time.
Oh, sure.
And what it's looking like right now to me, this is going to be no more than, like, 2 or 3 chapters. That's not an arc. To me, you know what I mean? I've been waiting for a fucking long time for like what?
Okay,
I don't think
necessarily
I
know.
don't think 2 or 3 chapters. I think definitely. The thing is, you know why it has to be more than 2 or 3 chapters.
The development that we're gonna get is going to be amazing.
But Dan, look at all the players we
But it's
have
not gonna
here.
be the best art.
2 or 3 chapters with all those guys? I don't think so.
No, hey, Dan, check this out though. Is that look, check this out, Dan.
I'm gonna say it's at least 10 chapters, at least.
So how many chapters do we consider to be an arc? At least a minimum.
Can y'all hear
What's
me?
the shortest
Like,
arc in the story right now? What's the shortest arc?
Five would be Logtown, though.
Just speaking.
Logtown's like 5, I believe.
Yeah, so there you go, 5. I mean, that's fine.
Exactly.
Logtown's a great arc. Yeah.
Listen, if a story has a beginning and an end,
You can add a lot of stuff in the 5
Yeah,
chapters.
I think 5 to 10 chapters of Reverie.
Yeah.
I think that'd be perfect for the Reverie, 5 to 10
Kind of goes back
chapters,
to like, you know, how many fights like do we need like each chapter?
Especially
like,
if we have Dragon doing something.
What do y'all think?
Because also, even if Dragon
I mean,
shows
we-
up, I don't think anything action-wise goes down at the Reverie. I think it's just like
Even I mean, realistically, even if Dragon doesn't show up, if he just sends Sabo or something, you're gonna get Sabo and Stelly. Like that's gonna happen. You're gonna get that interaction.
It's gonna be set up.
We've got Fujitora with the stuff with the Shichibukai, Akainu, Shirahoshi, like all the other.
You know, Stelly's gonna see Sabo be like, "What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying?
Y'all missing the most important part.
What's the most important part?
The most important part, man. Vivi gonna be there. What the fuck?
Come back to the whole cake, though.
Yeah, Vivi.
Well,
I heard somebody say Vivi, but on top of that, we still don't know. Like after the last chapter, we don't know where Morgans and Stussy are. They could have gone around.
Honestly, I've been thinking that with Cobra, I think Cobra dies. I think Cobra dies in the Reverie.
I agree. I think he's gonna get shot in the face.
Yeah,
because I think he's gonna bring up all the shit that's happened. He's gonna try and call him out on this shit.
So it'd be good if Cobra dies and Neptune dies.
Who?
That'd be wild if Cobra and Neptune die and Shirahoshi and Vivi had to take over.
No, the thing is, I was thinking like, say Cobra dies, right? You know, Vivi, and they're talking like Vivi getting a husband. Could they force Vivi to marry someone of their choosing?
Stelly. No, I forgot. Stelly has a wife.
Stelly's already married.
I know I'm like completely on the side that nobody's on, but like, I mean, I'm still Team Pirate Queen, man. I still think Vivi is the best possible. Yeah.
Man,
I think
I don't know.
possible characters in the story, man. I still feel like she's the best.
I feel like Luffy gotta get up in Boa one time.
Yes, sir.
Roger knows what's up.
Luffy gotta deal with Boa one time, man.
Yeah, but you can't pass that up.
She's the finest girl in the world, dude. Come on,
Of course. Even if she's the finest girl in the world, dude, it's like it's unrequited.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think that's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen either, man.
Happen.
But I think Vivi, he's got like such a strong connection to the way she set it up, dude. Like, what other? Let's think about realistically. Let's look at.
What about what's her name?
Let's look at
Koza.
No, Roger.
Just real quick, hold on. I want to make a point real quick. I promise I will stop talking. This is just the only point I'm going to make. I promise. I will let everybody else talk. I don't want to use my hockey. I promise. The one thing I want to say is let's think about Reverie. And if Reverie, it's going to be its own arc, and Reverie, who is going to be the main protagonist of Reverie? Probably Vivi. Vivi and Fujitora. Maybe Dragon and Sabo, but realistically, probably Vivi. Vivi's going to be the main character. This would make the first story arc in the history of One Piece in which the main character is not Luffy. If they're going to make that a character of importance, don't you think that character, beyond maybe just being a Straw Hat, would have some type of strong tie to Luffy?
Yes,
and it would make sense if maybe at some point Luffy is going to end up with somebody and have a pirate king. Have a pirate queen. Maybe it will be the one girl in the story who has a story arc dedicated to her where she's the main protagonist. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
I like it, but I think they're gonna like turn their eyes like intensely towards Luffy. Where it's gonna be like at this point, like we gotta take him out. You know what I'm saying?
I think it should be Bon Clay.
What?
They have the trap laid out. No,
I'd rather
Clay should be dead.
Look, I can
A Green Bull reveal?
So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you how
I think Green Bull's
man.
Green Bull can happen.
He better be Reverie.
Because I don't think Fuji's gonna be there.
Well, I mean, Green Bull, I see more.
Fuji has to be. What?
No, I don't think he's gonna be there.
Well, Fuji's not allowed to take a step in any military. So yeah.
But he'll show up. He doesn't care.
The reason why it's like I think he doesn't have to be there is because like his whole thing as far as like the Shichibukai, right? And as far as like eradicating that, I think that's like already crumbling upon itself. Like we have all these instances that's gonna be brought up where they're gonna be like, you know what? At this point, like we gotta look at an alternative.
They're gonna be like, all betrayed us. Bo was attacking both sides during Marine 4. Weevil took an Admiral's arm
Fuji's
before.
like, all right, that's already happening.
Destroy the world. They're gonna say,
Brago, do you not believe what like Matt was talking about in the last Reverie? Like, do you not think that the ties that we're going to get during the Reverie arc and the stuff with the revolutionaries and Fujitora being there, like, you don't think that Fujitora not getting his way will then ultimately lead to Fujitora becoming a revolutionary?
I think that's Fuji's too
not allowed in the basic.
I think that's kind of too obvious as far as like Fuji being a revolutionary, so I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, but him joining though, like after the events,
him joining,
stuff,
I don't
like,
think so.
He might like what Dragon's doing.
You know why I don't think
like,
so? Because I think the new world government or the new Marines is going to be a lot better. It's like it just needs good people. That's what it comes down to. And it's like
ultimately though, if there's eventually a new Marines, don't you think that would exactly that would happen after the revolutionaries have done their job?
He's still there.
When you say that, Roger, you know, like we had the tone already with the new Marines and all that. Yeah. Even if it's just movies and shit, that Oda had that road go down, sort of.
I don't think he has to defect. Like, you know, he can work with the revolutionary as far as like, you know, but I don't think he's going to become a revolutionary now.
If we're talking about the Marines, I just can't wait to see Kobe back in the story.
We've seen the point I was gonna make is there has been ways Oda portrayed that people went off from the Marines to do their own shit, right? That Oda portrayed that message to us already, right? Even if it's just movies or like whatever, you know.
He did it with Jaguar Soul.
What I'm making,
I think he already
could
did that
happen
kind of
with
thing
Fuji.
with,
It could happen with Fuji totally. Then, I mean, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, that'd be a crazy moment to see like Dragon shaking hands with Fuji, like welcome, like that would be scary.
My thing has always been like with Dragon. Say Dragon, you know, he takes over, and there's the new Marines, right? At some point in that scenario, Sabo and Luffy, they're gonna have to have conflict, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, if Sabo somehow joins this new Marines with Kobe and Smoker and everybody after the revolutionaries have had their way at the end of the story, I don't think that necessarily means conflict for Luffy. I think that just means peace for the seas, right? You've got Marines who are actually doing their... Well, yeah, because you have Marines who are actually doing their job and the pirates who are just exploring the seas freely.
The only difference I see...
The thing is, Luffy's like an exception as far as like a pirate, though. For the most part, the pirates, they pillage, they rape, steal. So it's like... Can you exclude Luffy and then search and hunt everybody else? Because Luffy wants to be free, but ideally you can't like let that happen. Like it's just not possible.
And not to mention the way we look at Dragon, how he views freedom and stuff. It's hinted, but it's like through conquering. Like he wants to take down like the wrongs and stuff. Where Luffy, he just wants to be free.
They said he has
freedom,
right? But Dragon even commented was like, okay, Luffy a pirate, that's okay too. But it's like
you don't even know what he can do.
At what point does it come to a head? Like,
Laz just brought up a really good point, I think, which is that if Dragon's whole thing is conquering and Luffy wants to be free, after all this stuff happened heads at the Great War, it could very well be that Luffy's already taken down the government, taken down everybody, and he's like, Dad, what are you talking about? Like, we did everything. What are you talking about? He's like, no, dude, we need to conquer. We need to take over the seas. Dude, like, what? That would be an amazing twist on the story. Are you kidding? That'd be insane, man.
What would be a perfect way to do this is like if you go back to chapter 100, the first time they actually technically met when the Dragon went to go save him. Chapter 1000, at least you add the extra 0. That's the first time they ever meet, and that's where
that'd be a good one. That's a good one.
Also, what some series tried to do but didn't follow through in like real picture series and real movies, they did not do that. But like, here we go, you know.
Yeah, I just chapter 1000 theory is that like Whole Cake right now is at 900.
I mean, yeah.
So I don't think Wano's gonna wrap up in 100 chapters.
Unless Dragon shows up on Wano or something like afterwards.
Well, that'd be wild if that happened.
But that plot twist of Dragon being like maybe the final villain, that'll be insane, dude.
It'd be insane. Yeah,
1000 is definitely Kuina.
It's a great idea. Hey,
wow.
The stairs. We're gonna see the stairs.
Come on, bro.
I mean, wouldn't that also mean
the stairs reveal? The stairs.
You know, the chapter covers like the stairs with the blood on it and stuff.
I don't know.
I could see it now. The Shogun walks through this gorgeous hallway in Wano country, stares Zoro in the face. He's about to go 1-on-1, and he reveals he has the stairs staring on me, and he's the one who killed
It was you.
And then it was you.
It was you who did it.
That's crazy.
Nah, I mean, I just don't know how the Luffy and Dragon thing is gonna go because it's like I mean, it's
no way.
It seems like they're gonna
I
clash
mean, the
eventually.
same thing.
That's
same
what I'm
thing
thinking.
when
I don't
you
think it's
ask
gonna be a happy
somebody.
reunion.
I mean, Luffy doesn't even give a shit about Dragon.
Shanks-
No, but Dragon's
Shanks
gonna
doesn't
have to
do
give a
the
shit
same
about
thing.
Luffy.
Yeah, and the thing is, like,
Of course.
like with
But I don't
Luffy,
think
like, he doesn't
anytime
remember
soon.
much of his parents.
No, not anytime.
either.
I'm talking about like after they take over. You know what I mean?
People are saying like 100 chapters from now. I'm saying like Luffy probably doesn't give a damn about shaking his hand or talking to him at all. to be honest.
Can we go back to Whole Cake now? I mean,
No.
Wait, before talking about Whole Cake,
Whole Cake Island's being bombed by a
Yeah.
Buster Call, guys.
Yeah, I gotta ask one
Okay,
question.
okay.
Do you guys think Law's gonna betray Luffy later on in the story or no?
I do.
Totally.
At this point, I don't want.
It's not gonna be anything crazy like he kills anyone. But
I don't think so.
He's
I
gonna
don't
dip
think
off
it'll
with
be betrayal.
a
I
print
think
of the
it'll be
poneglyph.
Yeah.
I think the part being like rivals.
Law looks like he's always scheming something. Like
Yeah, I don't think he's not gonna hurt any of the Straw Hats, but he's gonna definitely take like some prints.
Yeah, like,
I think even if Law ends up doing something crazy, the way it's been set up in the story already.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Law.
Wait, hold on, Roger. What were you saying? I want to see what you said.
No, what somebody else is saying. I'll talk later. I want to hear what they were talking about. Yeah.
Go ahead. Whoever's saying something.
I said if Law walks off one of the poneglyph readings, he's not like he can read it.
Guys, as the story progresses, we're gonna find out that more people can actually read these things. It's not just
Like
gonna
the
be
three-eye-
Robin
yeah,
the
the
entire
three-eye
story.
tribe and shit?
Well, I mean, yeah, but Law doesn't have any of them.
It's so tough to say with the
I
reading
thought-
thing because of what Robin represents.
Or
and
people,
stuff. Like,
other people
but
that
more
can
people
interpret
be-
it in different ways. Like it's not just gonna be Robin. I don't think so.
Yeah, but I
I
think
thought
more
Law
people
only really wanted Doflamingo to die, and you could say, "Oh, now that it's over, he wants a new objective." But I can't see him like burning Luffy for that objective because
Yeah, unless the whole thing
Who,
with
you
Big
talking
Mom
about
said
Dragon?
about like.
No, Law.
so Law.
Oh,
Law wants to find
No,
what the Will of
no,
D is.
no.
That's why he wants to find the One Piece. He thinks it might tell him like what the Will
Well,
of D is.
Law right now, his
Law
primary
is-
focus is the after
He
Kaido.
never said him being a pirate had to do with Doflamingo. He wants to get Doflamingo, but he didn't even bring his whole crew to get him and all that. So I do think Law has ambitions outside of Doflamingo's death.
Law did. Remember in Dressrosa, Law said, "We can't let Straw Hat do everything. I have my own prestige as a pirate."
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
And
he
not to
cares
mention,
about
like,
that.
I don't want to say
Yeah.
this would be boring, but like, just seeing Luffy take down all the other Yonkos while his rivals are kind of just sitting there. just
They
doing
have to
nothing.
do
Because
something.
They have to do. Yeah, you have to build up. You have to build up your generation. You have to
I mean,
build
they're
up
gonna
your
do something in the way that
like,
Cone did
All I'm
something
saying,
this.
all I'm saying is after all the ass whoopings Kid's taken, he's got to do something sick later on.
Kid is gonna
Like, I
steal the
wouldn't be
show in
surprised
Wano.
after all
He's
that.
definitely gonna
I
steal the
think-
show in
I
Wano.
Yeah, I mean, listen, bro.
Kid's gonna fight Wano.
I'm a Kid fanboy, so I mean,
Yeah,
let's see
I love
do
kids.
something.
All the- all those swordsmen?
Oh, he took an L to
All those
Kaido.
swordsmen?
Kaido.
Ah.
Like,
Why do you think he's gonna be at Wano? All that metal, all them swords,
All them swordsmen?
yeah.
Bruh. Nah, they ain't messing with Kid there. But they all got to show out. They all
Yeah, and
got
I
to
wouldn't be
show out.
surprised. He's gonna be the one that cuts off Kaido's head.
That's one of the things I just want to see besides the Yonko saga is that the supernovas gonna have a legit brawl out, all the supernovas or one of them.
battle
But Law's primary goal, other than I don't think he wants to be Pirate King per se. I think he wants to like find out about the Void Century, right?
I think he just wants to.
I mean, I don't think
survive people.
I don't think Law has a goal anymore. I think Law's ultimate goal was to take down Doflamingo, and now that
Right.
that's done, I don't think he really even has a goal.
I think he
anymore.
does. I think he does, Roger.
It's what Luffy did
Before
for
that,
him.
no, we just went over why he had one before that. He said his prestige as a pirate on Dressrosa. He also stated before that the One Piece isn't going anywhere. We're still gonna get that and all that later on. And he even left his crew out the way to show that it's not all about sacrificing everything he's been doing to get Doflamingo. He had ambitions after that.
No, but
the thing is, he left his crew on Zoe not
Yeah.
because of ambition. He left his crew on Zoe to keep them safe and away from the conflict.
But also, what tells me Law has a goal? His meeting with Sengoku. Because he asked Sengoku, "What do you know about the Void Century?" Sengoku's like, "I don't know anything." He's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, but the
So-
Will of D and stuff.
We
That's
know
what I'm
what the
saying.
trade-off is.
Right there.
We know what the
but
trade-off.
he
So-
can achieve that goal.
Corazon kept talking about the Will of D.
Exactly, the Will of D.
The enemy of the
So he's gonna
So I think the
want-
fact that he asked that
That's why he
question,
wants the One Piece.
so he wants to know about the Void Century. So I think the One Piece is like kind of a means to an end there. Like he just wants the One Piece to find out about the Void Century.
And I think like if you
But I mean, if
Law's
Law's already in alliance with Luffy, they're gonna find that out anyway. Like, just stay with Luffy.
He can, but then doesn't that affect his own prestige? It's like he's under Luffy. He's a captain as well. You know what I mean?
don't think he really cares.
They're in alliance, though. Yeah, I don't think
He's,
he's
well, he
like,
did say he's in an alliance. He told him we're in an alliance for now. We're not friends.
Because
He
he
did.
said
That's
that
true.
because his
Only
final
think
intent,
But they weren't friends
intent was that he was gonna go down with Dofi, right? That was the
Yeah.
final intent. That shit was done then. But then it's like, okay, he didn't saw how the outcome went. And then it's like, okay, but he saved Luffy back at Marineford. Think about that. So being in depth to Luffy thing is kind of ruled out.
He's not in that. No, he's not in that to Luffy at all. He's not.
No, but like when you like at Zoe and you see him standing there right next to the red poneglyph, right? You're looking at him. Okay, Law's in here too, man. And then you have thoughts back to Sabaody Archipelago, right? When Kid, Luffy, and Law were all three out there.
Yeah.
Right? Then you think, did you not think, yo, this man's like smirking in the shadows, kind of? Come on, yo.
He's aware of his own standing, and he's just going at it smartly. That's like what like a lot of people do in One Piece. And all these other pirates like to charge in forward.
Yeah.
Capone, they think about their actions before they do, and that's successful.
Yeah,
I can't. Go ahead.
I think though with Law, we have to see more of his crew. He has. I think that's what something Oda has to showcase in Wano, the crews of the supernovas, right? Because. And I think he tried to do that with Whole Cake, with Capone and Gotti and Vito and those guys, but we didn't see much. We didn't see much.
Do you remember
We
didn't see anything actually.
But Brago, we might see this chapter because if Big Mom's about to eat the cake and they right there, and remember, Capone was thinking about assassinating her as she faint. We might see some more of them. We never know.
See, I still think that would be wild. That would be like a really cool way to twist the story at this point, because we're all thinking she's going to eat the cake. The cake's going to taste delicious. And if you think about what Parasparrow said, he was like, there are three options to the situation. The cake is poisoned and she dies and we die. The cake is poisoned, she doesn't die and we all die. The cake is poisoned, but she is going to like it anyway and we're all going to live. Those are his three options. But knowing the way Oda works, there's always some other option. And another, like a fourth option could be there's no poison in the cake. It tastes delicious. Everybody thinks they're saved, and then last minute Capone's like, "All right, yeah, let's do this." She ate the cake, she's happy, and snipes her, and then boom.
Or
and then it's like, "Whoa, where's that?"
Or everybody, or based on Big Mom's reaction, they think she is poisoned.
What the hell?
Because say Big Mom passes out from just like bliss, like everybody else.
Right? Yeah.
And then they're like, "Yo, they poisoned Big Mom."
There you go.
And they kill her in her sleep house again.
When she's actually just like so happy from the cake.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love there was a theory I saw earlier that I was doing like a stream earlier today talking about 900 predictions, and I thought this was such a funny idea for a theory. It's that we have Big Mom right now who's in this kind of skeletal form, right? She's like super thin, and the Big Mom we've seen all through Whole Cake Island was obviously this big chubby lady. It'd be funny if maybe when she eats Sanji's cake, because Sanji, you know, he's always the one who's like making people fall in love with his cooking and all this stuff. It may be funny if she eats the cake and then instead of reverting back to like her fat form, she reverts back to like her hot form when she was in her 40s. And then Sanji sees like this hot version of Big Mom with like a Shokugeki type reaction.
Oh wow.
Please, no, dude. Oh,
listen.
He just pushes pudding away, he goes to the mom.
No, Oda walks.
Roger, are you trying to ship hot Big Mom and Sanji?
I'm not.
I don't know. People are saying
that's a big W for Sanji,
bro. A few hours ago, like I sat here and I was talking to people, and I was like, okay, so Sanji had plastic surgery on 2 people already, right, with his kicks. Like, with his attack cooking, if Big Mom eats that cake, she gonna turn to be Bay again. 20s.
I mean,
let's stop this shit.
Y'all are wilding.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I hate when Oda takes gags and turns them into things that like alter the.
He does.
I mean,
Sanji could
like nosebleeds or like that stupid Duval crap.
He did it on the spaghetti guy on Enies Lobby too. Like what's his name?
Real talk, Duval.
He did it on Noodle.
Duval was kind of hyped though. I gotta say, Duval was actually kind of hyped.
Noodle from Enies Lobby in the train. The guy
name was one.
I always.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In the anime,
on a serious note about Big Mom's appearance, do you guys think we might see her flashback ever again? Of like, you know, her in the past while she was young and beautiful at one time?
Of course, they have to expand on
that's
the
the
past.
thing.
They have to later on.
Like the trial theory, the court trial theory is out of the window already because like Luffy won. But like the thing is that if the Straw Hats get captured by Big Mom, we've seen the treasure room, we've seen the jail, which is Mondor's thing, and we've seen the whole cake plateau, right? And everything, all the rooms, everything. But we've not seen the court. But we've seen the fucking wheel and everything, right? Just for a few chapters and shit. And in Alice in Wonderland, after Alice flees, right? She gets into the fucking court of the Heart Queen, right?
Right.
And then she has like the real trial going on her. And then some shit happens when she eats like
a mushroom
those
or the giant thing.
The mushroom that makes her giant, right?
Whatever.
And that gives her the opportunity to flee again. So if Oda does it differently always, right? But he has like takes inspiration from that stuff. So it's kind of we have not seen a courtroom, and like that's why I'm still sticking with that theory that like Montour and like Struzan, or like people who saw Big Mom raging, you know, eating habit wise, and she doesn't know about that. Pudding's ability to take memories away and put it in your brain again, she can do that to somebody else too, probably, right? So what if like the Straw Hats get captured at the end? Still, even if, like, you know, he defeated Katakuri, right? Captured anyways, and then people are like gonna be like, okay, so Big Mom has her whole thing after she ate the cake, and she's like calmed down, kind of. She's gonna like people like Struzan might be awake then, you know, and the thing is, so Struzan's gonna be like kill them off, and Mondor's gonna be like kill them off, you know, but then, you know, somebody else like Peckhams and people are just gonna be like, you know, people just don't want the rage going on anymore, you know. We see people in last chapter fleeing, like just like civilians fleeing, you know, because of her. So people are fed up with her, you know. And then it's like the thing convincing Big Mom to like, you know what you're actually doing, right? Are you aware of that shit? She's not. So then it's like, well, let's show you. And then it's like some people like Struzan will be like, no, you don't need to listen to them. Like, just cut them off, like just throw them away. And she's gonna be like, you know, Big Mom's like, well, you say the truth, but like, let's see how it's actually is. Like, I trust you, but Pudding can just put your memories into mine, you know? And then I see, and then it's actually getting a resolution. Like, it's actually making sense then to her, you know?
Wait, Shaman, so you're saying that, like, put Struzan, because this is Struzan's going to be out, right?
Struzan's memories, how he saw her.
Isn't Struzan knocked out?
He already said he said someone like Struzan would be back. Almost dead, bro. He already said.
Could be
Mondor. No, not Katakuri.
Moscato and Opera.
Cracker's not still okay. He's been out for multiple days at this point.
I said KO, not okay.
I mean, he'll be all right.
He'll be in the wheelchair, yeah.
Even if it's just like Moscato and Opera, right? They were done by her, right? Their own sons. You know, if she just takes Mondor's memories and then she sees what she's actually doing to her own family, might change her, you know, or might get her to a next freakout, you know?
Even if they, I mean, I don't know. I feel like the whole courtroom thing seems like that would last another 5 chapters or something.
Yeah.
I think the easy way to solve this would just be like takes out the memory from Struzan, puts it in Big Mom's head. There you go.
Exactly.
That's it.
That would have been absolutely if they catch him right away.
Roger, I said already, it's out the window already, because like Katakuri would have had to capture Luffy, from my thought, you know.
But I think a perfect time to add that in. A perfect time to add that in would have been like right after the wedding. Say the Big Mom actually captured them right out of the way, and they didn't get time to escape. Then you would have the courtroom right there.
Now they're fleeing really
Wasn't
good.
that kind of like what that wheel was for? Remember, like the wheel everyone thought like Jinbei lost a leg to or whatever, but it was actually
Yeah, but I can't see that coming back now. Unless
like she would catch somebody and she'd be like, "Hey, spin the wheel, bitch!" And then
I can see it. They leave Whole Cake Island, and then like she's delivering punishment to everybody that may have failed. There's.
I still feel like of all the things from the early part of the arc that can come back, the one thing that I feel might come back, but I'm worried about it. Not Bobbin. Is the whole lever life thing, because we still don't know what happens when Big Mom gets knocked out with the souls, right? With Moria, he gets knocked out, all the shadows go back to their original owners. With souls, it's different.
It doesn't happen.
Right?
That doesn't happen for Moria.
Okay, so explain exactly how it happened with Moria.
For Moria, for people. The shadows don't go back to anyone. They don't go back.
Even if you kill him. They will not go back.
He said it. He said that he has to make it happen.
Yeah, he has to
make it happen. Hey, but check this out though.
Use the command to the shadows to go back. That's why at the end of the arc, when they're burning from the sun and they were literally beat, he said, "Here, if you want to go to the new world and get defeated there and prove me right,
take them.
Go
You're
ahead."
right.
Yeah, he said, "Take them. Take your shadows. Get out of here."
All right, but check this out.
That's
If Big Mom, if Big Mom is knocked out and all the souls like they'll revert, wouldn't that be like
comes back to life.
Like
that's what
shut up and let me talk. Damn. Like wouldn't that be a total defeat of a Yonko? Like imagine if she gets knocked out and like out of all the territories that she have, like all the souls go away.
Everyone knows.
She loses everything. She loses all her territory and everything. That would be a total defeat worthy of beating the Yonko.
She even loses
like,
the
wouldn't that shit
moment.
be epic as hell?
Like, more than that just being a defeat, though. I mean, like
network.
No more dancing teacups, no more rainbows.
So you mean like all the homies come, like all the souls come back from the homies?
Yeah, all the homies go back to being regular. Like that would be worthy of defeating the Yonko because like not only did you knock her out, you knocked out her whole information network, all her territories, and all that shit to be gone.
The thing that's
my
clear
worry
to me,
though is that go ahead.
I said what's clear to me now is how we look at the Straw Hats. We have to start looking at them differently. Like they are legitimate threats in the new world.
Yep, they're not just by
course.
Luffy makes friends everywhere.
They are contenders at this point.
Friends.
We
They
cannot
always were
like
threats. They
yeah,
always
yeah.
were
You
threats.
can't look at them and say, "Oh, that's just a Straw Hat."
No, they weren't a threat for Kuma.
Huh?
They weren't a threat for that. Somebody said they always were. I'm just like they weren't a threat for Aokiji.
Zoro was about to kill Kuma. You know that.
Stop it.
Well, I mean, I don't think Big Mom can lose all her homies because now he's gonna keep Zeus, right?
Yeah.
No, he's not. No, she's not.
That goes back to what we're talking about with Big Mom, though. Is like we still are of what's going to happen with the souls. Like it could, even if it didn't work that way with Moria, it could still very well happen that like if Big Mom gets knocked out, just because it's already been shown during this arc, right? That when she's in her hunger pangs, that her powers don't really work all that great.
Yeah.
Like my worry for this arc, at the very end of this arc, the way I could see this possibly becoming worse. Big Mom somehow loses control of her power over the souls. The souls go back to all the people that lost souls, and then like those 40 years that were taken out from Pedro all those times ago will go back to Pedro, and they'll somehow come back to life. Like that would genuinely, that would make me furious, honestly.
That makes
No, that sounds like that sounds like pain. Sounds like
stand back up.
Yeah, how did that make it drop?
That'd be bad though.
No. I think there's a scenario in which that could happen because we had the whole Pedro thing in the forest,
Right.
that, like that random homie was talking about Pedro, right? So I think that still has to be
Right.
resolved. But I think in a situation where Big Mom finds out about what she did years ago, then I think that could send her into a frenzy.
Yeah.
Where
How does she though? How does she though? That's the question then, right? So
the thing is,
how's
she
that-
like people are saying, well, she didn't. She had her eyes closed. She didn't see what she was doing. But I feel like there are times where you do things unconsciously, but then after someone tells you about it, you remember, oh shit, I did do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
or as Roger was saying, or just put Strussen's memory in Big Mom, and boom, there you go.
No, what if like when she's eating, she's going through this cake, she does the same thing with Semla, kind of like just
exactly, and it's like a flashback.
What if she just like what if she does the same
Actually,
thing?
I think,
like Sparrow,
but I think what could happen.
Anybody else who's there, Bavarios.
I think what could happen if Pudding uses flashback on her and she's eating this cake and she's so happy eating this cake, like she's closing her eyes again, and that sends her into like a quick flashback. She's like, holy shit. And it puts her right into the situation where she's like going through like pretty much deja vu, and then she realizes what happened.
Yeah.
Because it's like when we look at it, we're like, it's obvious you ate them. Like they didn't go anywhere. It's obvious you ate them. So like when you experience something again, like say have you guys ever watched like a movie the first time you didn't get a reference? Then when you watch it again, like, oh, this shit's so fucking clear now.
Of course.
So Big Mom, she goes back in that situation. She's like, holy shit, I ate
same
them.
situation.
I ate them.
Yeah.
And I think that she's gonna lose her mind if she finds that out.
She will.
Or even
like,
the
how
crazier
does she
thing-
cope with it? How does she cope with it? How does she?
Guys, you know, it's crazy.
What if she does it again?
What
What if she literally grabs Sparrow the same way she did like all the little kids and
That could be a trigger as well
I could
because
see that.
they
Yeah,
made it
yeah.
they made it a point to point out that Sparrow, he's hurt, right? He's hurt.
Yeah,
I'm actually hoping that's what happens. That's like my prediction.
So if she eats Perispera and that like triggers something, and she's eating the cake and she grabs Perispera, that triggers something again. Like she's in the frenzy.
I can actually see that happening because I honestly die at the end of this arc, so I can see that happening. Yeah.
And
wait, wouldn't eating Perispera kill her?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
No, but the thing is, no. She takes a bite into Perispera. She doesn't have to eat.
What? She bites off the arm. Probably eats off his arm.
She takes the other arm.
Yeah.
One thing is, I remember you guys on the last reverie and the reverie before that, and it was like the question, how long is this arc gonna go? 15 chapters question, 20 chapters question. At this point, I mean, are we gonna like care about any like chapter question anymore? You know,
I mean, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this from a very selfish. I'm going to say this from a very selfish standpoint.
Go ahead.
Is I think if you look at Whole Cake Island in terms of YouTubers and in terms of our content, I think, like, to be completely honest, there's not a whole lot there anymore to like break down. I think it's mostly just like reacting to what's going to happen at the end of the arc. And we all had predictions prior to the wedding, but then we sort of had that lull with the stuff after the wedding. And yeah, I mean, it's still fun to read the story, but looking at it from a selfish perspective, do I want this arc to go on for another 20 chapters? No, absolutely not. My channel will not grow. My views will not get better. Like I want the story to progress, and I want to get to the stuff.
What about a top 5 sexiest women on Whole Cake?
Shows up, wouldn't you want to read next?
I just want to get the fuck out of here.
I mean, of course. Read the chapter. I'm always excited to read the next chapter, regardless of whether or not the last one was garbage. But I still think, like, from a selfish perspective, I want to get to the quote unquote good stuff that's going to bring.
Happening next.
Exactly. We want to bring new readers in. We want the people who've been waiting till Wano Country, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm fine with Whole Cake, but I can tell that viewers are tired of it.
But like,
yeah,
I know. Look. For someone who listened to you guys the whole fucking time since last year, I know you guys want a really good resolution to this arc.
Of course we do. Of course.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's the point of like all the time we read
That's the key thing. Like since the beginning, we've even Alabaster, whatever, even Surabak, we always had a real good conclusion to the main antagonist, right?
Right.
That's And with that said, it's between the relationship between the antagonist and the protagonist. So not just Luffy, but like his crew and the Big Mom crew. Do you guys see them just escaping? That's the question. And just fleeing and them chasing them. Is that the resolution? Cool. Because then we would actually have another pursuer besides the Marines, right? Cool thing. Okay, even have them drag out to Wano. So Big Mom follows them, you know, if the Buster Call's not happening, stopping, you know, they follow them through, and then at Wano, like, Big Mom just jumps in, you know, who knows, whatever. That's cool too. Like, I just see for an arc, there has to be a resolution with the Cake, Big Mom, and her crew to the Straw Hats. Even with Katakuri binding the dialogue between him and Luffy, it has to go some road besides just, are you coming back?
But Shaman, I think if it goes the route of Big Mom losing her mind, I think at that point the Straw Hats, they can escape in the midst of
because the thing is, the way I look at it is like if Wano ends up throwing the Sunny, right? They throw him out, they escape afterwards, and Big Mom eats a cake and she's knocked out. The ideal thing I would like to see is after she wakes up, you know how like she woke up like the person Semla and knows that everybody was gone. We could see a similar situation where all her kids are pretty much either dead or knocked out. And they're being invaded by the Marines. And at this point in time, because she's already like in a weakened state, they just go and finish her off.
Well, imagine if they
finish her off.
Like she eats it, but she doesn't regain anything back. Like she just eats it, and it tastes good.
No, I mean, I just portray to you what was gonna happen, you know, if they just flee and Big Mom, like, and her crew follow them, right? Like,
I can't even follow them.
But my thing is, like, if her entire crew's out, she's not gonna go on her own just to go and chase these people. If her crew's done, there's a good chance she could be done as well.
I think best case scenario for the Big Mom's crew is if she loses her mind, because then it's kind of like an opportunity for her to kind of change as a person, because if she doesn't change, then the Big Mom pirates are done anyway, I think.
Right.
If she doesn't
don't you think the memory of Carmel though might trigger something to make her change?
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's best case scenario for them, because I mean look at the citizens, they're ready to get out of there now. They're like, okay,
Yeah, they want to bounce.
Yeah, they're like, come on, man.
Yeah. But the thing is, this can all be erased with Pudding. That's the thing that Oda has kept, like letting us look. Pudding can erase literally almost damn near everything everybody's been, what we've seen, the history of the story, and all that.
But that goes back to what Shaman's saying is with a good ending, right? Would that be something that you would consider a good ending to this arc that's been set up for?
No,
I don't think so either.
Really not.
Because basically she's brushing everything under the rug, like nothing happened.
What you have experienced
what if
in the
17
last
wishes
arc,
makes it using
every
Dragon Ball to
fucking
wish
arc.
everything back?
No, don't compare this. Don't compare Dragon Ball and One Piece. Come on.
That's different.
Yeah,
that's different because they didn't forget their experiences, though. They didn't forget their experiences.
Yeah.
Besides that, too,
but if Big Mom chases them,
called
would you consider that to be a good thing? Like, she just chases them after that would be trash.
Because
as well,
at that point, they shouldn't be able to get away from a Big Mom that's like eating and all that shit.
Ready?
No,
Yeah,
no
healthy.
way.
I
mean, at this point,
I don't want no more chasing. I want no more chasing a Big Mom.
Like, what if she's chasing?
Hey,
the
but
fact that she knows they're going to
y'all
Wano?
don't. Hey, going back to the thing about the homies, all the homies being erased and shit. You don't think that'll be an epic ending, and then she has a reason to pursue them to meet back up with them later on.
The thing is though, like, is she pursuing them personally?
Yes, because she just lost all her territory because of these motherfuckers.
It's like it's hard for me to picture a Yonko chasing the Straw Hats into an pretty much.
She's not. Hey, at that point,
I mean, that would be realistically that would be a good way to include her with the Kaido confrontation, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, to have basically Big Mom pitted against. Well, I don't know if.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. No, they're not gonna let Big Mom go by herself, right? So like Big Mom, and we're gonna have like the same characters just again in Wano. It's gonna be like, yo, we don't want to see these characters. We want to see these new characters.
I mean, but look, hey, check this out. Hey, but check this out.
And you gotta add this too, like, because Wano's gonna have a lot of people in it already.
Hey,
Big
but
Mom.
what if she don't? But hold up.
Let me hear sauce. Let me hear sauce.
Look. Who said anything about Wano? We don't gotta see them again at Wano. Like, it could be later on. Like. And you know how a big thing, a big thing about this arc right here is that a lot of people been saying that the Big Mom pirates have been lackluster. But if that shit happens and she falls and like in the standard of the world, they gonna be on the hunt. Like, nigga, we ain't gonna be caught off guard by these niggas no more. Like, we coming for y'all neck, like straight up. Then we can see them in all their glory.
But what I've heard about the Big Mom pirates is that they're incompetent, but people all agree that they're strong.
Yeah,
we all agree there.
But
I mean,
I think the average person on her crew is stronger than the average person on Whitebeard's crew. Like,
didn't we have this discussion like a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, didn't Cole just have this? I think King Lang just had a stream about this.
Yeah, I talked about this.
But the thing is, it's hard to compare the two because it was not an accurate portrayal, I think, of Whitebeard's group. Like, and plus they were up against admirals, right?
They had to babysit their dad because he was having heart attacks.
And they were missing their second commander and fourth commander.
They're missing Ace.
And Thatch. And Blackbeard. So it's like,
And Blackbeard,
they were missing a bunch of people, so it's like, it's hard to compare. But if we include those guys, I mean, we throw Blackbeard back in there, Ace, Thatch.
It's a wrap.
I mean,
it's a different story.
I still feel like we're in a dangerous territory now. We're in a dangerous territory with this discussion, though, like of going into power rankings, because then at that point, let's bring up everybody's favorite character, Bocce. Let's talk about how he's the weakest character in the verse.
Bocce shows up, man. You know, Roger.
It's hard.
If we think about it, though, Bocce's alive and Whitebeard's not.
Bocce's dead. What do you?
Yeah, Bocce's.
No, Bocce's
Crush him up and put him in the soup, man.
I dead ass have no idea who Bocce guy is.
Bocce's the one.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's hard.
Low-key, I upgrade the list though, like next week. So, you guys
all right.
Yeah.
Was Bocce the nigga?
No, you can not alphabetically look at it, but like have every rank, all the names, every rank. So.
See, that's smarter. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, but everyone is
saying Big Mom. Is Bocce still the weakest though?
Yeah, Bocce's confirmed alive still.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
Hey, just to make sure. Hey, just to make sure, Bocce's that fucking insect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bocce's the insect that full body crushes up and puts in the soup.
Wait. Dead ass.
Yeah. Dead ass. That's really the insect. Yeah.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
Not even kidding. That's serious. Yeah.
Bocce, man. I know.
Feels bad.
I got in so much trouble. I got in so much trouble with Jorashe because I did a video. It was like the weakest character in One Piece, and on the cover of the thumbnail, I put Kobe
right?
in his like
Yeah,
three time skip form, and then if you look at the thumbnail, in the water, floating in the water is Bocce. And Jorashe is like, "How could you put Kobe?" I'm like, "Well, he's one of the weakest. Pre-time skip Kobe's one of the weakest." And he was like, "But he's not the weakest, man." Episode 1 Kobe.
Don't sleep on episode 1 Kobe, bro.
Oh, come on, bro.
Yo, shout out to JQ was here.
Kobe, though, like, what about if you see him at the Reverie, like next to Green Bull, all Vice Admiral suited up and all that?
I really want that. I really want.
Does he have to be a Vice Admiral at this point?
No, because he can't be a Vice Admiral. He can't be what's
Vice Admiral.
Rear Admiral, Commodore. I don't know, man.
For a moment, I just realized you guys. I just realized you guys were talking about Kobe for a second. I thought you were arguing that Bocce's gonna become a Vice Admiral. I was like, what? I got genuinely confused for a second. I was like,
doesn't it make no sense? Doesn't it make no sense for Kobe being a Vice Admiral? Hold on. Does it make no sense for Kobe being a Vice Admiral already when we saw in the time skip in the special episode that he was only a captain? So at best, maybe Rear Admiral.
Rear Admiral. I would say Rear Admiral.
Vice Admiral. That'd be cool.
He's gonna be Vice Admiral.
They literally elected. They
Wait, one at a time.
Not part of the Marines at all. That was just from some military world draft and to the highest rank position you can get besides Fleet Admiral and Commander in Chief. Along with that, Kobe's at the highest ranking, the fastest ranking we've seen in the series from one Marine. Along with that, too, as well, there was also Maynard as a Vice Admiral, or Maynard from the Dressrosa Coliseum, and he's garbage. So Kobe could very well be a Vice Admiral, and most likely is one.
Yeah,
is it your hockey or why?
Hey, yo, y'all mind if I change the subject real quick? I've been thinking.
Wait, hold on. Sauce. Before you go there, I gotta read this. I gotta read this donation. JQ was asking, what if Big Mom dies next chapter?
10. Then the Starks redeems.
All 10s?
Great 10, bro. That chapter might be an 11.
I have like a follow-up question to that question.
Hey, that means Sanji's cooking his Yonko level.
Next chapter.
Yeah, of course it is.
I think we already know that, though.
I think Sanji's the best cook. Sanji's the best cook in the series, damn near. Like, yeah.
Yeah, just means they're not
on level.
If this cake kills Sanji, then is that like
how
actual
did you killing Sanji?
Oh, not Sanji, I meant Big Mom.
Yeah.
Is that an actual feat for Sanji?
Yeah.
I mean,
actually, well, I don't know because that wasn't his intention. So, no.
Hey, but shit, whether his intention or not, it was so good the bitch died. I gotta give him props.
Well, I mean, Vaughn made the cake. Sanji just made the cream.
Like, you know, they say taste so good, slap your mama. Nah, nigga, taste so good, you die. Like come on, fam.
Yonko slaying level cook put you in like the One Piece power skill.
I mean, the thing is, like, Chiffon made the cake. Sanji made the cream.
So yeah, the cream
but the cream and the cake are together.
It's called frosting, people. It's called frosting.
If Sanji made the whole cake, wait, you said Chiffon made the cake. If Sanji made the whole thing,
that's why they had Chiffon there.
Bro, they all made it together.
It was a collective, but Sanji was, you know,
I know.
He was
put in that concoction.
We got this is gonna at least go to 904.
It was a collective just due to the fact that it was time sensitive.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, but back to trying to change the subject. This something that's been eating at me.
Okay.
How do you guys feel about this Sanji is such a nice guy thing? Like, do you guys think that shit came out of nowhere?
Or did it came out of nowhere? But I mean,
they wanted to tell
like because Sanji has been a straight asshole this whole fucking time. Like, bro, I've never seen this nice guy personality from him.
He's an asshole to men.
Yes,
he's an asshole to men.
What are you talking about, dude? He was to a fault a nice guy. He refused to fight Khalifa. He went out of his way to do the whole Mr. Prince thing in Alabasta. He's like gone out of his way to be a really nice guy. He's not a nice guy to Zoro.
Wait, one at a time.
Hey, how come? Hey, but how come when they met, what is that, Kinemon, and he was all chopped up? He was like beating the shit out of his body parts and shit. Like,
Sanji has said this before. Sanji said this before.
I don't want your help. Kinemon's like, I don't want your help. I can do it without you. I have my Bushido code and all that. He was rude. Kinemon was literally being rude.
But Sanji has said before, he's not nice to men. He's nice to women.
Exactly. He doesn't care about men. To women.
So why did they make?
So why did they make this?
Hold on. That's not the thing. He's not nice to them. But when it's a dire situation, he's gonna help.
Yeah, he feeds everybody that's hungry. Remember, he
good-hearted, and when he's an ass, you can be an asshole and
saving them.
Wait, say that again? I didn't hear that.
Whole G5 Marines while saving them and was kicking them away from the poison gas and didn't even have to do that. He saved everybody there.
But he was
cannon.
But he was kicking them.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Like his personality is being an asshole.
Yeah, he's an asshole, but it's like he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
He's a
Hey, you remember before Arlong Park and they was on the ship and they was eating food and like the little moo sea key came up and he just kicked the shit out of it for no reason. Like what the fuck?
But the thing is, Sanji does that like every arc. Sanji's like kicking the shit out of some guy.
They turned the kindness into like a plot point. Like Reiju's entire character is like a compliment robot. That's what she is. Like,
I don't like that.
Didn't Sanji
Reiju's a
kick
great
Momo?
character. She literally sits there and compliments Sanji like every time she's on the panel, like on screen. That's all she does.
But the thing is, well, think about it from Reiju's perspective. What we know about Reiju, right? She kind
sees how her brothers are.
No, but the thing is, she let them beat up on Sanji because she didn't want to get beat up as well. So she's looking at it like, damn, like I think she feels guilty. As like all the shit she put him through, or she saw him go through that entire time.
I just feel like the way they went about actually like telling the reader about it, it's like throws it in your face. Like Sanji's so kind. It's like we know Sanji wasn't gonna let his family die if he knows about it.
When you move from like Niji to Sanji, it's like Sanji's very kind, very kind. So I think that's what, from Reiju's perspective, that's what she's looking at. You know what I'm saying? Her brothers.
I think they have a problem with the presentation of it. They could have used some
what do you mean
with the way that they worded it?
What do you mean? What
do
do
you
you
mean? Like there were like two gay ass speeches about how kind Sanji was
to their mom. That's why
they should have worded it differently.
How do you?
Yeah, because like they made it so much bigger than what it should have been. Like we know he's a nice guy and all, but then it was like, oh, he's so fucking nice.
Okay, all right. Okay. Let me ask you guys this. I
wasn't saying the shit on him.
How much time has Reiju spent with Sanji as an adult?
Not enough.
Barely.
It doesn't matter.
2 days.
No. I'm getting to something.
2 days.
Barely any.
Right? Barely any, right?
Yeah,
so when she's saying Sanji's a nice guy, where is she drawing her experiences from?
We understand.
Doesn't that mean it's like
with his mom, Sora, and what Judge did to him, how he was helping the animals, how he was helping like trying to help others. Yeah, that's
was Sanji an asshole as a kid? No, he wasn't.
He was very nice.
Brago, read your donation. Brago, read that donation.
He was a nice guy, and that's what she's looking at.
Very nice. Yeah.
But as in terms of the story, they took that and made it like much greater. Like forget Rage's perspective. I'm talking about us as readers. It was like, okay, this nigga is so fucking nice that he has no choice but to go back to it. It was like, really? Is he really that nice?
I mean, go back to the very first real interaction we had with him at Baratier, where he gives Jin the food.
Yeah, he didn't have to do
whatever
that.
his name.
He shouldn't have done that.
No, he didn't have to do that.
He shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, but he did it anyway. He was a nice guy.
The first interaction we got with Sanji was him beating up some nigga, bro.
Well, that was full body though. Full body was an asshole.
Full body
was an asshole back then.
Yeah, full body was an asshole.
Back then he was a total asshole.
You see that nutshell? Sink it.
Yeah,
That's the
he beat him up because he wasted food or something.
Exactly.
But he tried to stunt. He's tried to stunt
like
with the
all
wine,
that stuff came from Sanji's like original backstory and stuff. That's why all that stuff is like really well written, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, oh, he's so kind. Like you haven't even seen the guy in like 2 decades. You're sitting here like he's kind. This, he's kind.
That's
that.
resolved.
You don't even know if he's kind.
Man.
You haven't even talked to the guy.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So she's just drawing off of like what she knew about him previously.
It just comes across as like really forced. You know, they didn't.
Yeah, it was forced.
I didn't feel that way at all. I don't know.
Didn't Reiju know that Sanji was like doing all that shit just to save his crew? So couldn't she say, "Wow, that's great"? Why would
I mean, the thing is, she was observing Sanji the entire time.
I can see what you're saying.
Because didn't Reiju get shot because she was trying to figure out what was going on with Pudding to make sure Sanji was good? So it's like, she was, she cared about her little brother. So I didn't feel the force thing, but I understand it. Mr. Sure Shot said, didn't Sanji tell Jimmy to kill himself in Fishman Island?
He totally did.
He actually did.
Yeah, he did.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't care about men.
That's not being a kind person. That's being an asshole.
Huh?
That is kind. He would have said, Jimmy, I'll kill you myself and all that if he wasn't kind.
If you treat 50% of the people you come across like shit,
He's an asshole. It's like, yo, we've told people, yo, kill yourself, but we don't mean to kill yourself. It's just like a fucking like.
He told to kill yourself.
He meant it though.
Guys.
Bro,
I mean, it wasn't the heat of the moment, more or less.
He didn't mean it.
Guys.
Not like super
Bro,
nice.
Are you a Sanji fanboy, dude?
No, well, yeah.
Okay, just making sure. That's what I thought.
This is totally off topic. I just saw this was trending on Twitter, and I had to listen to the clip. Apparently, Ninja just dropped the N-word on his last Twitch stream.
No,
and now it's going crazy.
Oh, he done fucked up.
It's over for him.
You know what happened,
It's
right?
over.
You know what happened,
Hey,
right?
Roger, don't make that
So long
mistake.
to that
He was
Drake,
hanging
bro.
with Drake, man.
Don't say it, man.
No, he heard Travis Scott, bro, on his stream, and then he's like, maybe I can.
Wait, so was it the hard R?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, if it was that
rapping or something, but it was funny because you hear him say he was like rapping something. I don't know what the song was, but he went like
he was singing?
and then and he was
honestly no.
He
If
was
he's
rapping
something. It's not that big of a deal.
Well, a bunch of people are like blowing it up as this big deal because he just said it and was like, you could tell he said it and then said it again and it was like, uh-oh.
You know
like,
what
I realized I
happened?
said something.
You know what? The thing is, because of Ninja, and he's kind of trending right now, and everybody's like flocking to him. You got people out there that's like searching for something to bring him back down.
This just happened.
That's how the internet is. That's how the internet is.
Oh my
like
God.
after you do something, like they're trying to find something to bring you back down to earth. Like he ain't shit.
Yeah, poor guy, dude.
Yeah,
I'm watching the clip right now. He says it like in between a space of like 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's super fast. Yeah.
How dare he say a rap song?
Because even Twitch was kind of promoting his shit, and I saw people like a bunch of things
he
on
was
Twitter.
blowing up.
Sponsors. All the sponsors are pulling out
like
now.
he averages like at least 100,000.
He has absolutely zero sponsors now. His sponsors are been so
Yeah,
fast.
they're gone. They're gone.
Quick.
That's unfortunate.
I literally just saw that on Twitter, so I wanted to bring that up. Yeah, a bunch of them. Yeah,
That
I mean,
sucks.
this is
big news.
It is big news.
This is big news. Big news.
Yeah, shout out to Felix Rosario. You just donated $9.99 and said nothing. But shout out to Felix. But no, the thing is, I would say I'm not a Sanji fanboy. Sanji is one of my favorite characters. But it's like I feel like Sanji just gets shit on just for no reason. All the time.
You're right. Absolutely, Brago.
All the Sanji haters
said it.
Ready to shit on him.
What are the reasons to shit on Sanji? Tell me.
I like Sanji.
The fight, I'm telling y'all. Even the Sanji fans don't think he's getting a legit fight. Like it's not the end. Like.
But the thing is,
I don't need a fight though.
But the thing is, Oda has said that fights are not even like.
I used to be the biggest Sanji fan.
Fights outside of Luffy are not his focus. It's like
he said himself he only give like that's why it's great because Sanji always finishes his fights up fast. We're on a quick time, a chef that can cook fast and all that. We seen Sanji's the Minuteman and all that. He finishes things on date and on time.
I'm gonna tell you why I feel like a lot of
Sanji at this point that is a female.
I'll tell you.
So I don't know why.
Wait, after Sauce, let me hear Devil. Go ahead, Sauce.
Okay, go Devil.
Right.
All right, so basically, it's like the comparison of pre-time skip Sanji to post-time skip Sanji. It's not really the same. He's not the same smooth, suave guy that comes up with the plan and does all the badass shit. He's just the guy who gets his ass beat and cries over bitches now. So
okay. Let's go through it.
But it's true though.
Let's go through it. Let's go through this. Let's go through this.
Facts.
So Sanji and the whole Virgo scenario, he saved the Straw Hats there, right?
Yeah.
Sanji,
no.
Did he?
He saved the Marines.
Saved
the Marines.
G5.
I guess
that wasn't as cool.
You say it wasn't as cool?
No.
Okay, wait. So what's your cool meter? I'm trying to figure out. So pre-time skip, give me something that's cool. And then let's compare it to post-time skip.
When he stopped the ships from
skip.
When he got on the sea train.
When he kicked the Banawari and all that, when he saved them from being arrested from like Crocodile, he did a lot more stuff.
Anti-manic kick horse on that Crocodile, yeah.
For me, my favorite part was
when he defeated the bird in the order
and kicked Chopper and told him he was the hunter. That was badass.
The best part
when he replaced Mr. Three's voice, or what's his name's voice on Little Garden and all that. That was hype.
My niggas, listen. Sanji just no, wait. Y'all are just so contradicting. Sanji just fucking did some shit where he attacked Oven without anyone seeing him and saving Chiffon.
Yes.
Did he not?
He got hit by bullets.
Because he was carrying. He was Skywalk. When has Skywalk ever been shown to be fast?
When he cross-dressed Rosa.
Yo, okay. Oh, wait. How fast did he cross-dress Rosa? No. How much time passed between then? Do we know?
We don't know.
Do we know?
We don't know.
We do
From
not.
the center of the island to the ocean.
We do not know.
Yeah, no. Look.
It was like an hour.
Flamingo to get airborne. He cross-dressed Rosa.
Wait, hold up.
Because Viola was like, listen, the fighting fish are attacking your crew, and that was the instant Doflamingo noticed them.
Yo,
so after a couple seconds of the law, he went into the air and Sanji was there.
No, we're assuming it's an instant, but time passed between then. We don't know how much time passed.
Doflamingo wasn't sitting on
Brago.
Was just sitting on a beach.
I give him clout.
Brago. Wait. Brago, the real shit was when Jin was about to hit his head with the fucking iron, alright? He was spitting the fucking cigarette in his face. That was the insane shit back then.
Wait, what?
That was the most
like when he was fighting on
He was fighting Jin. He was fighting Jin. Jin was about to kill his ass.
Oh yeah,
legit
cigarette in his face.
Kill him. He was saying, "Okay, it's done," and he was spitting the cigarette in his fucking face and evading that shit.
It's like
See, he gonna do stuff like that.
Wait, but I'm saying, look, so what are you saying? Sanji evaded Katakuri. Obviously, the Sanji evading like all these shots in the air is like is the effect of using Skywalk. It's just like
I mean, yeah,
but here's the thing with like the jelly bean. Is the jelly bean actually like it was?
Is it a feat?
We saw Luffy on Sabaody when they first returned to Sabaody. Luffy dodged like 3 lasers the same way.
Yeah, the jelly bean is
like chapters before that.
Hey, but check it out. Look, with the jelly bean,
Katakuri jelly bean.
No.
But look, with the jelly bean, I give it clout because he literally dodged a shot from a guy who can see the future, who knew where the fuck he would be at, and he dodged that. Like, I call it a feat.
Doesn't that kind of mean like his fucking observation is kind of close to?
We've seen Luffy do similar stuff way earlier.
Well, the thing is, Sanji saw. Well, Katakuri saw.
He said, "Hold on." Luffy did stuff earlier than that. When did Luffy ever dodge something from somebody that can see the future? I'll wait.
Never. In the beginning of the fight, he was dodging.
He was dodging Katakuri for
Yeah.
It's not like he sees like
even
a definite.
Katakuri says that this is like the most someone's dodged.
All he did was saw where Sanji was gonna move, and then he just threw the jelly bean like a different path than he was originally going to, and then Sanji just dodged it. It's
But
not like,
here's the thing. The thing is, the place where Sanji was supposed to be at, that was that he was literally predicting Sanji to get beat in that exact position. And if it was anybody else, they would have been shot.
The point is, since the time I made with the example, right, with Jin and the real life death experience, since that point when Sanji makes real life death experience, he's bound to make badass feats.
Wait, right? Did we not just see this like previous chapter? He overpowered Daifuku in the fucking Gina?
Yeah,
they tied out, but the thing is, it was with a base kick. We didn't
I think he definitely overpowered.
Shot. I was talking about
no, Brago. I think Sanjin would mop the floor with. I don't think Daifuku's in his fighting class. I honestly think the only people that can stop Sanjin right now would probably be Snap.
The thing is, I don't want to see.
I think he's in his fighting class. No, looking at the panel, it looked like when Daifuku swung, Sanji kicked. And Daifuku, Sanji's going up, Daifuku's coming down.
No, he hit it with enough force to deflect the sword, which is impressive.
They tied
it
out, right?
They go back to, they just go reset, they go back to wherever they started their attacks from, and then nothing else happens.
All I know is
that he stops that shit is crazy. That he stopped that shit is crazy.
After Daifuku was casually slicing through ships. Casually.
Okay, well, yeah, also don't forget.
I'm not saying Sanji doesn't have feats. I'm just
the
saying,
thing is, what I'm saying is we cannot give Zoro and we give Zoro and Mihawk these incredible feats for slicing through ships. Daifuku does it. Sanji blocks this guy, but he just dodges them. That's fine, right?
Yeah, you're right.
You're right,
Brago.
Yeah, they should at this point.
Brago,
yeah, but he's doing multiple ships in one
counteracted when the man needs to be saved from fodder. It's like what?
with Mihawk, he
Come
cut
on
through. He
now.
cut through
The
a
lame
frozen
parts
tidal wave.
like kind of like negate all the cool stuff when there's only 2 of them and there's like 50 lame things.
Bro.
Yeah, and
Okay, but look at what he did to Wadatsumi though.
and the thing is, it's not consistent good stuff. Like he gets shitted on, and that's a
All
problem.
right. Let's go through the lane parts. Let's go to
We
the
can
lane
never
parts.
string, we can never string 2 W's together in a row.
All right.
without
The
L.
thing is, I feel like everybody has different criteria for W. So give me the lane parts. Let's go through it.
Here, Judge, him losing, him like I don't think he went all out, but him like losing
He
that
beat
fight,
Judge.
like the way how it ended.
He didn't
That's
beat
a lame
Judge.
part.
He did not beat
the fight even before the wall.
Bro.
If that kick
Bro.
landed, it would have.
How you get someone a man that didn't get touched?
No, I think we all think Judge was gonna get his ass beat, but like he still didn't win that fight. And that's
Why did he lose the fight?
because we know Judge pulled.
So how can we? So how can we say
but
like based on that? We know what would happen. So, but still, we're like, because of how Sanji is Sanji's character, we're saying, it's ultimately an L. That's crazy.
But isn't he a douchebag?
No, he was
to
losing
guys?
the fight, but even before that.
Not just that, bro. That's like his father.
A
Like
douchebag the
Sanji, I
guy
remember-
is different. Like he's not gonna
Locked
kill
him in a
those
fucking
soldiers.
cage, put an iron mask on his face, and just called him a failure and denounced him as a son. He's like,
It wasn't
I can't-
about the thing is it wasn't. Yeah, that was
It's
between
stupid.
him and his dad. He did not want to involve anyone else.
If anyone deserved to kick in the
Listen,
face,
Brago,
And-
even
and
before
Judge-
hold on, Brago. Even before all that, he was losing the fight like a little bitch.
No, he was not losing the fight.
He was not.
He
He grabbed the Diablo Jamba, swiped his ass on the floor with it, bro. Sanji had the struggle face all throughout the fight. I was
he wasn't winning, but he was.
He overpowered the entire fight.
I'm rewatching the fight right now.
That's
I'm
definitely not an L. That's definitely not an L. I don't know. No. The fact that you guys say, wait, let me ask you guys, would Sanji have won that fight?
Yes.
Then okay, so that L. Okay, what else? Let's move on.
Sanji wouldn't have won that fight, bro.
Sanji's gonna lose to Judge.
Yes.
No, the only lose. No, stop it.
Wait.
Only
We
lose.
have no idea.
Stop. Just stop.
Judge is taking that L.
All of
Come
his
on.
attacks had no effect on
No.
Judge. How is he?
I'm looking right now. I'm
like
literally
literally
rewatching the
saying,
fight right now.
Sanji's
I'm rewatching
arguably
it right now.
One could argue
During the fight.
Say something.
No, but during the
Listen, bro. Judge casually threw a spear at his leg. It man looked like he needed an energy drink, man. He was not winning.
wait. Wait.
Dude, are you serious?
Roger.
We can argue. Who does Judge call his greatest creations? Who does he call that?
His son.
EGG. Oh,
His sons,
he's
yeah,
about to
of
beat
course.
him.
And we can argue that Sanji is stronger than that guy. You tell me Judge?
No.
What?
No.
What do you mean?
All of Sanji's brothers are
What?
stronger than him.
We
What
don't
the
know
fuck?
how
Get
strong
okay.
Judge-
Well, what?
What?
Ichiji and Niji are stronger than
Wait,
Sanji.
Run that back.
Sanji, yeah, real quick. Sanji,
Oh my God, guys.
what in the
This is-
world?
Like one at a time.
What is
please?
this cancer discussion
What are
going
you guys
on?
talking
What,
about?
like,
some haters.
this is legit one
That's
of the
wild.
worst
Yeah, let's
power
move on.
discussions I've ever heard
That's
in my life.
wild.
Like, it is confirmed in the story
Yeah, you
that
guys are
Sanji
just-
beat Yonji. Like,
Yeah,
how
you
could
guys
you
are haters.
possibly say?
Yeah.
You guys are just
That's
Johnson
insane.
haters.
He's stronger than Yonji.
And Niji was about to get fucked up if Ichi didn't say anything after Cosette.
No. You can't use that,
Yeah,
Bravo, because people be like, Bravo, you can't use the
We were
EGG
talking-
thing.
we were
People be
talking
like,
about
Ichi
Judge.
didn't have his race suit.
We were
Yeah,
talking
see,
about
there.
Judge, not the-
You said Niji? Wait. So Niji didn't have his raid suit? You
Yeah,
said
he didn't have
Wait.
Pull up the list.
I hear you.
Brago.
I hear you. Whose fault
Pull
is
it
that?
up.
Whose fault is that?
Even without his race suit, he blew.
Oh, come on, bro.
No,
It's not, no,
stop,
it's not
stop,
a fault.
stop.
No, Skip beats Niji without the race suit.
No, but
We see
no.
him taking it.
Right. But
Wait, so
what do you-
Sanji beating somebody who isn't at full power is a W.
Wait, hey, hold on.
I mean, I'm watching the Judge Sanji fight right
we're
now.
about to-
It's muted. I'm watching it right now, and there's a scene where Judge looks over at him, and he's like, "Hey, what's with that look?" And he's like, "Go get yourself a sword and fight me." And Sanji's like, "I don't need a sword to fight you." Takes him on with the spear, and even with the spear, if Judge did not call the other Germa people, Sanji would have whooped Judge right there.
Exactly.
Immediately, he would have whooped him. Whooped him. Not even close. So I understand that the way that the story set up, that yes, Sanji did lose that fight against Judge because Judge was
Exactly.
but in a one-on-one fight, if it was Sanji versus Judge and there was no spear and it was just Sanji easy, he takes Judge free. I'm saying even if Judge had his weapon, Sanji would still beat him. But I'm saying that if you took away the weapon and Sanji's handicapping himself, saying I don't mess up my hands with swords, he takes Judge free. But he takes him free.
It's not even a question. It's not mid-diff. It's not low-diff. He takes him free.
We literally have to twist shit for Sanji to get W.
No, hold up.
That's wild.
That's
That's
not
wild.
tripping.
You guys are saying
to me, it's crazy. It's so bizarre. Like I understand maybe saying like, you know, Sanji's not all that. Like I can understand that.
How's he
I get
trash?
that.
I don't get
but
it.
to say that he's trash, like it's ludicrous. That's wild, man. That's wild.
Fodder point of contact and he's worried. How's that not trash?
Man, you're calling a guy on the Pirates King.
You say that again, Devil?
Comparing Sanji and Zoro, that's why they're calling him trash, because Zoro kind of dealt with an admiral for a second, too. And that's why Sanji's trash.
You're not saying nothing about Zoro.
We were talking
Nobody's
about
talking about Zoro, man. We're talking about Sanji.
Although I know that you're comparing Sanji, too.
I'm not comparing nothing.
Nobody's comparing Zoro to Sanji. This is about Sanji's
you guys are acting like Judge.
But what I'm saying is like
Judge is weaker than his kids.
Sanji.
But I don't know how we can say that Sanji's weaker than all the brothers.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Sanji
is beating every single brother. Every single one.
Neji is debatable.
Neji will have a good fight, but he'll still win.
Neji is definitely not beating Sanji. Just off of Neji's attitude, he's not beating Sanji. Absolutely not.
Sanji, the only person who beat
Bro, he
Sanji-
hit him with the Henry needle. His back was almost broken.
He could not fight back.
Pause. We know Sanji beat Yonji without a raid
Low diff.
Without a raid suit, exactly.
Yonji had a raid suit on.
We really don't know. We really like from what we saw in the last couple chapters.
The next time we see him, he's in his raid suit. Why would he? Get body, then go into his raid suit and get his raid suit?
Exactly. He was in his raid
He
suit.
took it off to make it fair.
He was
Even in the anime, they depict him in his raid suit. He had his raid suit and Sanji whooped his ass. Come on now.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Low diff. Yo, even Judge was like, "Oh, yo, what did you do to Yonji, man?" Like, come on, bro.
You guys are trying to find really tiny little nitpicky stuff.
The way I see it, though, the way I see it,
the Judge, we don't know really.
No, wait.
The way I see it, no matter what Sanji actually beats somebody, people are.
You know that Sanji's flames are fueled by his emotions. That entire fight, he's thinking about like his childhood and what Judge did to him. And before he's about to get in that nigga's ass, Judge sends the wall.
So I don't know, man. I keep hearing these conversations come up on every stream, and it's just wild to me because I know, like in 5 years, we're gonna have that Kizaru versus Sanji fight, and this is all gonna be irrelevant. Like, who cares, bro? Like, it does not matter. By the end of the series, it does not matter. Like, who Sanji is fighting right now. Like, we're gonna get in 5-10 years, whatever. We're gonna get Sanji versus an admiral, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, he's beating him low diff, whatever." Like, get out of here. Get out of here.
Wait, Devil. Omni Heart took what you said to heart. He said, "Yo, he said Devil Leg is the fakest Sanji fanboy ever. Change your name to Lil Dick Yonji from now on." He said, "Plus you sound like a pussy, always trying to discredit him with your bitch ass." F Master J, hashtag F Neptune Jr. That was Omni Heart 19.
He donated $10 to say that shit, man.
Yes,
he did.
That's crazy. All right. Devil, what do you have to respond? Devil, respond. Devil, respond.
Little Dick Yonji.
I'm sorry, his heart is filled with hatred.
You changed his name. That's crazy. You really changed your name.
LDY.
We are sorry for calling Sanji trash.
LDY.
But I mean, like, listen, bro. I'm not a Sanji fan anymore. So it's fine.
You don't gotta hate him though.
I don't hate him.
It's not really hating.
No, we just know that he's
It is hating.
Cool shit, and
It's
hasn't
been
happened yet.
Saying that it's debatable that Ichiji could beat him. Like Ichiji just took down like Oven this chapter. Like last.
Wait, he took down Oven?
No, he
was down for a bit.
He took down Oven.
He has a hole in his chest.
He doesn't have a hole.
Oven's laying there, literally like coughing out his fucking mouth.
He doesn't have a hole.
Back on his feet by the end of the chapter.
Oven is back like he never left, man. Oven is fine. I'm telling you.
See, look, now you're twisting it, dude. You have propaganda, pro Sanji propaganda. It's bullshit.
No, it's not. You guys are anti-Sanji propaganda. Fuck out of here.
You guys just want to give Sanji like he's kind
What I'm saying is, I understand the Sanji hate. I understand it, just because. The reason why I understand it is because people compare him to Zoro, right? And to be fair, Zoro has been protected. Zoro, he's been protected
Yeah.
a lot. Even
All right,
in
Brago.
if you go back to Dressrosa, him and Fujitora, we had the quick clash with Fujitora. Then we that gets cut. Then we had him clash with Fujitora again in the arc, and then Oda just goes away from it. Zoro obviously survives. It's like, oh shit, Zoro's competing with an admiral. I mean, no, he's not beating an admiral, but it's like that's how it's being portrayed. And it's like, look at the people Sanji's going against. Sanji went against Dofi.
You're the one bringing up Zoro though.
No, but this is no.
No,
I'm bringing up. This is in your minds already. This is in your minds already. This is how you guys think.
No. You're trying to discredit us and stuff. Listen.
I'm not just.
Okay, then where are you putting Sanji at? Because off his feats, he's been a great pirate in general. Besides the captain of
Listen, off of his feats, he needed to get saved from fodder.
All I'm asking is for like when
Sanji would have been a supernova if he actually had a wanted.
Luffy needed to get saved from fodder. Zoro one time had to get saved from fodder. There's a lot of people that have been saved from fodder before. Whitebeard himself got saved by his crew, by who were fighting for him because the admiral's gonna jump him and all that. So the admiral's on fodder. Whoa! Opera had Luffy locked up in a cage.
Like, see, this is like what I feel like how some people when they like for this whole Cake Island arc, okay, that some people are like disappointed of some feats and some have really good legit critique points. I see that, right? But like for the rest of it, some people put it down because Sanji's associated as main character for this arc, right? Besides Luffy, right? So
I mean, he called it the year of Sanji for sure.
I mean, they put it down on Sanji. Then when you're not you're not satisfied with the arc whole cake as it is, right? And then you have Sanji there as the main protagonist, right? For this shit, affiliated with it, they put it down on him, and that makes it like he shouldn't have all that hate. Is what I feel.
I think they have a different set of skills, but Zoro's shine more as far as like hype, but Sanji does like the small things as far as like strategy and like he's always saving people.
Brago. His strategy a couple chapters ago was to take Luffy and run.
Okay.
That's one.
Sanji had some sort of plan to get Luffy.
First of all, Sanji showed up and there was an army there. How many strategies can you come?
Nothing
he knew that.
Nothing.
But he still has to go. What do you want him to do? What else? Okay, guys. Tell me something else that he could have done.
He could have set the town on fire.
He could have had Pudding do something.
He could have set the town on fire.
What?
Yes.
Cause a diversion.
You trying to write it better than Oda. This is what you're doing right now. You're trying to do it other than Oda.
There was 10,000 people there. 10,000.
Fleet surrounding the island. Really, guys?
There's more to do than just grab Luffy and run, though.
But you know what? 4 Vince Smokes can fodderize 10,000 of those people.
All right, so
Exactly.
I see this. It's crazy because I see people saying when Sanji saw his crew was in trouble, he didn't help them. Now he sees Luffy's in trouble and he's doing anything to save him. It's like, well, he could have done something else.
I'm not one of those dumbasses that earlier.
Action heads, that's it. They're action heads, and you're gonna see it when Sanji throws down with Snack. It's gonna absorb all these. He can't protect people, and all. It's gonna throw it. If Sanji takes out somebody, wait. If Sanji takes somebody, if Sanji takes down somebody with the same title as Katakuri and Cracker, and Luffy struggled against those two severely and all that, then people will start seeing him in a better light. Because then they'll be like, okay, he can hold a little bit to his captain. And on top of that, he helps the crew out with strategy. He's also very dynamic with his movements and stuff. It's going to add more to it, like zest to his character. There you go.
Wait, OmniHeart19 also said Sanji temporarily knocked Oven back with a regular kick. ETG had to do a named attack, only to have him get back up at the end of the chapter. # bias.
Exactly.
That's true. Yeah.
Wait. But Sanji didn't do any damage, and Ichiji left a hole in his stomach.
That was Ichiji's strongest attack, and that was a random hit from Sanji.
How do you know that's Ichiji's strongest attack?
It's the strongest attack we've seen from him, and that was just a random hit from Sanji. People are not comparable. That's like comparing a pistol to fucking 3,000 worlds.
Exactly. That was a special move from Ichiji, and that was a no-named attack from Sanji, a no-name kick to block Daifuku's enlarged genie. Like and they on and Oven and Daifuku are in the same tier as far as what Vito's had.
And on top of all that too, the Vince Smokes do again have their raid suits like that. They're utilizing all of their technology, going in with all these soldiers that they can command. Like
It just seems very strange to me, this Sanji
exactly.
power level discussion, or like why Zoro was brought up earlier. Like why? We're not even talking about Zoro. Like we're talking about Sanji.
Brago
did.
Roger, you know.
Okay, Brago did. Okay.
He even touch his ass
I
in
brought him
fight
up
either.
too.
They don't have hockey.
The thing is, it's just I just feel like it's inconsistent writing, and that's why it's.
I mean,
hard to, like,
it is
have these
inconsistent
conversations.
writing. Yeah, I agree with that, but that's not a problem with like Sanji as a character. I feel like that's a problem with like the way Oda's writing the story right now, and whether that comes down to editors. And I know it's Oda's story, so like I know some people will say, "Well, it's Oda's story. You can't critique Oda's story." You're right, but like at the same time, with everything that he set up with Sanji, to then make it seem inconsistent. I can understand why people would be upset, but at the same time, you got to realize that in the context of the story, like I brought up earlier, like we're gonna have Sanji fighting Kizaru in a couple years. Like it's gonna happen, and all of these discussions are gonna be irrelevant.
Yes.
Like so, when they're coming down to like, oh, could he beat the Vinsmoke with the rain suit on? Like it doesn't matter because like who cares how many feats Sanji has on the in between? When we get to the final war, you're gonna have Sanji and Zoro versus admirals, and it's literally not gonna matter. Like it's not gonna matter.
You guys do know Sanji's going to go to Calamity in Wano, right? Like that's what he's gonna do. So I don't know why you guys are talking.
So there you go. Or like a Calamity.
He's gonna
Because
fight
at the end-
He has to. Of course he will.
No, at the end of the day, when it comes down, at the end of the day, when it comes down to the chapters and all the story at all, it comes down to what are you satisfied with, okay? So
right.
And you guys are satisfied with Sanji being a little bitch.
I mean, it depends on you. It depends on you.
He went against a fleet, bro. That's not being a bitch.
Listen, like back in the days when I was watching that shit and reading that shit from 2001 to now, I could not fucking imagine in 2006 that we were chased, like Straw is being chased by a fucking Yonko.
Of course.
A fucking Yonko, okay? And like that just made this arc go for me. And I'm gonna quote King Rickon right now. Okay, King Rickon, after the wave, Big Mom on the wave was appearing, he was on that chapter reaction. He was like, and people are gonna tell me this arc is not fucking gold. Is what he said, screaming out, going through his room. And I'm telling you right now.
Recon's my good brother, but I cannot pull Hokage.
I don't fucking care. I'm just saying, this arc is gold for me. I give it an 8 to an 8.5, right? But Oda has the potential to make it 10. And we have not had.
It's the ending. Depending on how the ending is, it makes or break the arc.
I feel like, hey Shaman, we talked about this before, but I feel like this arc like has the best crew dynamic. Period. Like any arc, like this is definitely in that aspect. It definitely carries. It holds the best of that for sure. Without a doubt.
What do you mean by that?
For sure.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Like the best crew that we went up against. Like,
Half the crew is even there.
That's what I'm saying. We're missing like half the crew.
No, people were feeling it's really good to have.
Talking about the Big Mom Pirates, like how good they've been fleshed out, pretty much.
I think CP9 was way better.
Well, did you change the name to Lil Dick Yanji?
They only really fleshed out.
And we got Sanji versus Kizaru in 5 years.
We got multiple people that fleshed out the Big Mom Pirates.
Bro, of course.
I mean, they didn't really flesh out Kizaru in 5 years, man. The CP9 guys felt like they knew each other. They felt like they've been working together for years. They had interesting dynamics. With Big Mom, just them doing stupid shit.
But what he meant was like how we got to know the Big Mom Pirates. We didn't really get to know the
If you're not
CP9
satisfied with it, then that's that. You know?
I
mean, you gotta judge for yourself.
They're the best people they ever fought. CP9, they were the goats.
Nah, bro. This arc, bro, with the Big Mom. Well, I just like the whole family dynamic that they kind of have and stuff like that. Shit was dope. Especially when
I like this arc way
they're
better
a
than
family with no synergy, and you could tell they're a family. Like even Big Mom and her enraged state, like told Jinbei and them, like, you gonna call my son a fucking liar? Like a first son a liar? Oh, I don't like that shit right there. That type of shit is like. I like you only find that with family type of thing.
Or get a new crew member and probably some other like.
Actually, like Dofi's
two crew members.
What do you mean?
I liked how Dofi cared about his family, and I actually liked a lot of the family members.
Cool. Yeah, I love Gladius too.
Gladius is one of my favorite characters in that arc. Gladius was dope.
I feel like the Dofi family was kind of like wasted almost.
Yeah, they didn't really do the Dofi.
I don't know. Like we had Dillinger. Dillinger had his moments.
Mock Rice, Buffalo, Jola, all of them are trash.
I don't know. Jolo's about to solo some of the Straw Hats. You know what I mean?
I'm not talking about Straw
Hats.
Yo, all you Brook fanboys, Jolo low diffed Brook, bro. Everyone's like, top 5. Yo,
Mike Vice is wrecking shit. Dillinger was walking on Bellamy's face in his high heels. I mean,
Dillinger was destroying Bellamy.
Mac Vice broke every single one of her bones, dude. That's crazy.
Design,
He
though.
broke every bone he had.
Gladius had Luffy running. You know what I'm saying?
Character design, though. I gotta say this though. Character design, though.
was going in.
Once Cracker showed up out of his fucking biscuit, man, that dude was looking evil and mischievous as fuck. I love.
Yeah, the designs of Whole Cake have been great. They've been great.
I like character.
Yeah, there's some
character
memorable
design.
designs.
The character design was fucking. Nice. I'm saying like. People losing details. I feel kind of.
No, Lao G as well. People saying Lao G. People are spamming Lao G.
Lao G is crazy.
Weird. Someone said, "Where the fuck is the G?"
Where
the fuck is the G?
If any Mom Pirate Sparrow has the best design.
Get out of here.
Honestly, man, has the best one.
Paris Sparrow does not have the best design.
I just noticed somebody changed their name to Zoro versus Fujitora.
Pure Sanji versus Kizaru 5 years.
Factor in the brains.
Roger, you got it though. If it's happening 5 years from now, the 28th.
There you go. Come back to me. Yeah.
Exactly. Sanji versus Kizaru happened in December.
You be on the 10 million views. Yeah. 10 million subs.
Who has the better design Paris Sparrow on Big Mom's crew?
What? Paris Sparrow design. I don't even think Paris Sparrow's design is that cool. Like,
it's interesting.
And that nigga had one of the most epic speeches in the whole series when he was talking to the Vince Smokes, talking about.
Did he?
Conakry has the best design.
An evil villain monologue that allows somebody to save the sick.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Paris Sparrow design. This nigga got on like.
He told him, hurry up and finish your conversation. He told Paris Sparrow, he's like, bro, hurry up and finish it off. And Paris like, I got you, and all that. And then he's
that nigga sounds cold in anime too. He's
You got a brother that can see the fucking future.
Yo, Paris Sparrow got on a raincoat, bro. Like, I don't know what you talking about.
If we're talking about designs.
Hey, yo, bro, you notice how like all the Big Mom kids have tattoos? Or you know, like Katakuri has tattoos. I guarantee you, if we see Paris Sparrow take off that jacket and he got tattoos underneath that shit, it's gonna be so dope. If his whole chest is like.
He's gonna have like the Yakuza tattoos on the back.
No, man. But based on what we see from Paris Sparrow, he looks. Paris Sparrow is his design is not even top 5. He's not even top 5.
Daifuku's design is way better than Paris Sparrow.
Yeah, Daifuku.
Berg, what's the name? Oven is dope.
Cool.
Oven got a dope
I still like Daifuku more than Oven.
Smoothie has a dope design.
You guys are sleeping on like some of the cool characters. You got like Amon.
I like Mondays. I like Mondays.
Oh, Amanda is a sick. Amanda is a sick attack too.
Ooh, Amanda, yeah.
Yeah, I like him.
I mean, to be honest, like I even like Galette.
Yo, look at what's his name? Raisin.
Daifuku with the awesome like genie powers.
What about Raisin? Madara. Raisin.
Hey, Raisin look like the old.
Bobbin is dope.
Bobbin's had a dope design before he died.
I gotta be honest too. I mean, like even though he was fodder, dude, Randolph the Crane Rider was kind of dope. I kind of liked Randolph the Crane Rider, man. He was kind of clean.
What about thoughts on Diesel?
Yo, even Cracker has a better design than
Cracker's design is sick.
Cracker's design after
was one of the best designs.
His real design.
I thought Cracker looked really cool.
Like every fucking day.
Shit, Praline.
Hey. Tamago has 3 designs.
No one mentioned
Tamago's
Cinnamon, dude. Cinnamon's hot.
That ain't it. Tamago.
Talked about.
What you mean? You don't like Duke Chicken and Vice Count? What you mean? This count?
Nah, Praline is up there.
No, let's talk about the enraged armies. When
Cinnamon, yeah.
Cinnamon, yeah.
You gotta.
Cinnamon is a great design too.
Yo, Raisin's like the blonde mother.
You're also thirsty.
He is. He's the old
Cinnamon looks just like Belladonna. I don't know. Cinnamon looks just like Belladonna from Amazon Lily.
Who's got the trashiest design of the big one?
Mondoro.
Easily counter Cadenza and Cabaletta. Those 3 tumor-looking dudes. Get them out of here.
The worst. Oh, they got a bunch of lumps.
I'll give you right now. The top 5 easy. Top 5 worst designed Big Mom family members. Counter.
Hold on, guys. Let Roger.
Dude,
Roger.
Easily, the top 5 worst designed Big Mom family members. We got Counter, Cadenza, and Cabaletta, the gross tumor-looking people.
Yeah.
You've got Flampe with the nasty bangs and the giant egg body, disgust.
Worst.
And you've got Bobbin, double 4 anime. Those 5 right there, the worst.
No.
Easily the worst.
Wait. Are we gonna put respect on Noble Croc?
Flampe, dude, it's easy. Flampe, the tumor triplets, and Bobbin. That's it.
Yo, does Bob Roy, does he have dreads? I'm not sure.
Let me see.
Flampe is trash.
Yo, wait, are we putting respect on Randolph?
Randolph's clean.
We already talked about Randolph. We already talked about him. He's cool.
Oh, hey, you guys know whose design is cool? That none of you guys mentioned? You guys all forgot Mondor. His design is dope.
What?
Mondor
is dope?
Yo, his
Mondor is it.
Mondor has the most hips of the Big Mom family, bro. Get out of here.
Mondor is
Mondor is built like Tamago, man.
You guys forgot about Strusen.
Episode of the anime.
Mondor.
Have any of y'all?
I've seen it.
He looked like the It Clown when he was opening the door. That shit was crazy, bro.
Crazy.
Talk about the It Clown.
And I gotta say, the anime actually kind of redeemed Strusen a little bit because the musical number they added for him was kind of good.
Yeah,
music number.
Wow. Wait, Devil, we got another donation. Addressing you, man. Omni Heart says, yo, on behalf of all the Sanji fanboys, we declare Lil Dianji the Raven Simone of Sanji fans. We request a trade for double 4 anime immediately. Hashtag change your name.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, that's like a bit extreme, huh?
What did Raven Simone do?
No, it's the kind
Raven Simone, she's wild. She be saying wild shit.
Yeah, right.
If you want that for anime on your side, dude, you're probably just taking an L no matter what.
Yeah, Galet has a dope design as well.
I just posted the guy right now in the VC text chat, but Noble Croc, we're gonna put respect on his name or what?
He's a crocodile.
Yeah.
Look at that design.
Come on, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Alright.
This is what it is.
Here's the real question though. Like,
suspenders.
Where did he get his suspenders and hat though, honestly? Like,
Wait, what do you mean? They have clothing for town, they have clothing for Big Mom. What do you mean? They have clothing for big people all over.
Yo, that's crazy.
Not crocodiles, dude.
Yo, somebody said they did miss predictions, did they?
Oh, we haven't done it.
Covered it.
No, we've done a little bit.
We got covered.
You guys said something about Big Mom dying from Jacob turning into a
in the comments, someone put a number on it.
Big Mom turned into a bae. Yeah.
Blackbeard shows up.
If she comes back as a MILF, man.
Dude, I would genuinely laugh out loud. If
we flashed to Shanks. It was Shanks pulling up on Blackbeard. That's where you flashed.
Yeah, Blackbeard.
Just be doing fan service.
Blackbeard just pulls up at the end of every arc now. Like that's his thing.
Yeah. Whoa. I see in the chat people are saying Galet is more hot than Amand.
That's true.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, totally.
Like Amand, her neck looks like a bowling.
Yeah, bro.
Amand.
You can get to work with that neck.
That's what I'm saying. Her neck is one of her best attributes.
On top of that too, Galette's got some crazy devil fruit power too. She's got like the sticky fruit or something. Like what does she get? What does she have? She's got like some wet liquid fruit.
It might be the butter fruit.
She does.
She's the minister of butter. It might be the butter fruit. Maybe, but I doubt it. Yeah.
Dude, I'll let her slick butter on me whenever she wants.
Galette. She's pretty cute.
Well, let's say Galette is a French cuisine. And it normally has a savory filling, so I don't know if like
the only thing is the only difference is that
you know what I'm talking about, bro. Savory fillings. What I'm
so
we're not saying Amande's bad. We're saying Galette's better.
Galette has human proportions. Amanda is like a giant long neck, dude. Galette has actual.
I don't like Amanda, dude. She looks wrong with that, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
What's wrong with that? How the fuck are we sleeping on Smoothie? She is fine as hell.
Yeah.
She's thick as hell.
Nobody's sleeping on her.
She is thick.
She is man.
All right, here's the thing. Smoothie's like that girl that.
She's not grabbing my piece.
No, she might be useless, but she's thick as fuck. So
Get
yeah.
to see Scott.
Yeah, because she's like 30 feet tall. Smoothie's that person who's like, as soon as she opens her mouth, you're like, holy crap, I can't talk to this chick.
Wait, I'm saying y'all saying like, why wouldn't throw Smoothie on list? Smoothie literally could be missing an eye. All the commanders had a scar that we've seen so far, and all that Cracker, Katakuri. We didn't.
So what you're implying is
Smoothie's the second person we mentioned after Katakuri.
Yeah, Smoothie's
fine. Yeah, Smoothie's.
What we're implying here is that someone busted her eye. Okay.
Brago, what the fuck?
Brago, nice photo.
What?
What you have on stream?
That's top 5 Whole Cake Island moments. Though.
That was
That's the best
Gillette.
arc.
Wow.
That changed
This is the best arc in post time skip.
They were retrieving
moments like these.
I mean, I'm looking at the Big Mom members right now. Easily, in no particular order, the top 5. I think we all agree in terms of like, are Smoothie, Amand, Cinnamon, Galette, and probably Pudding before the third eye thing.
Ooh,
so I'd say those would probably be the top 5.
Cinnamon comes after. Cinnamon comes after.
I mean, the third eye, I don't mind it.
Some people like Praline a lot.
Praline has all the sharp taste. I'm not down with that shit.
I mean, she's like half fish, so it's
Bro, have you seen her teeth? I'm not down with that. I'm good. Like
who's?
Yeah.
Teeth?
Wait, bro, but she could probably pull him out like Arlong. She could just out like Arlong.
Oh my God! Stop. That's crazy.
Oh man.
Nah, this is wild.
And then later on, her feet will split, so she'll be able to walk too. So you can take her out on the streets with you.
Your hockey is like your hockey is like.
Hey, you guys remember when everyone thought Bonnie was related to Big Mom? Good time.
Yeah, that was a big theory.
Time,
there was a huge theory going around about that.
But here's the thing, dude, because Pudding can edit memories. Technically, it could happen. Just everyone forgot.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
I can't because I mean, what the fuck? Yeah, but you can't prove yourself right.
That's why
either.
it shows up next
But
chapter.
you can't prove yourself right either. So that's all. I'm saying.
That's a question. Kind of get maybe on topic a little bit. What do you
Good
guys
morning,
think
everyone.
Pudding's power is going to like have a
Good morning, Maras.
Did I say that? Say that question again.
The Big Monkey cake is when Pudding's power is
like where do you see Pudding's power like coming into play? Or, like,
after she eats the cake and like I'm sure.
She may try to juice Big Mom, assuming she's poisoned.
Like
what?
Yo,
dry, yeah.
And she could squeeze the ugly out of her. Dude,
So we close to 900. It's not gonna enter, but like in a few chapters.
I thought you guys
After that,
said
probably.
Pudding's power. Smoothie?
Yo,
Smoothie's gonna fight Jimmy in the crew.
Which one?
Smoothie, Jinbei can't be.
The one was on screen.
No, some people
Yeah,
like.
but
I don't really get it.
for time.
Aladdin's
Oh
in
yeah,
there. I
if
see.
Nami helps him, yeah, but Jimmy's gonna get washed.
Aladdin's trying to find the genie.
That's why I said with the crew. Yeah, Jimmy can't have Smoothie on it.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, this is random, but like I just realized that I like how Oda like introduced both like Aladdin and the genie back in the same chapter. Like that's some Oda shit right there.
Aladdin.
Yeah, Oda's trash, you're right.
Yeah, he put both of them. He's like, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna reveal Aladdin and like have the genie come back so they're both in the same chapter. Like that's something Oda would do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Hey, Oven displayed a full power y'all. Guy Puku's gonna display a little something special. Like Oven had the Amaterasu. I don't know. Pull out a third genie.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, shout out to Praline, man.
That's like honestly the worst picture you could have ever like picked to put on there.
where the Praline and Aladdin.
That's like, you know when they like,
Praline,
you know when they just draw like a shitty like little segment in the anime and people like pick up on it. I was like, that's just like that's one of
that's
those.
a bad picture, Brago.
Praline
looking real ugly. That one.
Come on, bro.
Alright, I just put the baddest chick on the screen now, so check that out.
Hey, Brago, I'm not gonna lie. The one when you put of Nami, ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, that one. I stumbled upon that one.
That's been
That's
safe.
the best. That's the best one right there.
That's been safe since day one.
No, I just put the baddest chick up on the screen just now. Check out that
People
one.
say Inez Lobby is
Who's the baddest chick?
Check it out, man.
Let's see Brago's taste.
In all her elegance.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
man.
You better not fuck up.
Imagine Coco in her prime, man.
Better
Tom
be
was
standard Sonya.
Tom was hitting this, bro. Like
this is like 68-year-old Big Mom version.
Oh my God, yo, Brago, stop.
I think he drew a picture of young Coco.
That's fucked up. Yeah,
man.
look at her.
She doing her thing, man.
Hey, man, I gotta put respect on Tom's name, man.
She almost literally like destroyed Sanji's dream of seeing any mermaids. Like she literally
Exactly,
single-handedly killed his dream. It was hilarious.
Bro, guys, look in the general chat. I'm gonna put a picture of Kokoro in her quote unquote prime. This is straight off the wiki. This is from Tom's flashback.
Oh no!
This is canon, dude. This is actually canon.
She better be fine.
I hate this so much. I hate that I even know what this looks like.
She better be cute. Go ahead.
She's not, bro. She's not.
If you guys would like to see this picture and are not part of the Discord, feel free to click that link and take a look.
Bro, this is actually horrendous. I can't get over this. Look at this. Look at this
You
nasty
said you
thing.
posted this on general or PC?
I just put it on general right now.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Come on, yo!
Yikes.
Yo, Roger.
Tom lost points for me, man.
That's horrible.
Tom lost
that
points.
shit, bro.
Lost OG Rakim. Oh, Rakim, get the fuck.
Tom was here like, yo, do it with a Don, yo.
I don't know. Yikes.
Damn, Tom has the worst. Tom has the worst taste in all of One Piece, bro.
He does, honestly.
He's tripping, dude.
You gotta
What the
call out
fuck
do it
is
with
this?
the Don Tom.
Wait. Why you think Tom got the? Wait, if you think Tom has the worst taste, it would make sense because we saw Frankie kiss that ugly girl back on Dressrosa.
Exactly.
Oh, true.
Oh shit!
Well, that's her when she was 20.
But this is that's 20. Is that 20?
No, this one right here, the double he put.
Is that an Oda picture?
That's her.
Nah, please.
No, that's not her at all. That's fake.
No, Oda's such a fucking troll, dude.
That's Photoshop, dude. That's Photoshop.
That picture right there is fake.
Because then I'm smacking Tom.
Like, look, it's serious.
Nah, man. In the words of Morgans, that's fake news.
This that's not it. There's one of her at 20.
That's
Is
fake.
that may be fan made.
No, that is
That's
fan.
not fan
Of
art.
course.
That's not fan art.
That's real.
Bro, that is not her.
I mean, at the end of the day, Tom lost all my respect. So.
One Piece women age horribly. That's just it.
Why?
Because, man, like, God,
Why do you say that when Correa's like 1-3 in the morning?
Tom was so committed to his job that he didn't want to go back to his ugly wife.
Oh, man.
Damn.
Oh, is that?
I mean, if he's doing it with a Don, let it be.
I mean, I don't know. It's like I didn't expect. I thought she'd be pretty, man. That's how Oda normally does
She's
it.
super ugly, dude. Like she's beyond
I think she's
ugly.
pretty as an older woman.
Yeah.
Wait. Are we taking her or Dr. Korea?
Korea.
Korea,
for
easy.
sure, bro.
Korea.
Korea for
I
sure.
never
Not
even
even
thought we'd
close.
have a discussion like this.
Unless that last picture is true.
about Correa.
They said it was in the SBS
Yeah.
Correa has dentures.
for Kokoro.
What you mean?
The 20-year
Yeah,
picture.
that was
Yeah, she's still better than freaking.
like I didn't
Kokoro,
draw
dude.
that right now and
Yeah.
put it up there. Come on.
They said One Piece girls do age badly. Not all of them. Look at Shaki.
Shaki's kind
Oh,
of
yeah,
gross
Shaki-
across
Shaki-
ranks, though. I gotta be real.
Shaki's a bae, dude.
If Nami can go like that from like 19 to 21 or 17 to 19, then
Oh, Nami's
Don,
definitely
bro.
gonna be
I'm
hot.
scared,
Like,
man.
the
Like, how
entire
can you say that
series.
they age badly?
Nami's gonna
Fix
look like the
it.
Don.
Listen, if there's another time skip, I don't
Stop
think.
it.
If there's another time skip, I don't
No,
know.
like there's a picture of a young Don. She looks exactly like Nami.
If there's another time skip, I don't know if Nami's boobs are like ass can handle any more condition, dude. I think she's already at her limit.
You're gonna have
I'm
to do
laughing so hard. I just.
I'm just saying. I don't know how much more you can add on there.
You're gonna have to do double spreads for the case. Yeah.
Oh my
Double
God.
spreads.
Bro, actually, I'm looking at this. Hold on. Wait. So this is, I'm going to put this in the general. This is actually the canon picture of what the Don looked like when she was Nami's age. So actually, this.
Oh, but I'm sure she's gonna be ugly. I'm sure.
Dude, no, this is
The
what
one
she
I'm
looked like
thinking
at
of-
Nami's age.
Yeah, I
man.
see that.
Yo, she's not bad though. She's really not that bad.
That's the Don.
Nah, shit.
Yo, the
We
Don
break
is looking
These
hot
One Piece
right
women
now.
age
I didn't know why Dog was over there all the time.
We breaching the walls, man.
I'm losing my mind.
Gonna grow old in One Piece.
You see, the thing is, the Don didn't exfoliate. That's why she turned into.
See,
what
that's
she
what,
is.
no,
That's
that's
so
what,
true.
I mean,
Who do you
Nami
guys
considered
think-
it, man.
bro.
To all the ladies out there, exfoliate.
How do you think Weevil's mom looked as a kid?
bad as fuck.
That
Bad as fuck.
Going off Mother Karma, going off Mother Karma, she probably was bad as hell.
Facts.
Bro, Mother Karma, real talk, Mother Karma when she was in her
Karma got it.
40s.
She
Mother
was passed
Karma was
around,
bad as fuck, dude. That's
Mother
true.
Caramel was passed around, man, after church.
That's
Hey, she was a good chill.
Yeah, but I got the same thing. I got the same thing about Sulu.
Mother
Oh,
Caramel
what?
she was giving the CPs your extra pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, that's why she got that job.
I think
Sulu
was also
like
badass.
How you think Mother Karma got the Giants off the hook? She got on knees at Marineford.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, to be fair,
Shit, yeah.
to be completely fair, that point in the story where
Suck
Mother
the
Karma,
soul
like,
out of you.
where she was young and
Suck the
pretty,
soul out of her.
Well, no, at that point in the story where Mother Carmel, where we saw her, where she was like young and pretty, she was 43 in that flashback. She was 43 at the time we saw her in that flashback. She was 80 when she died. So, like, to be fair,
she's a hot 43 though. God damn.
You hope to age like Mother Carmel.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Wait.
Or Oda just draws every woman like the exact same way, and that's.
I like how every woman in One Piece has absolutely no waist whatsoever. Like it's crazy
at all. Yeah.
They don't all look the same. I think Oda
all the attractive girls.
Watch Makino gonna turn to trash in the next 20 years.
Yo, Makino's like slept on as fuck. Actually.
How old is Makino?
Hey, Makino's out here with Shanks'.
That's Shanks, bitch.
Shanks,
everybody knows it's all about Sadie.
Oh, Sadie. No, I think honestly, I think Domino is hotter than Sadie.
Domino.
Domino's clean. Domino's
listen, you know who he's
I think Sadie's definitely more kinky, but Domino is like, I don't know.
What about Nojiko, man? Look, check this out. This is why I say Sadie. Because Sadie, she got that bang over her eyes, man. It's mysterious what her eyes look like. We don't know. We gotta use
Domino. Wait. Have we seen Domino's eyes?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's just like
because she has the shades on.
Hey, Durston, tell me Sadie don't look like one of the canker girls from Ed, Edd n Eddy, though.
Hey, honestly, Alvida. Look,
Alvida's bad.
She is fine, dude. Like after she ate her slips of fruit, ooh.
Yeah, Sadie is definitely cute.
She got her shake weight. She got a shake weight and got to work.
I know.
She improved dramatically. So look, with Alvida, is she skinny? Is Alvida skinny because of her fruit, like the effects of her fruit, or like?
I don't know. I just like how she looks.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Like, she slipped off all the fat.
Dude, I don't understand, dude. I'm looking.
Let me finish. So look, with Alvida, is it because she has the fruit, or is it the fact that the fruit made all the fat go away? So what I'm saying is, if Blackbeard grabs the bitch, does she turn back fat?
I'm sure she does.
Oh no.
I'm sure. All
right, yo, honestly, if we're being real though, like Domino's way better than Sadie.
Yeah, Domino.
I gotta look at Domino again.
You're the one who's high.
Oh my god.
Domino's at least 2 out of 10 better than Sadie.
Sadie, man. Sadie all day.
Yeah, Domino up there, man.
Sadie all day.
Hello for Miss Doublefinger.
Boy, you high.
Miss Doublefinger look like that scoliosis. You see the way she
Miss Doublefinger, are you tripping, my nigga?
Nah, Miss Doublefinger's dope, bro.
Y'all niggas must
Wait, how about Hina, man? How about Hina?
Doublefinger's trash.
Hey, yo, Hina hard, but Hina look like she'll make your ass work, bro.
How the hell
Yeah,
is
but that's
the
the best
original
part.
One Piece lady? Y'all crazy.
That's the best part, man. That's the best part. Working for it.
Okay, Hina probably already
Bro, look at
that,
this pic. I'm gonna post right down the channel, man.
Oh,
Hina's
Hina's
already
probably
no smoker hit it one time.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, look.
Smoker hit it at one
Hey,
time.
look. Why you bullshitting? Hey, why you bullshitting? Hey, y'all sleeping on Dan.
No, stop. All of you are sleeping on Reiju. She's finer than all these, bro. Reiju's
I agree. Reiju's great. Yeah.
Reiju is fine.
Oh,
No, you want to know what my name? You want to know what my name? You don't want to know what my original name in the Discord was? Hold on. My original name in the Discord was Reiju Sperm Donor. I'm not even gonna lie. That's not the original name. I have to change it up.
Come on, bro.
I have to change my name because niggas didn't know what to call me. I'm like,
Too much info.
Like he's like, bro, one guy's like, I don't know what to call you, Reiju Sperm. Like, what do I say? I'm like, okay, I'll change it. I got you.
Yo, Roger, that picture you like, Roger. Wait, Roger.
Oliver Sabo.
Wait, guys, hold on, Roger. You liked the picture on Twitter about Pedro on Android 17's body?
What'd you say?
You liked the picture on Twitter with,
who is blowing into their mic like it's got dragon's wind powers? That's crazy. Stop this. You gotta stop. You guys are
Roger, what the fuck? What'd you change your name to, bro?
Don't worry about it, man.
You were crazy. Oh,
don't look it up though. Don't look it up.
Oh my god.
Why'd you change it back, man? That's.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Who's best girl in One Piece?
Wait, Roger. You liked the picture on Twitter with Pedro on Android 17's body?
I tweeted it.
Yo,
I tweeted that picture. I didn't like it.
Oh, you tweeted it. That shit's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that's why I tweeted it, because I was laughing out loud when I saw it, man. I saw it on 4chan. I just saw it on 4chan. It was in a thread about One Piece, and it says it was a gamble whether I'd survive or not from Dragon Ball Super. And it's got 17.
That shit was
that's funny as fuck.
Andrew was 17. That shit was.
Hey, shout out to 17, man. That's
If we're talking about the original, if we're talking about the original immortal person in One Piece, is fucking Pell, dude. That nigga never dies. That nigga never died.
Bro, we were talking. I'm sorry. We were talking about girls in One Piece. Nobody brought up Koala, man. Koala's number one girl.
Nobody brought
Koala's great. I like Koala, man. I'm glad nobody likes Koala, because I'll take Koala, man. That's crazy.
I'll take Rachel. I'm happy.
Any day. Astra likes Koala.
You guys, I swear, all of you guys forgot Tashigi.
Like when Smoke was in
I did not forget Tashigi. Tashigi's garbage, dude.
Kyber, you can have it, bro. I'm going to rage you.
You can have Tashigi, man.
Hold up, bro.
When it comes to Tashigi, take you.
Hey, man, shout out to Bonnie, though.
I'm sticking with Reiju. Fuck all y'all.
Hey, no, let's get real kinky. Monet, let's get real kinky. Monet in this bitch.
Did y'all see that shit on Punk Hazard? Oh my god.
Monet's easy top 5. Monet's easy top 5. Dude,
Monet was bad as fuck.
The stream is getting weird.
I'm so sad she's dead, though. I'm so sad she's dead.
Yo.
You guys forgetting about Saji-chan. Come on.
Who? Sachi? Nah. She's a MILF, though. She's a MILF. That's true.
Yeah, man, fuck y'all talking about Madam Charlie. Let's get real kinky. Madam Charlie.
Everyone's so stupid.
Wow.
You can see the future. You can see this place.
I'm surprised no one says Shirahoshi joke yet, but
Shirahoshi's like a kid, bro. What's wrong with you?
Shirahoshi underage. Pedo.
How old is she?
She's 16, isn't she?
Oh, fuck out of here then.
It's like she might be.
Fuck out of here.
Wait, she's not underage in Japan?
Oh yeah.
We're in Morocco.
That's true.
There is no underage.
Monet is paid somebody.
Wait, hold on, time out. How is no one talking about Robin or the fuck's going on here?
That's obvious. That's obvious, though.
Private body and water. Who is that?
Too many days.
Who else do you think?
What about no sugar love? No sugar love?
Fuck
Sugar. What?
Sugar is 22 years old.
I don't care, bro.
Trash, bro. I'm sorry. Sugar's absolutely trash.
Oh, we got some real pedophilia in here.
Do you guys agree that?
I'm surprised none of you guys brought up Suru or Man Shelly.
Suru and Man Shelly.
You don't have to name every.
Hey man, if one thing you know, Suru is experienced, so you know.
Yes, she is.
Dude, I posted this already.
Hey, you know what they say? Hey, look, you know what they say? No dentures, more adventures.
Who said that?
Dude, the easy. My personal top 5. If I was looking at other girls, my top 5 would probably be in no particular order. No particular order, dude. No particular order. I would say Robin, Monet, Domino, Koala, and Viola.
Time out.
That's my top 5.
I'm gonna say my list.
No Nami love, Roger.
Nah, dude. I don't need Nami.
Robin is better than Nami 100%.
No, she's not. No, she's not.
Nami's gotta be in the top.
No, she's not.
I take everything into account, bro.
Can we agree
personality?
Nami don't shave a snatch.
Can we agree that Makino is like the girl next door?
Wait, who is Nami fucked?
What? Where did this come from?
We don't know everything from that part.
Hey, look, hey,
that's crazy.
Arlo was tearing her ass off.
Arlo. Arlo would be the main antagonist. That's all the.
Arlo said
you think Arlo was raping Nami?
Be doing more than making
I don't know. That guy's crazy.
Hold on, hey, yo, but this
then Robin 100% was getting pounded by Crocodile. Get out of here.
Of course!
Hold on, are we sure?
But Brago, listen, what Brago, wait, everybody, wait. This is important, Brago.
Yeah.
What does it matter? Because Crocodile used to be a woman. It's fine.
Oh,
it's
that's
fine.
Roger. You know why that matters? Because it was said in the SBS that if you have sex with Crocodile, then the vagina will be permanently dry. After that.
That is true.
But you gotta remember, Robin, counterpoint to that, Robin can duplicate parts of her body. So even if one of them's dry, she can make 1,000 more. It's all good.
She can make a vagina?
Hey, but look, check this out though. How do you think Robin knew how to kill Crocodile with the water? But she was Robin one day. It was like, hey,
he's like, now you know my secret.
This nigga is tangible now.
Tell no one.
It all makes sense.
It's leaking.
No, but Robin tried to deceive him with the fake snatch, and then that's when he punished her.
Yeah. That's it.
Did you not think I could tell the difference?
Think about it. It makes sense. Niggas was true and violent, so I mean, Crocodile could have been getting in Robin's death.
That's true.
Robin had to survive.
Of course, Dophie was in her guts.
It was in her gut. Like, come on.
I still believe in the Crocodile.
Wait, so 100% Mihawk is fucking Perona, right?
100%.
Of course.
Definitely.
You know it. Look. You know it's 100%. Look, you know it's 100%.
I gotta say though, if you're Zoro, I never understood this. Like, if you're Zoro, dude, if you're like unanimously one of the best boys in the world of One Piece, and the people you're pulling are Perona and Tashigi, you are doing something wrong. What is wrong with you, bro? Like, what?
Tashigi's fine.
Perona and Tashigi. You're on a ship. You're on a ship with Nami. You're on a ship with Nami and Robin, and you're pulling Tashigi and Perona.
But if you think about it, he has
Hey, look. You know Mihawk is plugging Perona, right?
Oh, easy. Mihawk's tearing that up every night.
Exactly.
To his mansion and just got real cozy. Like the bitch ain't leave, she got real cozy when she got his mansion.
Mihawk was teaching Zoro, and Zoro left. He told Perona, "My blade ain't the only thing that gets black."
Wait, they say Magellan be taking one for the team for Hannibal. So Magellan and Hannibal and Domino and Sadie.
What?
Well, to be fair, I mean, Hannibal and Domino, they were working with each other.
That's the origin right there, baby. Hey, in response to Roger.
By the way, you guys know.
Why you think Magellan spend all the time in the room?
Yeah.
I like how he's taking it on the
But they say Robin a hoe because she's smashing the dragon as well.
Yeah, she easily.
I mean, hey, she ain't a hoe. Hey, she ain't a hoe. She just know what she want out of life.
And she grabbed Frankie's nuts.
Yeah, bro, she was rating him top. Like,
hey, she know what it is.
I don't know, man. Robin is looking real peculiar, man.
But look,
hey, man, Robin's got extra hands on deck, bro. Everyone's getting
hold on. We being real childish here, man. She ain't a hoe. She just know what she want out of life. That's all.
True.
She is 30.
When she was 16, she was willing to throw it up, man. Like,
no, but you guys know that.
Yeah, man, she been on the run since she was a kid. You know she done sold some ass. You know she done sold some ass.
So Sabo and what's the name? Hack and Koala?
What are you talking about?
Sabo, that boy,
Dragon like y'all need to stop it. All three of y'all.
Sabo and Koala, they're exclusive. Come on.
Hey man, I think Hack walked in on them one time. Was like, hey man.
Hex, nah.
Man,
like, yo, Hack's like, I'm a fish man, Koala. Come on, you know what's up.
She's pure. No, he's only with Sabo. Sabo was her first.
Honestly,
come on. She's pure.
But honestly, though, the real top 5: Alvida, Nami, fucking. No, but listen, hold on, wait.
Lucy said Big Mom would make all you in the stream.
Big Mom, what the fuck? Get out of here. No, and then you gotta add in Reiju at the end, though.
but real talk though, Buggy he hit Alvito.
Yeah, he is. Of course he is.
Oh yeah,
Buggy's up in that shit.
They said VV Pell and Chaka.
Oh, BB Pell and
VV Pell and Chaka.
Pell.
And Pell can tank
no,
And Koza. And VV's got Koza
Oh,
too.
VV Pell, Chaka, and Koza. Cool.
No, goddamn.
Vivi's saving
Hold on. Y'all ain't gonna throw out Vivi like that. Y'all ain't gonna throw out
Vivi's
Vivi like
saving
that.
herself for Luffy. Come on now.
Pirate Queen.
And how Cobra was looking at his daughter. I don't know.
Oh, stop, bro.
Come on, Brago. No, Brago. You doing too much now, man.
Evil Dial.
You're tripping.
He did.
He wasn't looking at Vivi, bro. He was looking at Nami.
You
man.
know your daughter's in the thing too, man.
Oda said it in the SBS, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Get out of here.
Oda's sick in the head.
You do not peek over if your daughter's naked in the bath.
Bro,
Man,
that's your daughter. If that's your daughter, then it's not even gonna phase you, bro.
What?
Cool, man.
Hey, bro, that may apply when your daughter is little, but
Exactly.
when she's a grown woman,
You don't want to see your
nah.
daughter.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. That's kind of creepy.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's super creepy.
Chapter 900 gonna be an orgy, man.
Yo,
we all doing it.
I mean, real talk. If it's gonna happen, dude. Honestly, if you're choosing different arcs, if it was gonna happen in the arc, I mean, if we're being real, if it's gonna happen in the arc with Reiju and with Smoothie and with Stussy, I would choose this arc to be real.
I am so down.
Stussy?
Oh
Hey, Stussy about to Stussy, Dufeld, and Morgan's.
Hey, hold on. If you don't
Morgan's about to record the whole thing, so yo, this is big news.
Hold on. If you don't
Morgan's about to put it in his vault.
Razu's camera.
Hey, but check this out.
This is big news.
That's a secret of the big. That's a secret of the tea parties. After it's an orgy.
Hey, but check this out. If you don't choose Amazon Lily and let Luffy become the real pirate,
Some sexy talks, man.
This is big news.
They're all eating. I just imagine they're all sitting around there eating. They're all eating slices of Sanji's wedding cake and having Food Wars orgasms, bro.
that boy Morgan's gonna say, I'm gonna tell you why they call me Big Bird.
Oh my god.
Big news gonna be like, Reiju, I'm poisoned. Come suck it out of me.
Man,
Big news.
This is big news.
Bro, my jaw's like
Hey, but time out.
Oh, y'all tripping. Hey, look, y'all know Big News is smashing on Stussy right now. You know that.
Oh my god.
Big Mom, you're deeper than I remember.
Blowing her back out.
she's blown up.
She's blowing her back out.
Yo, what's his name? Peklo about to call dibs on Big Mom, yo.
Join the Discord.
No incest.
Hey, no, Brooke already got dibs on Big Mom. What you
No,
mean?
Big Mom got dibs on Brooke.
Oh god.
Bring me the bone.
Hey, Brooke's trying to see Cammy.
Brooke is bringing a boner, man.
Hey, Brooke's trying to see the
Brooke is gonna be like, be prepared. This is bone chilling.
Has this been the underlying theme of One Piece this entire time?
This is a young coach.
He's gonna hit him with soul boner.
Oh my
Oh god, damn, that's funny. That was genuinely funny.
But there's some ugly bitches out here.
Is incredible.
Imagine Brûlée there. Ugh, fuck that.
Hey, to be fair,
Bro, I've seen her titties.
her body is fine. Her body is fine.
Hey, look at the anime. Brûlée got that body, boy. She ugly as hell, but she got that body.
Hey, put that bag over her head. You're good.
Put that bag over their face, and it's go time, my nigga.
Yeah, I agree.
No, but you guys forgetting about somebody.
Just keep her face in the mirror.
No, yes, one head in the mirror.
That's a suggestion as well. Keep her face in the mirror world.
Brago. No, but Brago,
Yeah.
you guys forgetting about somebody. Makino get the hockey D every time when Shanks come around on the island.
Shanks and Ben Beckman. I think she does. She down for the team.
Hey, but check this out. Hey,
Bang bang, Luke.
All the commanders.
Hey, but check this out. though. Everybody know you got a slow stroker Monday.
Oh yeah, oh definitely.
I'm straight up.
Yeah,
I'm still laughing about that Stussy Sanji orgasming thing.
That's just
That was actually
No,
crazy, man.
I think Morgan's he's gonna have a quirk. We just going from room to room. Like who's in here? Ooh, this is big news. He's recording everybody.
You mean to tell me my nigga
Morgan's is the hero in this arc.
He's just
man. I'm
recording
telling you,
everybody.
man. Morgan is the best.
What a great character.
He's the best, man. He's just recording everybody.
Hey, listen, the next
This is big.
Hey, you gonna see it in the newspaper? You gonna see it?
Listen. The next day,
You gonna see it in the
newspaper? On the newspaper the next day, his titles people like everyone's fucking everybody.
No, they have like, dude. I'm sure they have. They have like the world news. They have the newspaper. Right? Like Morgan's controls the newspaper, but he has all these scoops. He's gonna send this. The Playboy of the One Piece world and the Maxim of the One Piece world. He's gonna have a big
corner, yo.
Stussy's gonna tell him you can only release what I want you to.
He's got his Denden Mushis filled with hentai, bro. He's got his Denden Mushis recording everything, man.
It's gonna be called Playtime.
Oh my god.
Hey man, Big News got connections, bro.
That's crazy.
Oh man,
that's what he's really doing for.
Morgan's is lit, man. I love it.
Yo, Mr. Sure Shot said, "Yo, when will Nami give Usopp another nose job?"
Oh, hey, I read that hentai, man. That's crazy shit.
Oh,
that's some crazy stuff.
Hey, Morgans and Brooke are the MVP.
Someone said at least a little girl from that Gold movie wasn't been mentioned. Remember that Gold special with Treasure?
The what?
The little girl. The girl. The girl.
Hold on, what?
Yeah, let's keep her out.
The little girl that was with
Chill.
Let's keep her out of it, bro.
The little girl that was with Treasure.
Let's talk about Baccarat instead.
You're gonna get the
Baccarat's clean, man.
Yeah, bro, you're gonna. This is gonna get flat.
Let's talk about.
No, dude, Baccarat's great, dude. Baccarat's got the luck fruit.
Yo, Baccarat's
super
fine,
hot,
dude.
man.
Baccarat was dope.
Baccarat's great.
Baccarat's fine.
Yeah, Baccarat was dope. I like Baccarat.
She is fine.
Oh, yo, I'm forgetting Karina. What about Karina?
Hey, time out.
Are we forgetting Karina?
At that chat, Brago.
Talking about that young bro with the purple hair and the milky titties.
How we been talking about girls for all this time and no Rebecca, not even once. That's crazy. She's fine.
Rebecca, the thing is,
Rebecca's hot,
like
dude. She's hot.
I'm trying not to go to prison, so.
That doesn't matter.
Man, I keep forgetting their ages. Fuck.
Wait, how old is Pudding? Isn't Pudding?
She's supposed to be 16.
I don't know. She's like 12 or something.
Look at her.
Wait, it's funny when you guys decide to care about age, man. Because Sugar's 22.
Like that 18 and up.
I don't care, dude. Everybody I like's over 18. We've got Koala, Viola, Robin. They're all over 18, dude. Domino.
Domina's over 18. Alvida's over 18.
What about Carrot?
Carrot? Who the hell said Carrot? What are you?
How old is I would know.
That's Piper Rabbit, yo.
Wait. Asking for a friend. Are rabbit ears the same as human ears? Because then that's something completely different.
All right, let's end the stream, man. Like,
This is too much. It's too much.
All you gotta know, dude. I take back what I said. I definitely think Stussy's top 5 because if you remember, dude, she was the queen. She was the queen of the pleasure district, dude. You know what she's running.
Hey, you know she gets.
She's top 5.
Easy.
So she has tutorial videos out there.
Stussy's easy.
Search up browsers right now.
No, hey, Brago. Stussy has the best head game in Piece. Straight up.
Bro, Stussy, yes.
No,
I don't know. Big Mom got.
No, Big Mom.
I think Big Mom.
You see that Big Mom?
The top 10's in the chat right now.
That's the tongue
I
action.
think Big Mom eat you up.
You see, nigga,
Like,
you
you
see the
see
way
that?
her tongue move, like her whole body.
87 husbands, fam.
Hey, yo, what that mouth do though?
Word.
You wipe inside your mouth.
Hey, but you wanna know something though? Who the husband she couldn't get rid of? Pound. Why you think his name is Pound?
Because he pounded the pussy and
yeah.
Because that nigga was hacking and whacking and smacking.
She couldn't get rid of that nigga. Word. Like,
That nigga was chopping that meat.
She put that nigga in the ground just for when she on a rainy day. Like, oh yeah, come here, Pound.
Nigga said carrot on a full moon because in Sulong form she's a grown up.
Ooh, true.
Oh my God!
It's legal for like a few hours.
So how does that work exactly?
I don't know, but all I know is in Sulong form, she is fully grown. That's all I know.
Hey, Brago.
Oh my God!
Rabbits now? Wait, what? Come on, man.
Yeah.
A rabbit year
Yo,
is
you
7
guys are
and a
talking
half
about like
years
how
of
you wouldn't hook up with rabbits.
Wait,
but, like,
a rabbit
real
is
talk,
a
bro, we were all kids at one point. All of us had a crush on Lola Bunny. Don't even front, man. Like, don't even front.
I'm gonna bring us out.
Do you
Dark
think
Stalkers
Chopper,
with
that,
Felicia, little cat
that little
chick.
deer nurse, like, got a thing going on?
Huh?
Some Garchu shit? A Chopper and the nurse.
the
I'm trying to
nurse?
get some Garchu. I'm trying to get some Garchu.
Chopper definitely smashed.
Garchu.
Chopper definitely smashed that nurse.
Chopper put her in the friend zone.
Tristan gave him like consent, you know.
Nah, that's the thing.
She smashed Chopper. Chopper ain't know what the fuck was going on, but she put.
You think so? You think so? You think Chopper was chilling with Carrera all those years for nothing?
Isn't Chopper like 7 years old or some shit?
I think my nigga.
Yeah, come on, man. Chopper ain't know nothing about it.
He know.
You think Carrera know everything about that Monster Point?
Yo, Brago, that's
Yo, she probably the best at it though, bro. The most experienced.
Yeah.
My nigga, you're tripping.
So like the nurse, she tried rolling up on Chopper, thinking Chopper don't know nothing. Like he got all that experience with Carrera.
Well, you think Chopper's out here fucking?
Yeah, Chopper out here
Do
fucking.
you guys agree that actually
off of the team?
Do you guys agree that Oda should make actually like a beach volleyball arc?
A what?
For all the girls.
A beach volleyball?
Bro, I'd rather that than another Foxy arc, bro. I'd be down with a beach volleyball
Are we doing
tournament.
some like fairy tale shit or something?
I want a beach episode in One Piece. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Did we get that? I feel like we got that.
Just give
Nah,
me
we
one
need
filler
another one.
episode.
Updates.
I just need one filler episode, bro. I just need one
filler. Come on.
You want like you guys want canon? You want-
I don't care, canon, non-canon, either way, bro.
It's got to be canon, bro. I can
see them because remember Kinemon did that whole thing when he first met Nami about
women.
How yeah, exactly, dude. I could see that coming up in Wano country at some point. Yeah.
Of course, it'd be like,
these niggas about to be having a picnic.
What about One Piece mud wrestling, nigga?
Oh, hold on.
Hey, no, fuck that. I want
Robin wins hands down.
That's how they take down Kaido's pillow.
No pun intended. I was just about to say Robin's gonna be cheating, bro. Come on, man.
Thousand Haikyuu soon.
Robin wins automatic.
You got me in the stream.
Bodies.
Hey, man, Robin could be on the
Robin. Hey, Robin is the beast that Twister.
Yes.
It's the Brago After Dark on Wednesday, yo.
I mean, at this point, but we kept it to One Piece, so that's fine. But
that's true.
Just like bonus content.
But yeah, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I'm expecting a great chapter. I can't wait for the chapter to drop. People are saying spoilers are out, so I would.
No, they're not. They're
not.
They're bullshitting.
Okay.
Spoilers.
They're bullshitting.
Okay, I would hope like nobody would actually try to read the spoilers for 900, so they don't.
I'm staying offline, man.
I don't see why it's so
Anyone
hard.
get spoiled getting here.
But actually, I know people that cover spoilers on their channel sometimes.
It's a false alarm, guys. No spoilers.
Legend Mac.
So yeah, people. I guess we'll see you guys Friday morning. When the chapter drops, I expect it to be dope.
Shout out to Sydney McGee. If you haven't seen her new song, check it out.
Oh yeah, go check out Sydney.
Oh my God, stop, dude! No, don't.
Oh my God!
Stop that shit.
I know a bunch of you weren't here when we first started the stream.
Is Sydney top 5?
Yeah, go back to the beginning of the stream. We played a clip of Sydney McGee and her fire.
She's like 6. I think.
Hey, let me ask y'all one more question. If we're talking about getting piped down.
She goes to Taco Bell, bro.
No, you think Blackbeard raped Bonnie or like piped down Bonnie when he had
in the stream?
Of course he did.
In the stream. What is this? What the heck, dude?
Nah, I don't think Blackbeard did it. I think Katarina Devon did it.
Oh wow!
What?
That is blasphemous,
Oh my God!
I think that's what happened.
He probably is a dyke.
Hey, she's the most dangerous girl in the world for a reason.
Discord. All that shit.
Yeah, like the stream, subscribe. I appreciate everybody coming through for us to talk the predictions. I'm glad we stayed on task today. That's what I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, it was a really good job today.
Who cares about predicting? If we're right, it's like we're spoiling ourselves. You know?
Remember, Whole Cake Island is gold, yo.
Yeah.
Whole Cake Island is dude.
If you guys want to join Cake
Enraged
Nation, just hit up
Army,
one of your mods.
Luffy fighting Cracker. You know, the the wedding cake.
Whole
Let's
cake
go.
is doo-doo.
Whole
The only
cake
prediction
is
I want to make is Wadasumi throwing the sun.
We'll have a whole cake review after the arc is over.
Let's do that.
I like the fact that I joined when we started talking about dude shit though. Like my timing is impeccable.
I think
Bro,
you're
Yonko's saying that you guys shouldn't read the spoilers because it's that good. But he could be trolling.
Yonko?
Yeah, Yonko might be a troll though.
Yonko's a troll.
Man, come on.
I would definitely believe Yonko.
He's the same guy that releases a spoiler every week, though.
Yes.
Yeah, but the spoilers aren't even out, though. I don't understand. Everyone's talking about the spoilers, but they're not even out. Like
He got the low, man. He got the lowdown. What do you mean?
I don't know.
Well, he does. Okay, he does.
That's real life big news.
That's big news.
Yeah, no, he.
I mean, he is.
So if Yonko says it, like you should probably stay away from the spoilers.
Sure.
But yeah, like the stream, people. Like the stream. Like the stream.
The stream.
I have
fire. I was. Oh my god.
I have something special planned for tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow.
Basketball?
Nah, something One Piece related.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But yeah, tomorrow's either gonna be the One Piece stuff and the basketball or Hunter x Hunter tomorrow.
Hunter.
Brago, are you caught up or are you a little?
No, I'm caught up.
Okay, yeah.
You gotta do Hunter x Hunter, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people been talking about Hunter x Hunter. So,
yeah, people, you've been lagging.
I want to have a discussion, but
didn't you do Hunter x Hunter like 2 weeks ago?
No, it was like 2 months ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay,
we talked about Pakunoda and Gyro. I remember the last.
No, but Brago, but you're keeping up.
Man, I'm trying to put my dick in Pakunoda's nose, bro. That's
Take
what
your
I'm
time.
trying to do.
Wait, what do you say, Steve?
Yo, this
I
stream.
said, I'm trying to put my dick in Pakunoda's nose. That's what I said.
What the fuck? Yeah,
you need help.
I've never heard that before. That's interesting.
I mean, bro,
you need to
see
a psychiatrist.
It's there.
Hey, Brago.
She has a chest right below it.
Wait,
man.
is anybody in here like?
And that's coming next.
Wait, how do you guys feel about My Hero Academia?
It's the shit.
I like it.
It's getting better now.
I like it.
It's the shit.
I like it.
You guys don't. So you guys don't think it's overrated at all?
No, it's good.
It's a little too chill.
Like what makes
So
it?
you don't think it's getting overhyped at all?
No.
So you don't think Deku's one dimensional at all?
But how do you get the?
Yes.
Be careful with spoilers though, because Rogers.
Hey, let me tell you, Brago, about Deku. Fuck Deku, but all the other characters are lit.
So what I just said, that's not how I feel about it, but I'm seeing like a lot of people been spamming that on Twitter, because they hate how much love My Hero Academia is getting. But in the words of Sauce, I let Sauce just say it, man.
Say it, Sauce.
Fuck him.
Pretty much. That's pretty, like My Hero Academia is gonna be great whether you like it or not.
Exactly.
So
and Bakugo is such a good character.
I like Bakugo a lot too. He's grown on me.
Bakugo is the
best character.
Initially, he was annoying as hell because I was like, "What the fuck you mad about?" But he's growing on me.
Yeah, he's hands down the best character of the so far. Him and Todoroki are my two favorites.
His development's been good recently.
For me, it's him and the Kamen Rider.
Man, I can't. Man, Aizawa.
Him and Todoroki. Ooh.
Yo, shout out to the anime.
Aizawa's my guy.
Aizawa.
What about that nigga Gang Orca, man?
Gang Orca.
That's Genus.
Naval Laser is hilarious. Naval Laser is one of the funniest characters in My Hero
Gang Orca is the best thing that ever happened to Boku no Hero.
Nah.
Actually, I don't think so.
Best Genus has the sauce.
The names are kind of
special. Hold on. How y'all niggas sleeping on Endeavor, bro?
Endeavor's okay.
Endeavor's a game.
Man,
okay, let me ask you guys. What's Endeavor's best moment?
What?
What's Endeavor's
Cut out. Say it again.
What's Endeavor's best moment?
Oh, when he went that Shoto.
That's just so fucking legendary.
Look, the way Endeavor is always on fire and shit, it makes me think that he's insecure about something.
No, he's
like he's always trying to think impose.
Okay.
No, he's trying to intimidate you. That's
he's trying to
exactly my point.
You wouldn't even give that dude a fist
bump. I think he got a little winky.
Well, I don't know. I never thought about that. But I think that Endeavor. The thing is, he was kind of insecure a little bit because he couldn't be the '1 hero. So he's kind of like, he had to put on this persona and portray himself to be, the big bad guy.
Nah, nigga, he ain't got no guts, so.
I'm Brago say all that, but you just say nah.
He one of them niggas who drive the,
Right.
He
Perfect
one of them
response.
niggas that drive the big old truck with the loud ass motor and shit.
But yeah, Endeavor, like that's a personality he has. I mean, but I think he definitely prepared his child for success, so you got to give him credit there, right?
Exactly.
He picked his wife out only for his kid, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dedication.
He's like a shittier version of Judge.
No, he's basically
a better version.
No, he's like LeVar
better
Ball.
version of Judge.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because he was training him and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he raised his son.
And then he had other kids.
Honestly,
he didn't kill them. You know what I mean?
I'm sure
his sister. Yeah.
His hand slipped. He didn't mean
Hey,
it.
man, but can we talk about the greatness that is Stain?
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, he's amazing.
Overrated.
What?
God,
you are smoking
I'm joking.
Just like the Cavs, bro.
What you mean, bro?
I'm joking. I like Stain a lot.
Oh, okay.
I like Stain a lot.
How could you not like Stain? Stain is the best villain shown in history.
Stop it.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
I ain't saying that.
It's obviously category.
Yeah, overall.
Exactly. That
Overall, for sure.
Had a career.
Yo, I guarantee you I'm gonna get a crazy comment after the fact. Like they was like, Brago, how could you say the category is the best villain? Like,
how dare you, Brago? You're disrespecting someone, Brago.
You probably only watch One Piece. Like,
Yo, all you guys, make sure to pray to Goda tonight for a good chapter 900.
Yeah, you better pray to Goda.
You can make a difference.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I got a really intense comment on the Dragon Ball Super stream where he's like, somebody was going in on the people that hated Dragon Ball Super. So yeah.
Who?
Well, fuck him.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, people were going in because I forgot who came in. It was like Dragon. I think it was Z. Was it Z?
Oh, yesterday? Yeah, Z was talking that mad shit.
Z was like super trash.
He was talking him and Super. Well, that's funny.
Ain't it?
Oh yeah, Grim came in. He was like, "Yeah, super trash."
Grim said he doesn't even watch it.
You don't have to watch it. What do you mean?
But that's the thing though. Like I can't respect the people that hate on Fairy Tail and you haven't seen Fairy Tail. You may like
can't comment on something you don't watch.
I don't like that either. Honestly.
You may like Fairy Tail.
I saw one scene of Fairy Tail that was trash, so it has to be.
I love Fairy Tail's anime. I love it.
What did you do?
I think it's jiggy with it.
Season 3's coming out soon.
The anime is fucking hilarious.
I enjoy Fairy Tail, man. I enjoy Fairy Tail, but I mean, when I just sit back and look at it, and I think about what happens chapter to chapter, and I'm like,
no, dude, you did it wrong. You're not supposed to read the text bubbles. You're supposed to look at the pictures and then just like make up what they're saying.
Exactly.
Listen, man. The fights and the story and the plot, it is what it is, man. I watch the anime. The anime is fucking fantastic. I love it.
Like I said,
I just like how the chick always just started in the dungeon.
No, but true though. Whatever satisfies you, man. That's where the key.
Yeah, pretty much. Yo, I started Recreators.
Oh, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I watched the first. I watched the first.
I don't know what that
It's a good anime.
Recreate. I
have no clue.
I watched the first episode. I'm like, okay, let's see.
It builds slowly, but like by like.
But that second episode though,
I haven't watched the second one yet.
What we're trying to do is to get major characters from other shonens into the series. Is what they're trying to do.
Yeah, because I went on my Amazon and I actually went to the anime section. I was like, oh shit, they got a lot of shit here. You know? Okay.
That'd be crazy.
When it gets really crazy.
That'd be amazing.
Amazon definitely got a bunch of anime that I'm like, oh wow, they got.
Oh yeah, Amazon Prime does have a lot of good anime.
Like I know pretty much like the Vinland Saga anime is gonna be with Amazon stuff.
Yeah, I got Amazon.
Vinland Saga anime, that's gonna be
the anime of the year.
Yeah, and I gotta check out
shit.
Vinland Saga.
I had to take a break from Vinland Saga, man. I was binge reading it, and it got to a point, and I was like,
listen, dude, Thorfinn and his character development, fucking A, dude, amazing.
It is. It's amazing. Like I won't say nothing spoilers, but right now it's crazy. We're getting the anime. The most recent chapter in the manga is probably the most fire moments that people waited 10 years.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking crazy. Don't say too much.
Like, I was reading, I'm reading Vinland Saga. I had to take a break. Like, I'm at that part where Thorkill, you know, he started to get that.
That's spoilers. Don't do it.
Hold up. I didn't spoil. I'm just saying I'm at the part where he started to get that character development, and me personally, it kind of put a bad taste in my mouth for a little bit, so I had to just stop for a little second because you know the direction of his character. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
and
it's
just like
yeah, it's greatness.
Do you guys watch seasonal anime?
Not really.
as much as
unless it's.
I don't watch anime. At all.
I think I would go crazy if I did that.
Yeah, no, there's some. Okay, you know what's crazy?
Especially if I'm reviewing it as well. I don't know how the fuck Chibi does it.
There's some people who like Chibi. I was just
because he's already insane.
You need that paper, bro. You gotta do it.
Because Chibi has the support of all the Chibits. You know, they keep it.
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe I need a cute nickname for my.
No, you're good, Brago.
You got the Brago.
Your aces.
You got the BDA, bro.
So I can't call them my Commodores?
Oh, fuck off, bro.
It's for the Commodores? My Commodores. What's up, my Commodores? And then, you know, have promotions and shit. Like, now you're a rear admiral. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this real quick.
Yeah.
Have all of you watched Devilman Crybaby?
Yes.
No.
I haven't finished it. I watched like 6 episodes.
It was
okay.
great.
So whoever has watched it, did you guys like it or not? I watched it.
It's a lot of weird sex and titties.
That it is.
Sex and titties. I'm watching it tonight.
No, weird sex.
Might as well just watch
weird sex and titties.
It's a great
Hold on, Brago. You just you say weird sex. What was we talking about like 20 minutes ago? We talking about Monet and big news and all that. Like, come on.
Hey man, but we can't see Monet like taking her fucking shit off and like somebody like, you know what I'm saying? But with this shit,
imagination is a motherfucker.
Hey man, I don't think much.
I will say this, which is because you guys were talking about like seasonal anime and like how you're not going to watch everything, and like obviously I don't watch everything. I don't review everything. I like Food Wars, so I'll watch that. I'll review Attack on Titan, and I'll probably end up reviewing what's it called, My Hero too. But one thing, I'm telling you this right now. I'm going to make this prediction right now. Nobody's talking about this show. The show comes out. I think it's like so it's soon. It debuts the same day as My Hero. I am telling you, this is going to blow up on anime YouTube. The show is called Megalobox is the name of the show.
Yes! That shit is gonna be fire! That shit is gonna be fire!
I am telling you right now.
I already know that. I already know how good it is.
Yes, that shit gonna be fire.
It's about like a guy who basically participates in fixed boxing matches in order to like survive.
No, bro, I saw the trailer.
Dude, the animation is incredible. Amazing. It's something that nobody is talking about, and I guarantee you in like a month you're gonna see For Neverworld do a video like, I can't believe this amazing show that nobody's talking about and everybody's gonna jump on reviewing it. I'm telling you, dude, get on Megalobox early.
It's a spin-off from Ashita no Joe. So like I'm trying to finish Joe before
I'll find that shit first.
All right, speaking of Roger, thoughts on
I seen that shit a while ago.
Roger, thoughts on Ultra
Instinct?
Instinct?
Was awesome.
I don't watch Dragon Ball. I don't know.
No.
I don't care.
I don't care.
He's talking about the song.
You mean his new opening?
Yes.
No,
yes.
No, you're talking about For Neverworld's new opening.
Yes.
Yeah.
The song, yeah.
Kind of clean. I gotta say, it's kind of clean.
Breathe ass and eat air.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
What? Just goes in with that.
I thought it was all right. I
agree. It's all right. It's all right.
It's all right.
I definitely wouldn't hate on it. I thought it was fine.
Brago, that's what you were playing on stream, right?
It's all right for YouTuber. Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right. It ain't it, but it's all right.
It ain't it, but it's all right.
Words rhymed and shit.
I was so fucking confused. I was watching the Brago stream.
I put that Megalobox trailer in the BC test chat.
Megalobox, if you haven't checked it out, you got.
I'm telling you, Megalobox is gonna blow up among like anime YouTubers. I'm telling you.
Because Hajime no Ippo is in my top 5, so I've been looking for another boxing anime.
Ippo is legendary, man. I'm not ready to.
He takes too many L's, but so he's.
If you read the manga, bro, Ippo fell off for me, man.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Too many. No spoilers, man.
No spoilers. But I agree with you. As soon as you get to like 900 chapters, every manga just gets like shit.
Not really.
Be careful now. One Piece is going to 900. Be careful.
Isn't Detective Conan still going on?
He said that Conan's godly, man. Like I'm gonna recommend it now. If there's any manga you want to read that's like series, Detective Conan definitely gets my recommendation.
Bro,
Like,
you know how long
it's
that
so
shit
good.
is, bro? A nigga would die.
Dude, it is so good. Dude, it is
too
so
long.
good.
Last line is trash.
Nah, it's godly, man. You have to give it a
too long,
chance.
bro.
He's just a Conan fanboy,
Yo,
bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm
Really good.
like overwhelmed. Now I know how people feel about One Piece when you see 900 chapters. When I see like it's,
Bro,
I'm like,
I've listed that thing like 2
I'm
months.
like, man, I catch it on the rerun. I don't know.
Bro, nah, I was
Just
on
sleeping on it,
Hajime
man.
no Ippo this whole time. That's 1,000
I won't
chapters.
say
That's
spoilers
dedication.
with Conan, but
Yeah, I'm
basically
still reading it too.
they kind of reveal what the equivalent of finding out what the One Piece is recently in the manga before going on hiatus. That's how crazy it is right now.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Say that again?
This says a Shido no Joe spinoff. Is that Megalobox?
It's kind of a spin-off, yeah. It's a spin-off
Okay.
for Shito no Joe.
So
Yeah.
I guess should I watch the Shido no Joe first? Does it have an anime?
I don't think
Nah, you can watch it. You can watch it on its own.
Yeah.
It's its own big thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before I end this, I just want to say like we just
Shido no
gotta
Joe.
I don't know, take in and really take a step back and look at the fact that One Piece is about to be 900 chapters.
Yeah,
man.
Bro.
Like 900
Bro.
chapters.
Since 2001, Brago.
Take a step back.
We go.
Yeah, like what chapter were all you guys like when you started reading it weekly?
I caught up before the time skip. I caught up before the time skip.
I forgot the year, but I started reading weekly in Marineford. Like the arc of Marineford, I was week to week for that.
I'm thinking
So I don't know
2008.
what that was.
2008. That's when I got caught up.
Yeah,
Week
but for me it's
to
like
week
2009.
since 2006 for me.
Yeah, whenever Fishman Island started.
Yeah, so definitely before the time
For me, it was
skip.
2005.
Yeah.
Because I remember when we went into the
Yeah.
time skip, I was like, holy fuck, it was like a 3-week break or some shit.
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
that.
I think it might have been a month actually.
It was a super long break.
Yeah, it was a long break. But then when it came back,
How
man,
how did y'all used to read back then? Did y'all actually buy like Shonen Jump?
No, bro, what you mean? You know I pirate that
You
shit.
have to wait for Manga Hood.
Pirate
Yo,
that
Manga-
shit, man.
it was
You
Manga
know-
Fox.
Nigga,
It was
what?
Manga
No,
Fox
bro.
and Manga
Always,
Panda.
hey,
Manga
no
Stream.
matter what, there's always something free, bro.
When
Don't
it was
ever
like
forget.
Bigtopia or
Manga
something.
Stream.
Nah, there's always something
Yo, is
free.
either Manga Stream or Manga Panda? That was always earlier.
Manga
Manga
Panda.
Panda was the shit.
Yeah,
It was
That's
always
what
always
Manga
earlier.
Panda was
started on
manga
Manga
fit,
Panda.
Manga Panda was
Yeah.
always
Manga
like
Panda.
first. Always
Always.
I
first.
remember when Manga
Word.
Panda said Capone's value was 3
Always.
billion.
Also,
bro.
Manga Fox.
Manga
was
Fox.
there too.
Yo, did they get his bounty wrong? They got his bounty wrong.
Yeah.
Capone's value was
Yeah,
3 billion.
true.
3 billion. We was like, what? 3 billion?
Back then there was so much support from that when there was actually no support. That was crazy. About that.
Yeah, Manga Panda, man. That
Like,
was
he was
that
the
was
strongest in the
Manga Panda was
verse.
OG.
Well, Wednesday. It was on Wednesdays.
App and all.
Everything was on
Wednesdays,
Wednesdays.
yeah.
Go to the
Yeah,
one
it
on
used to be
Wednesdays.
Wednesday, dude. Think about the. We'd have it right now.
Bro,
Yeah.
dude, you guys know about iPatch Wolf, right? You guys know about iPatch Wolf YouTuber?
The YouTuber?
Dude, he
Yeah.
has like the most legit like YouTube video that goes ahead with align with the 900 to watch it. Like it's just like watch why you should watch and read One Piece. You know.
Yeah, that video's great.
Well,
Yeah,
that
that's
video's
That's an
great.
amazing video.
I'm
I've seen
just
that
that
one.
also.
I'm just gonna hit that after the 900 chapter. I know that shit because it's
You're gonna
like,
watch that video
you know,
again?
Feels, man. Oh, it's called iPatch Wolf on YouTube, and then
No,
it's
I know.
like-
Yeah, I've watched it. Yeah.
And yeah, man, that shit, like how it starts and it shows you Goku, and then he's like when I was a kid and shit, you know, it's like shonen, and he talks about shonen. Then it's like there's something out there, man. Something continuous, and it's still good to this fucking day. Why is
Yeah,
that?
dude.
You know,
Taji
and that's
Hado,
fucking
La
One
Flamingo.
Piece.
Yeah.
And then he's talking
Because
about,
it's
you know,
One Piece,
and he low-key, like, for, like, a few seconds talks about you see Naruto and all the other guys, and it
Die
just
off.
fails. And
They
he's
die
like,
off.
why somebody struggles with it and why some mangaka doesn't. And there's this one guy, he keeps going, man. You know, that is, like...
Yeah, man.
I mean...
dedication. All this dedication, bro.
Yeah,
It's
it's a moment,
a lot of
man.
work.
It's a moment.
A lot of work
I
on
know
this
people
part.
that
You-
You can fight the whole fucking day, discuss, you know, but like you're all doing this because of this series, man.
900
Till this
chapters,
day. Whenever you started, it might be 2012, 2010, 2008, whatever, but like, yo,
Hey man, I know
This-
people that
you-
can't write a 900-word essay, and so it's like 900
Brago,
chapters.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy?
I mean,
When
like for myself, like I got caught up and it was 696, and I didn't even know what breaks were. So the second I saw Aokiji pull up on Doflamingo and it's like a break, I'm like, wait, what's this?
Yeah.
Like, we don't get a chapter, and then he pulls up.
Pull up
So I'm like,
on
"Fuck,
you,
you're
nigga."
kidding me.
I don't think I was
That
reading
was the
anything
beginning of
else
Blue Ball.
weekly.
That was so
I
bad.
I thought that was the norm, to be honest. So
Like what, to read it weekly?
Yeah, to the breaks.
Yeah,
the
I
breaks.
think it is.
The breaks.
Oh, the breaks. Oh.
He
Yeah,
started
so
doing that like in Punk Hazard. I don't think that was.
So every time it went a break, I was like, you know, this is expected. But then when I started reading out of the manga, I'm like, oh shit, this is
What
not.
the fuck is this shit? Yeah.
Well, other than Hunter x Hunter, because I was like, you know, that was.
Oh, you mean Hiatus X Hiatus? Yeah, I feel you.
Wait, didn't the break start like on Punk Hazard when he was?
It's still great, but it takes a lot of breaks regardless. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I got it.
I don't think Fishman Island had many.
Like,
I gotta say this before. Like, yo, for real.
900 chapters, man. We some fucking weaves, man.
Bro, like for real, no. Like when I started shit, and I saw Buggy, right, and then I had Kuro, right, with his shit doing intrigue shit. Okay, but once I had, okay, this was the moment though. Back in 2003, bro. Like when I had Don Creek, like eating that shit, right? What he got from Sanji, drinking that barrel of wine, and then he just punches his ass out of the shit, and his guns blazing on that room, bro. I'm like, what just happened, man? This is like unexpectedly back then was fucking fucking insane.
Now that you brought it up,
no movie I've seen, and I mean I've seen Star Wars back then too and shit. Like it was just so crazy.
Yeah, hey, this is crazy.
I mean, like One Piece is like that shit just was so insane. The feeling you got from that moment.
Yeah.
Just I knew let's head on. That was
this
crazy.
Is gonna be a hard question to answer.
I doubt it.
From, but if you had to choose one Piece moment that you like out of all time, one Piece moment that made you say, yeah, this is my favorite moment of all time. So far, what would you say? Like, does anyone have one, or they don't?
When they walk to Arlong Park.
Favorite. That's got to be the speech in Chopper's flashback.
Oh, see, yeah, Doctor. What's his name?
Yeah, Hiluluk's speech.
Hiluluk's speech. Yeah. For me, it was the walk. It was not Frankie Usopp. Oh, that was my favorite part. Like probably.
I mean, for me, early on, it might have been like with the Zoro speech in Beretti, because for me, it's like I liked Luffy. Like with Zoro, just seeing like what happened with him and Mihawk, and then like it's not just like seeing Luffy in his dream. Like I want to see like Zoro become like, you know, one day the greatest swordsman to live, and then like that build towards everyone else afterwards having their own dreams. You want to see them succeed, but with him, it's just like that was the moment. Like, okay, I gotta keep going with this because like this is good where it's gonna get really good. And just like Roger was saying with the Haluk stuff, because the Haluk one was like crazy. Like
it was a great speech.
For me.
It hurts,
man. Many moments, dude.
For me, I think my moment gotta be at Ennis Lobby when they facing off against the CP9, and then Robert say, "I want to live." They like, "Hey, Soga King, shoot that flag, my nigga."
Yeah,
that was my shit. I was like in the back of my head, my damn song started playing. I ride for my niggas, man. Fuck the other niggas.
Or another good one too, the one from Alabasta when they're leaving and they throw up the X.
Yeah, that's a
great one.
The very first one's Nami stabbing herself in the.
Yeah.
And then the best moment I think for me is on Jaya when Blackbeard was talking to Luffy. He's like,
that was a crazy. That look Luffy gave him afterwards. That was an insane look. That was the first time Luffy had
another moment.
Yeah.
And another moment is when after Ace died and that nigga Jinbei had to give Luffy the "What's gone is gone" speech. Like nigga, get your mind right, nigga. What's wrong with you?
I think one of the best moments we can all agree is when Katakuri was tearing Luffy a new asshole recently.
Yeah, we on the stream here, you know. Hey, we're missing one great one. We're missing one really good one from Skypiea when Luffy rang the bell just to tell some guy that like Skylands existed.
Listen, how are you forgetting?
Can you hear it,
man?
My most emotional moment was probably like when.
Huh?
That was a crazy moment.
The
merry-go when they said goodbye to the merry-go.
Oh yeah, that didn't. You know what? I didn't feel that at all. You know,
that was emotional.
Look, me and my girl been watching One Piece. Hey, check this out. Me and my girls watching One Piece. she legit cried at that moment. I was like, what the fuck?
No, when the ship started like talking back to them.
Yeah, when I said I'm sorry, like, oh man,
That should have me in the feels, bro.
I'm a sucker for that ship, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't give a fuck. I was like, nigga, let's keep it moving.
No, you have no emotions, Tebow.
That was the emotion was all set for me because
that was the first Nakama,
in the first place.
That was the first Nakama they ever lost. Was that ship?
I think a moment with the Don and Garp. The Don and Garp.
You guys are not calling it. You guys are not calling it. You guys are not calling it.
I have to agree with you, Brago. The Dana and Garp thing was really like.
That was like.
When she was
Garp's
I think that's when Ace's death. That's when it hit me. You know what I mean? That's when it hit me.
Yeah.
I did not give a damn about Ace's death. Like that.
No. It was more the thing that Garp stood there and the Dana was only hitting him the whole time and crying and stuff, and he knew that he was wrong.
Yeah, because it's like he's just like, bitch, you just sat there. You let him die.
You let him die.
Yeah. No, look. Ace let himself die. Shit.
All right, we can.
He did it to himself.
Okay.
We can go deeper. We can go deeper and say that. Well,
the guy that raised him could have saved him. That's just simple.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wait. I don't know how. That's wild because
if anyone says shit about your father,
Luffy makes these mistakes all the time, right?
Yeah.
All the time, Luffy does shit where it's like,
this
nigga should die, right? And the only reason he doesn't die is because he's the main character.
They're demons. Armor.
Yeah, I know that, and I give Luffy shit too because honestly, One Piece supposed to end it on Alabasta because Crocodile gutted that nigga. Like that nigga wasn't dead. I don't give a fuck nobody to say. But Ace gets none of my respect because like
that's wild.
He was.
Wait, he saved Luffy's life.
What do you mean?
No. Let me finish.
Ace fanboys get mad.
Let me finish. So basically, he was saved. And he was about to leave, and he turned around.
Well, they weren't saved. They were still getting chased by Akainu.
No. Let me finish, Brago, please. Now, look. He turned around and got himself killed. Pretty much spat in the face of all the people that sacrificed their life to save his ass. He ain't have to do that. No. That was his own goddamn fault. I don't give a fuck how y'all try to justify that shit. He turned around out of his own volition and got himself fisted. Straight up.
Okay. I think we're leaving out like key information here.
Yeah. He was egged into it, bro. Like
he was egged into
Your
it,
daddy's trash, Ace. How dare you say that? He turned around to save Luffy's life, but you're right. He could have kicked Akainu. He didn't have to jump in front of his punch.
Yeah, well,
what?
Yeah.
If he didn't, Luffy was gonna die.
You understand that he was behind Akainu? He had to go further.
Exactly. He only had enough time to go and block the punch.
Why didn't he just fire fist through Akainu and do the same thing?
He can.
Even if he fire fisted through Akainu, Luffy's gonna die.
In front of kicked him. Wait, what?
No, Chatty, your mic just went to the Matrix.
Yeah, Chatty, try to talk again.
But yo.
All right.
Hey, Yonko, are you here?
Hello?
Now you're better.
Hey, Yonko, what's good?
I'm just I'm here to say hi.
Yo, what's good, Yonko? Yo, I can't talk to Yonko right now, man. I can't talk to Yonko, man.
Yeah, I genuinely don't want to talk
I
to Yonko.
don't want to talk to
I don't want to be
Yonko.
spoiled, man.
I was gonna say something. I was gonna. Yo.
No
I'm
spoilers.
not gonna say shit. I'm not gonna say shit.
What moment, yo?
Wait, Yonko, do you have me to spoil?
Yonko's like big news. We invited him to no wedding party.
But do you know the spoilers yet? Like, do you know what's gonna happen?
Yes.
Yes.
Are they already legit out?
Hey, don't ask him anything else, yo.
Yeah, we're done.
This is like when Rayleigh knew what the One Piece was.
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't want to know, man. We don't want to know.
Are they already legit out on the internet? Because then I'm gonna avoid the internet.
They're not on the internet.
No, they're not.
Not yet.
They'll probably come out tomorrow, realistically.
All right, Yonko, honestly, just tell us, man.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm serious. No. I'll leave the call. Yeah, I'll leave.
Yonko about to stream tomorrow morning, man.
Yeah. Yonko, I won't tell anybody. Just
get them views.
Just DM the spoilers.
Yonko, are you about to stream for real? Are you gonna stream the spoilers tomorrow for real?
Tomorrow, some other time, we're gonna host my own stream. That's what it is.
Be careful of that thumbnail, pal.
God damn, Yonko. Yeah, be careful.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna unsub now just in case, man. I'm a sub back. I'm a sub back.
I'll do it right now. I don't want to know nothing, dude.
Sub back Friday morning, man.
Exactly.
I don't even know if I'm gonna stream. I don't know.
Well, you're getting unsubbed. We're playing it safe.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Yonko, why you teasing though, bro? Why don't you just post the spoilers?
Shut the fuck up, dude. What are you saying? Stop.
Steve-O.
Because
man,
come on, Skibo, stop it.
Yeah, stop it.
I'm not saying release them to the general public. I'm saying put them in the proper channels.
I have no idea.
Yo, hey man, I'm surprised. I'm surprised a big YouTuber hasn't rolled up on Yonko already. Be like, yo, I'm gonna pay you to get the spoilers early, man.
Yonko won't do that. No, I believe in Yonko. Yonko wouldn't do that.
No. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. But it's like, I'm surprised nobody like tried to do that shit, throwing some money. But
fuck that.
Trying to get the views.
I don't know who the fuck is lagging like that, but you gone.
Chatty.
Yeah, I can't even hear what Chatty's saying. But nah,
Chatty's in the Matrix.
I can hear it, just don't understand it.
Chatty, get your mic up.
That was not Chatty, yo. That was Yonko.
Oh, that was Yonko?
Your mic fixed.
What? No way.
Sorry, Chatty.
I saw your thing fall now.
Nah, that's a lie. That was Chatty.
They say Yonko is the Rayleigh of the community.
Yeah, he is. He has all the information. He knows everything.
Bro.
Train me, Yonko.
Just read Japanese, bro. Do learn.
Pause.
Yo, no. Chatty's speech, like, circle didn't even link. Like, it couldn't be.
I didn't hear anything Chatty
His
said.
mic blew up.
There
you go. It works now.
I think he was still talking about Ace.
I'm Neo in this bitch. Nah, fuck Ace. I ain't talking about Ace no more. Fuck him.
See, look, see?
Yeah, it's Chatty. In the Matrix.
Yeah, that's not me.
Yeah, it's Chatty. It's Chatty.
That's what happens.
Let's try to make out what he's saying.
Okay, confirm.
That's what happens when you shit talk Ace, man.
Let's try to make it out.
Exactly.
I want to hear what he said.
Chatty's being after.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
But what now Chatty's trying to do, we cannot hear anything at all. Durson, we could
I don't know.
figure
Like
out a
stream
little
people.
bit when he was in the
I'll
Matrix.
see you guys tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
All right, fam.